Hello, world. Welcome to another installment of the Homeroom podcast, where we talk about people more successful than us than what we do. I'm your classmate, Tone Groove.
J Nobles.
AJ the Menace.
Lauren on the boards. I'm sorry if I can't make eye contact with you when you speak. That light is...
You're staring at an angel.
Nigga, this is what death probably looks like.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we got another light in here just to try to, balance it out. Shout out to the person that, whoever that person was that left that comment that said, y'all need to hire a lighting specialist ASAP.
Yeah.
First of all, we knew the lights were bad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We already knew, okay? We don't need to hire somebody.
Yeah.
We just didn't have the time to do it. The topics was cooking. We said, hit it. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't fill us in on anything we didn't know.
right.
But we nonetheless, we appreciate your commentary because this is a show where we critique.
That's a fact.
And we give opinions on other people and the way they do things.
That's
So
a fact.
we're not above that.
We have to be open for it.
We got to be.
Yeah, that's how it is with the comments. So shout out to y'all for being in the comments so crazy. And I appreciate y'all acting up in the comments. I really appreciate the comments being a free market to just go crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I realize, and I'm glad y'all have conversations with each other, and I want y'all to continue to have conversations with each other. But I realize I can't jump back and forth with it because I'll mess around. It's been like 4 or 5 times. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm damn near opening the podcast again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm about to start a new segment with somebody in the comments, and I can't do that. I can't. We said what we said in the camera. It's out. You watched the clip. You commented. I gotta leave it there, bro.
Yeah.
Because once I've typed 3 sentences, I
was
know
just
I'm
about to
lost.
say 3.
I'm
Once
lost.
you get past 3 sentences,
You're doing too much.
you might as well turn the microphone back on.
Yeah, exactly.
Send them niggas a voice memo.
Exactly. So I don't even do it. One, I did respond and I made it short and concise. And the way he responded reminded me, that's why I'm not supposed to be down here with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I would only respond to like level 1 of disrespect. You know what I mean? It can't be something like, oh, I disagree with, I don't really care. But if you're trying to play, you're trying to disrespect, then let's disrespect. You know what I mean?
Then we can play a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You into the battle of wits.
Yeah.
You exchange jokes.
Yeah.
And you still can't go past the first. You got to get it done in one short message. That's it. You can't, because once they get the second response, you lost.
Nice and concise.
Yeah, it's got to be nice, concise. It's got to be surgical.
And our comment section has been the epitome of that rule that Wendy Williams told Charlamagne about the rule of 10. So where there's 3 people gonna like it, 3 people gonna hate it.
Yep.
The other 4 are not gonna care.
3 will be
6.
3 will be indifferent. Oh no, 1 will be indifferent or something like that.
Something.
Yeah, it was something.
We don't know the rule.
It was an amazing quote. It was an amazing quote.
But we get lots of love and lots of hate.
Yeah. I like that it's balanced. I'm telling you, let me tell y'all, I told y'all this already. I don't think I said it on camera. The video that I'm genuinely tired of getting comments on is the Target video.
On TikTok.
On TikTok. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah.
It's driving me crazy. That's the only, every day, 3 to 5 people. And it's like, one day, I'll never forget this. This was maybe a week ago. This one guy contributed to at least 20 comments. Wow. He's having conversations with every comment in there like he the one that made the post.
Okay, so context, a Target video, right?
Yeah, give him some
It was
context.
about this lady in Target.
And I'll put it right there, too.
And she was feeling a way about the garments and the colors and the rainbows that was on the boys' clothing.
And really, specifically the way that the sections were categorized, too. It would be pinks and pastels, flowers and rainbows, and it said 100% this is the boys section.
Boys section.
Yeah, and vice versa. The girls section looked exactly the same. So that's pretty much what y'all was.
A bunch of femininity.
Yeah, we were saying that the garments was gay. And apparently,
and it was driving them crazy.
That lit the world on fire. Every time we say we don't like something, we get mad smoke. When you were dissatisfied with the state of the African American Museum in D.C.,
that
they called you all types of coons, all types of young, dumb, and full of ignorance.
It went crazy. I'll put that one up there too. Yeah,
bam.
That one went crazy. Oh my God, that was your first visit too.
Yeah, that was the first time we was on the 3-0 podcast.
And it was only a half episode.
Should we tell the story about how this happened?
I was thinking that we should have an episode where we just we could do that now, just because our topics are a little bit light anyway.
Yeah,
and we need
to hear us talk.
Yeah, we need to properly introduce us to our audience anyway. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's talk about how it kind of got started.
So essentially, right, me and this individual to my left, this is my co-defendant, this is my partner in crime. We've been talking on microphones for years together. We developed I can't even think of an example in the NBA, so I'm not even gonna do that. But We do this together. We are LOY the show. This is Tone Groove. That's Jay Noblez. Right?
Yeah.
We was coming up in the Raleigh podcast game, and 3 Yoke, your podcast, was the biggest thing moving. So we was just essentially just talking to each other like, yo, one day we gonna be big enough to get on the couch with them and talk a little bit.
Right.
It happened, and they liked it so much that they ended up offering us jobs. We joined MenaceMaterial. We brought the podcast over here.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, and it's crazy how it all works because the 3 Oak podcast, as y'all see in the podcast tab, it's been going for like 5, almost 6 years or something like that.
Damn near a decade.
Yeah, damn near a decade. But that podcast, plenty of ups and downs or whatever, but we've been always decent at marketing. And we've been doing it for a while. But when I met y'all and I found y'all, I didn't even really find y'all. Y'all first came to the show. We did a live podcast. And
I popped out to the show.
Jay came to the show.
Yeah, popped out.
And then we talked. It was one of those like.
Yeah, you was coming up the stairs.
It was one of them. It was one of them industry. It was one of them industry.
Hey, you that guy to do that.
Yeah.
I do this.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, we gonna work.
Yeah, we gonna talk to each other. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Right.
We gonna link. Yeah.
It was 100% one of those. You know what I'm saying? But then they followed. I followed them back. So then now I'm watching their clips that they're putting on Instagram, the Instagram Reels. And I'm like, yo, these niggas are funny. Like, these niggas are funny. So I'm like, I've maybe been watching your clips for 6 months at this point, since the live podcast when I first initially met y'all.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, we just need to, I think we were late one day.
Cherry was out sick.
Cherry was out sick.
Facts.
Cherry was out sick. Yeah. And
she was bleeding.
Shout out TNT.
Yeah.
Maybe she was bleeding.
But next time, it's not on your camera.
Oh, okay. This one up here in the front.
Yeah.
No technical difficulty.
We gotta make it look pretty. You know?
Oh yeah, the couch cushion ain't pimping enough.
Yeah.
Butt crack slipped out.
You know, that's what happens when you gain a couple hundred more subscribers. You gotta take this very serious.
Right.
It's gotta be manicured.
It's gotta look right.
Yeah.
So
Cherry was out.
I was like, come through. We did half an episode because we started late and y'all had to go. I think y'all had something else to do that night.
Yeah.
But within that first episode, we get the art museum clip. Art museum clip drops. Goes stupid on Instagram and it goes viral on TikTok.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh yeah, these niggas, they the ones. These niggas are stars. Like literally. I was like, these niggas came for 50 minutes and dropped 40 and then went home.
Facts.
Definitely bringing them back. You know what I'm saying?
I don't remember stretching.
Yeah, you're right.
You remember stretching?
I barely remember the conversation.
So then, did y'all come back immediately, or there was like a bye week or something like that?
It had to have been the next week.
It was
the next week.
It was the next week. They came back.
It was so soon that I was like, did he do this on accident? Like he wants us to come back and do this again?
No, it did. Yeah, it was the very next week.
It was the very next week.
Then we got the Mary-Kate and Ashley clip.
Yeah.
That one went crazy.
But after that second week and we did that pod, after they left, they don't even know. I looked at AJ and I was like, nigga, it's to the moon.
Yeah. It's up, bro. It's up.
That's good.
So yeah, then we do another podcast. We get another little like micro viral clip, joint on video on TikTok. Mm-hmm. So then it was just like, we had the conversation. I'm like, look, we're building a podcast network, a production company. We're taking the content more seriously. Y'all are obviously taking it seriously. Because the best part about y'all, like I was saying, was that I was telling all of them, I was like, they've already put their reps in. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all have been going for like 5 years.
Yeah, like
almost
3, 4.
Crazy.
Yeah, y'all had almost been going as long as we had been going.
3, 4 years. Yeah, at that time.
Yeah, so at this point, it was like, they've already worked through all the
quirks and you just gotta get used to it.
Little kinks, and don't get me wrong, because I'm still nowhere where I want to be.
There's still plenty of growth that I want to have.
There's another stratosphere I'm trying to fly to
in terms of podcasting.
Yeah,
but it's like those beginner kinks, boy, not kicking them training wheels off for real for the first time. Like, and even with those 5 years with training, it was like the first year you got training wheels. The second year you taking one training wheel off. The third year you're taking the other training wheel off. Then you're falling completely. And then you jump back on and then you start to figure it out. Man. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel like my talent had went. You know what I'm saying? Like in terms of just getting better and just bringing it all together,
If Hulu gives us a documentary, if Hulu gives LOI a documentary,
oh my God,
y'all are gonna like people might look at it's different. Like how we were the first 3-4 years, like even what we were doing outside of
people
podcasts.
have no idea. And then
like,
they talk y'all like people talk crazy to us in the comments.
Yeah.
Like this is the first rodeo. I'm like, oh no. I just think it's funny how like some people will say certain things, but in my mind I knew I was saying it that way to invoke this emotion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they think they're coming at me,
right?
But I literally
like, I set you up.
I said it just so you just to get up underneath your skin. That
I was
way.
trying to irritate you.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to be logical. Nigga. Are you crazy? I want you in them comments talking stupid. I'm gonna give you the logic in here at some point, but yeah, I gotta cook too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's hard to explain to people. I feel like in podcasting, it just looks so easy. It looks so easy. You know what I'm saying? Like. I would say I even jumped into it because in my mind I thought it was easy too. But then you realize when you're on the mic, how deep it is.
You have to carry your ship. There's no wind to sail you. There's no wave current to ride on.
Nope.
You got to carry your ship and you got to keep it moving. Like I kind of think of it like dribbling a basketball.
Yeah.
Like, you start dribbling, you start padding, it's real low at first, but then it picks up, it starts to get in a nice little trot. And you got to keep that ball dribbling for 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah, facts.
You got to have a nice handle.
Yeah, and like you can't have you're trying to cut down how many turnovers you get. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and then when you get to another level, you can start being a Harlem Globetrotter.
Yeah, that's the level we're all aspiring to.
Do some hot sauce and one moves.
Right.
Like, that's not even street. That's not even league regulation.
Still hit a 3-pointer like it's like Steph.
Yeah,
exactly.
At the same time.
Yeah. So that was just like my favorite part about y'all too was that y'all had done it, and not only had y'all put the years in. I still went to did my research and stuff. I saw the progression. It wasn't just them on the microphone having progression. It was them trying to progress even their visual aspect of things. How they were marketing things 3 years ago to compare to how they're marketing things now. They had a steady trajectory, same way I feel like we had a steady trajectory.
Yeah.
So it was like me and Lauren had finally, we figured out like we had kind of taken a year off of YouTube, but it was like, it's just YouTube, like figuring out how do we get into the algorithm? How do we get organic fans and stuff like that? And then once I started doing those super reels and it was like, oh shit, it's not dead no more. The YouTube account isn't dead anymore. Let's see how.
I remember that moment. That's literally the terminology that you said.
It's not dead. I got it. I literally got it now.
Nigga did CPR.
Yeah, bro, because this was my personal account from college, This account was started in 2012, I think it says, or 11.
It was 2012.
I was at Wake Tech. Shout out to Wake Tech. You know what I'm saying? Like
you subscribe to 1,000 channels.
This is
already.
This was literally just for pleasure. This was just for my own entertainment pleasure. So the little 300, 400, 500 subscribers we had, never uploading anything. Yeah, that account was dead. This account was dead. Like, even though the numbers look good, we could subtract 500 and act like those 500 are dead accounts because essentially they probably are.
Yeah.
So we really have 2,500 followers or 27. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to fucking get it out of the trenches of YouTube algorithm, and the reels is what did it. TikTok's blowing up. Boom, we bring y'all in. Now I'm thinking, now that I know how to do decent reels, I'll have I'll have more content.
Yeah.
To do reels out of. I'll make reels out of my content from the 3-0 podcast, make reels out of their show. I can go 5-6 days a week now. But then we all get together. The collapse of No Jumper happens. And then, so we've been working together. Before we did this show, we started, how long y'all been around since like March?
February.
February.
We started, we were in talks and then,
We were in talks. It was just things that we were trying to upgrade as well before we start bringing people in and just like making it feasible to even handle 2 shows at one time.
Going back and forth about a month or two, and in February we touched down, and
it was
happened.
like, let's just get it done. We'll take everything we have right now. We'll just go, and we'll upgrade. Y'all understand? Just fully understand. We are growing still. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So it was like we're going through the growing pains together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but new podcast just naturally formulated itself
6 weeks ago. 7 weeks ago now.
7 weeks ago now. Yeah.
It gave birth
8 weeks ago because we
facts.
never counted No
yeah.
Jumper as the first episode.
Yeah, because this was an immaculate conception.
Yeah.
Just the people asked for and they wanted it.
Yeah.
And the people are consuming it. It's crazy to see that, like, you know, we getting thousands of views on different things because there was a point in time where we were trying to get 12 individuals to look at this.
Yeah, people don't get that, though.
There was a point in time we would look at our stats and we was hype if we got 15 people to watch it.
Yes.
And
all
within,
together.
like, a week.
All together.
Much less live preview.
Maybe across all platforms. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bad out here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
our audience was 71% female.
Yeah, and I think like even our stats was weird. Like, you know what I mean?
2 niggas in Brazil, you know, tuning in.
There's always this
Getting a dose
random
of that.
country that faithfully followed you for 3 years.
Yeah,
and it's one play from there every time. And it's like,
surely.
How the fuck did you get this? How did this of all the people I've been trying to show this to, you in Madrid,
1% in Ireland.
You know what I'm saying? How did you find the link? And you are more dedicated to the people that I want to listen.
They got a third world algorithm.
Yeah, bruh, it's crazy. So
they getting all the fringe and all the stuff that ain't blow up yet.
Yeah, so that's probably another thing that I was thinking about. Just didn't think about it, but was like, y'all putting in 3-4 years. Like, I feel like we can understand growing when you've had 18 plays over something you thought was about to go crazy.
It's like the military in the sense that there's different branches and shit, but it's like we don't go through the exact same things, but we do. So it's like if I was in the army, you was in the Marines,
Navy or something,
and I see you, I can fucking understand your struggle.
Everybody,
you know what I'm
had
saying?
basic
I
training.
understand your struggle.
Everybody went through basic training.
Facts.
Yeah, for sure.
Facts.
Yeah, all of us completed our 4-year minimum to get the benefits.
Oh yeah, we're veterans.
Facts.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
not veterans, not veterans.
All of us re-signed after the 4 years. Like, that wasn't that bad,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
we just getting to the end of our rookie contracts.
Yeah,
that's what's
essentially,
happening
for sure. Yeah, literally, yeah. And
that little $8 million every fucking $8 million a year for 3-4 years is about to be up.
Yeah, you're right,
Facts,
right.
facts.
It's
We
about to
been
start
putting up some numbers.
So no jumper collapses, and I was already a big no jumper fan, and I've been a no jumper fan for 5-6 years. So I've been with the brand for a long time, falling in and out of viewership of it.
Yeah.
But I was like, yo, they're literally going through another mass breakup. Let's run an episode. Episode goes retarded. Crazy. Like
short bus.
Yeah, like first of all, the episode is 4 hours long. There are so many of y'all here just because of that video.
Yeah.
The video by itself, which is 4 hours long, has 1,000 plays. Insane. But all the clips did numbers. Like no clip did less than 1.5K. And that's the thing too. That's the thing that I always find funny with people is that this clip got less than 3,000 plays. This clip got less than niggas was playing in the teens before. Don't get it twisted. Like, are you kidding me? Like 1.5K successful clip.
Yeah.
And,
for sure.
Yeah, like of course I want way more than that, but I'm like, you nigga, we took this from 18 plays to averaging at 1.5.
Yeah.
I think we're pretty happy with the views.
It's
You know
as
what I'm
simple
saying?
as $100 is $100 to you. But
Yeah.
to an NBA player, it's $10.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or even less.
Even less. It might be 10 cents for real.
Hell yeah.
So it's like, yeah, that show just made us say, well, let's just do it again. Complex just dropped a media list. Let's fix the media list. And I think that was officially the first episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then that one did good. I'm like, every time I'm uploading to YouTube, I'm like, oh, I think I really figured out how to get into this algorithm. And that's why I love that's why my favorite comment is, I don't know how the algorithm is blessing y'all. I don't know how you showed up on my page, but I'm glad I'm here.
It's a few different variations of that same statement.
Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a lot of different variations, and that is my favorite comment, no questions asked, because that's all just figuring out what to talk about, how to chop the clip, because it's less than what you're talking about. It's like you just like 50% of it
How you upload it.
is how you upload it and how you title it. It's so much involved outside of just the subject matter. And then the subject matter, we're a podcast that talks about other podcasts, which you don't realize there's no market for. People talk about what happens on podcasts, but it's in every other format. It's in the DJ Academics format.
YouTube pages.
It's in the YouTube pages. It's in the live stream format. It's let's touch on what happened at Fresh and Fit. It's in that. It's in that format.
Reaction videos.
Reaction. That's really where it lives at. There's literally no people sitting down podcast talking about what happened in the other podcast. I think unless somebody can tell me something else, we're literally one of the few that are doing this format, but the same subject matter.
We're players in the locker room recording.
Yeah.
Talking about other leagues.
Yeah,
other
exactly.
players.
Yeah. And I have not seen any other show do that. This
nigga's tripping me out, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, he's just
yo,
he's just flirting with all the equipment.
He's very
he's half a paw
flirting
away
with all the equipment, bro.
from unplugging something.
he really is, bro. Like, for those who don't know, my dog Dutch, the black one that just strolled across the screen, if you can see it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's damn near deaf and blind. You know what I'm saying? He
damn near no, he's actually there. Yeah,
he's see now.
Bro, I don't know what be going on, but he be living his life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's taking chords down, but that's when he gets to take his time. His dog senses come back. But if he gets a little startled, he's bringing some shit down with him though.
When you forget about dogs, you forget they can get old, and
Right.
like they get like an old person.
Yeah,
like,
it's just she start doing goofy shit, and you're like,
Yeah.
God damn it, you're breaking things now.
yeah, he's breaking down.
Yeah, so it's like, he decided to just keep walking back and forth just now. That's what happened.
He don't even know I'm looking at him.
No, he's in his own world.
He probably can't even lick his balls anymore.
He don't know where they are.
Yeah, I don't know. They're gone.
Damn.
Oh, he has no nuts?
No nuts.
Nutless.
Oh.
Neutered gang.
Man.
Oh, so he's really he's
Yeah.
fried.
But that's pretty much how we got together, though. We're 8 weeks in at this point, and
Yeah.
Still building.
This is still building. This has become the most viewed show on the entire channel, and the clips from this show produce the most clips, and it's helped everything all around. We appreciate y'all that that even though y'all found this a podcast that talks about other podcasts, you're still consuming and enjoying the other content as well.
Mm-hmm.
That is more of us. You know what I'm saying? And it's less clickbaity. It's more of a quintessential podcast, is what you would call it. Essentially.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
You're buying in for that vibe.
So it's a sincere shout out to all of y'all who
For sure.
the likers, the dislikers, the subscribers, the bell ringers,
Yeah, for sure.
the commenters,
Speaking of
the
bell, hit
haters,
that bell.
the Reddit reposters,
The Reddit repost is amazing. Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, when you say it though, I do
the
think
donators.
it's mad relatable because it's like it's really just people fuck with it because it's like having a homie that you can talk to the podcast about that you fucking watch.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And people who have friend groups that listen to the same podcast, y'all, we've been doing this anyway.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, me and Lauren have been watching Brave Idiots.
For years.
Once we finish
Same.
watch, I'm telling him, go watch it if you haven't. Vice versa, and we both watching it. We're talking about it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Wax fucking
So
big
we-
white hoes this episode, nigga. Tune in.
We've been
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
It's lit, nigga. This episode is up, nigga, from start to finish. You ain't got to
Yeah.
skip nothing. There's no part you need to find. Hit play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we've been having that conversation with each other. We just never recorded that conversation. Why, I don't know. But it's just, everything happens for a reason, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
So the stars aligned perfectly.
The stars align perfectly. You know what I'm saying?
It just happened and formulated itself.
And now that got y'all Homeroom, the show Homeroom, that the podcast that talks about other podcasts.
So let's talk about some other podcasts.
Let's talk
Because there's some
about-
things going on. Who with Joe Budden and Gilly? This is an
Yes.
ongoing battle.
Yes. Ongoing battle, Joe Budden versus Gilly. They already been sending shots towards each other. The last shot I think there was the Joe Budden saying that your window is small in your primary bedroom.
Yeah, they're turning this into a saga, and thank God, because, you know, this is a podcast to talk about other podcasts, so we
Yeah.
need podcasts to do things to talk about other podcasts.
How
about.
man, yo,
Facts.
like let's be real. If they both had to fight,
Joe Budden.
Who's one? Joe Budden. I think he got.
He's in a different weight class. It's not even
Yeah, I was
fair.
going to say
cardio-
he got at least 50 pounds.
you
on
remember
him,
when
right?
he ran that
Probably
car
about
down?
4 inches.
You remember when he ran that car down because he has amazing cardio.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro.
You feel me?
No, that's a fact, bro.
He
Like,
wasn't even huffing and puffing. He's just chasing
And
teenagers.
he had a rock in his hand too,
He had,
didn't
he had a couple rocks that was tapping on the.
Yeah.
If you come back to my home, I will kill you. You
He
know
was
what I'm saying?
running
Like,
with 20 pounds on him.
Yeah.
Like at least 10 pounds in each hand. He's a phenomenal athlete.
I want to say Joe Budden too, but Gilly be hooping like, and Gilly.
It doesn't translate.
Well, wait. What I mean by that is when you talk about cardio, it does translate. If
Cardio,
you're talking about
it does.
cardio.
Yeah.
So if you're talking about being able to outlast a nigga, I think Gilly could outlast him.
Yeah.
I think Joe Budden could still win though.
How long is the average street fight? What's the duration? That's not.
That's true.
They're
30
not going
seconds.
12
30
rounds.
30
30.
seconds.
60
Yeah.
seconds.
30 seconds to a
30
minute.
seconds.
30 is a long time.
That's what I'm saying. 30
I
seconds
see.
to a minute. 30 seconds to a minute. That's true.
Assuming there's no.
a fair one, like a
Yeah.
fair one.
Yeah.
Assuming
yeah.
there's no security, no friends stepping in.
Okay, a fair one could last 60 seconds. I
At
say
most.
at most. I
Most,
say an
yeah.
average fair one is 60 to 90 at the most.
The
That's
only
no
way-
interference, no nothing.
The only way it lasts that long if like you have two like kind of trained fighters and like
That's
they
true.
can both go
That's
like
true.
they're both
Yeah,
patient.
that's
They're like
true.
nigga, fight.
That is they're really measuring the fight. Yeah, that's facts.
Or
Like,
niggas that have insane jaws.
Yeah.
Walking around
Pause,
the ring.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's crazy.
Wait, what?
Jesus.
Whoa, that was crazy.
I didn't even catch it. What's going on with
Don't worry about it.
What's it got to do with shark movies?
Don't worry about it.
It's just not a glass jaw is what I mean.
It was just the way you
Yeah.
said it.
yeah,
glass
yeah.
jaw.
Same
Pause.
jaws.
Yeah, as long as they
But-
don't get knocked out, they got strong jaws.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know,
But look,
it's factually true.
Yeah,
Joe
It's
Budden,
factually true.
he does have
You're not
like
talking
a,
about the ability to suck penis.
I'm mainly looking at his weight though.
Yeah.
His
yeah.
weight, he got him by
He got him.
at least by 40 pounds.
Yeah,
At
he got him.
least.
He got about a good amount.
like
at
when
least.
Yeah.
when a person like like crackheads can fly.
Yeah.
When they get off of crack, can they like kind of fly? You know what I mean? Because he was on angel dust, so
No.
I'm saying like
They can float.
does he still have his angel dust powers?
They
I
can
love out of
float.
everybody. Jay is the most consistent person that won't let Joe Budden forget he was on that dust.
Yeah, nah. He gives Joe Budden his halo every episode.
He does, bro. He does. Because he was on angel dust. You know,
Yeah.
this is self-admitted though. So
You
it's
know,
like,
it's self-admitted. It's like
He might not be able to fly, but he still has floating capabilities guaranteed.
Like
Yeah,
if you
'cause
jump
it's
off a
always-
building, he gonna glide.
it's always in you. You know what I'm
It
saying?
gets into your spinal fluid. It's just
yeah,
stuck
it's
in there.
always in you.
so he probably still got that strength.
Yeah. And we talked about who fights more. Fiends fight a lot. So
Yeah. And Gilly seems
Gilly's
more...
from Philly though.
Gilly seems
Gilly
more-
got hands, I'm sure.
He
too.
seems more like a shooter than a brawler.
Yeah, kind
I
of.
feel that. I feel that. Yeah.
But did y'all see in the comments somebody said Gilly used to box and his best friend was like
I
a
know, but Gilly
Golden
do got
Glove nigga?
hands.
His
Yeah.
best friend. Okay, so if you got to say his best friend was a Golden Gloves, that means he couldn't fight.
No, well that just means
No.
that
Why
close
you
to
bringing up
proximity.
your friend's
Nah, that
business?
means like because
Close
he was slapboxing
proximity.
this nigga every day. That's what it means.
I'll hoop and this nigga still ass.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm not gonna say ass. I'm not
But
gonna say
look,
ass.
but no, if you're like friends with Mike Tyson, like your best buddy is Mike Tyson, you probably know something. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Maybe.
You know how to not piss off Mike Tyson.
Nah, dog.
That is another good point.
You got to think about
You
it.
know
like,
the temperament of monsters.
You know when his elbow was flinching because he's thinking about hitting somebody's jaw.
Right.
but I feel like even just being around somebody that's good at something is going to make you good.
No,
It definitely will make you better than
Make
the
you better,
average,
yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, it'll make
I would
you,
say that, yeah.
like,
for
kind
sure.
of.
there's no amount of osmosis that can put me next to Michael Jackson and now I can moonwalk and hit high notes.
Well, nigga, we'll never know.
True.
Put
We'll
a
never
put
know.
a diaper on him. You might come out the grave, nigga.
I mean, he allegedly touched some kids and he didn't diddle no talent into them.
Yeah. Well,
We don't know
They
yet.
never had careers.
Yeah. They might be
Yeah.
talented as
They
hell.
could probably really sing.
I'd be fired.
We don't know. We'll never see it.
But,
It's like Lynn Bias.
but yeah, Joe Budden and Gilly.
Yeah.
Joe Budden and Gilly. I'm taking Joe. I'm
I'm
mainly
still
going,
taking Joe.
I'm going off height and weight.
12 rounds. You have $5K to bet. You're going with Joe Budden.
We don't even need 12. We just need
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll make it to the second round.
They
Yeah.
won't. They won't. It'll end in the
Yeah,
first.
yeah, I don't even
Yeah.
think they'll make it to. I think 2 is more
Now
than
that,
enough.
now that I'm thinking about it though, Gilly probably does have that energy and that stamina.
He's a
advantage.
feisty
So when
Yeah.
like we went from street
Yeah.
fight to 12 rounds with gloves. So 12 rounds with gloves, Gilly has a better chance of coming
He's
out
definitely
of
Well,
surviving.
that's
that. He
just
can
some-
win a few rounds.
That's just semantics. But you know what I mean? Like, it's just who.
Gilly's from Philadelphia. Like they love Rocky. They got that spirit of just keep getting up.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Gilly's just
you
gonna
better
keep
keep
getting
getting
punched
up.
in the face, and his eyes are gonna be just as bulged as they were before.
So because of Rocky, you think he's just going to get osmosis? That's not possible. You can't get osmosis from
I
being
mean, you said
around.
I'm just going off of your theory of life that if you
Okay.
just buy a nigga, you would just adapt to what he's able
Well,
to
I'm
do.
glad you know.
I ate
like
an
my
Asian
theory.
woman's pussy. I don't know how to use chopsticks.
Damn.
Well, the context of that is totally like,
Yeah, that's
you
a
know what I
different
mean?
type.
Osmosis. Are we talking about cellular growth and
I
development
mean,
or what, nigga?
You're not going to know how to stick to the shadows because you eat a pussy, nigga. Like, you're not going to become a ninja. Like, you think you're a shinobi now?
That's how you make it seem, nigga.
But
Should
nah,
have been
man.
throwing ninja stars out of the pussy.
But,
it
like-
would be funny to see that because they're both like 50, 40. That's why I
Yeah,
was just thinking
it would
like,
be.
if they really fought.
But Gilly finally
They're too old to fight.
did respond to Joe Budden, and his response was Gilly lost. Gilly lost, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because his next response was to do an interview with J.R. Smith and have J.R. Smith come on the $1 Million Worth of Game and talk about
Chatty
a
Patty
story. This is like a straight chat. It was low, man.
Yeah.
It was low in terms of just like podcast wars. It was like, first of all, I think it proved that Gilly really genuinely he hates Joe Budden. He hates him. Like
this is not wrestling.
This isn't entertainment. Even though we're looking at it that he don't like him as a person.
Right.
Human being, he don't like him. Because you only call somebody's J.R. Smith who hit Tahiri, who's Joe's ex-girlfriend and love of his life for like 10 years, to talk about a story.
Reality star co-host.
Yeah.
Right. Reality star co-host, love of
Yeah.
his life. I mean, this is a deep woman, your ex-wife essentially.
Alleged victim of abuse.
Right, like, so you call his ex-wife one of her side dudes or boyfriends to tell a story about how Joe Budden was stalking them. Newsflash, Gilly the Kid. All of us knew Joe Budden was a psycho.
We knew.
We knew that.
Yeah.
We knew that.
We
That's
were-
number one.
That's the most blaring thing that's prevalent about him.
Right. That's the part that we're tuning in for. We know it doesn't matter how calm he is for how long of a time period. There's going to be a couple wires that short circuit, and we're ready to watch.
How is that possible? How do you go lower and you still lose the battle?
That's crazy,
Like, isn't
right?
going lower just supposed to win?
Normally,
Like,
normally,
like,
but it's like,
you're more slimy.
Sometimes when you fight
Yeah.
fire with fire, you set yourself ablaze.
and I think that's what happened.
he ate
with
his
him.
tail. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
think
I mean,
that's what
it
happened with
proves that Joe got under his skin too.
Crazy,
crazy.
Yeah, crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like he was in his room running around, sitting on this couch and sitting on the bed over there, thinking about how I can get back at this nigga.
Yeah.
Right.
He was really punching in the air.
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah.
boom, got it. J.R. Smith. I know he glazed his girl.
And even
as
before,
he would say.
even before this whole J.R. Smith thing, because we'll jump into more detail. Remember, he had the video where he showed the room.
Yeah, I remember that.
That
Who,
was
Joe Budden
embar-
showed him the room?
No, that
Gilly
was
showed the $1 Million Worth of Game recording studio.
With
Bro.
the
It was
billion-
crazy.
Bro,
looking,
it was
bro.
embarrassing, bro.
It was our set, but with like 40 cameras staring at the pyramid.
No. Our set is better, bro.
No,
Our
no,
set-
no.
it was-
Our set meaning LOI, like just
Yeah.
our square.
It was
just
a
that
ti-
square, just that room space.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
a satirical looking podcast set.
It was
like
crazy.
how do you have 30,000 cameras and not have at least 40 cameras in the frame in this one, 70 cameras in this frame?
Right.
Like how are they all perfectly aligned? They just did sacred geometry.
And another
just to-
thing, damn, my bad.
You good, son?
But another thing, like they are small individuals. Because did you see that couch?
Yes.
Like when you watch it,
Wallow
it was
like 6 feet.
like you see how much space I have,
a
like
long
we
couch.
have.
Yeah,
You get what I'm
How
saying?
much volume we're taking up?
This
Like,
isn't just like I'm not just. This isn't for comfortability.
And
Like,
everybody over here is
why
over
they're
6.
on. That's why they're on the couch like this.
Yeah.
$1 million worth of game. Niggas is on them,
they
bro.
got they
You know
got
what I'm saying?
they got to talk in the mic.
Them
Like, they
niggas-
gotta,
Yeah, bro.
Hey,
Them niggas look chilly.
yeah.
You only have you only have 4 to go. You can't go left or right. And it
Yeah.
was just like
They got
Eskimo
campfire
brothers.
seating arrangements.
all the cameras look crazy. And honestly, just to throw this out there, in the midst of all this, I feel bad for Wallow because
Right.
I know Wallow wants nothing to do with this.
Nothing, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing
Ain't
on
no
any
way, bro.
none.
Yeah.
And I feel the worst for him because this is cousin. You got to ride with him. Like if Lauren jumps out the window, I'm riding with him publicly. But if he doesn't, I'm like, why the fuck would you
did
put
you
that
do that?
video
Yeah,
out? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Fact.
but I'm gonna ride with you publicly still. You know what I'm saying? But like,
You gonna comment, yeah, fire emojis.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
yeah.
like, yeah, fuck that nigga too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But like, it would have been so much better if they just never showed that set because that's
Yes.
such a nigga set, bro.
Whoa.
It's just
yeah,
basic.
bruh.
What if, like, when we break our fourth wall,
Yeah.
they just go like, "This is y'all. This is what
Yeah.
y'all working with."
But
And
that's
like,
that's even understand. That's
you know what I'm
fine
saying?
if you were to say
But
that.
that's
but it's
cool
like,
with us.
But that's cool
You
with
know
us
what I mean?
too.
because we would make $100,000 stretch way better than that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it looks good enough in here on the inside to where it's like you don't understand what's really going on, but you
Right.
can tell that we're serious about this. Like there's like
Yeah, yeah.
this green carpet right here. It's a different flavor of carpet over there.
Right,
it's a
right,
different
right.
wall over there. It's paintings. It's things going on. There's a nice feng shui.
It's a reason
Yeah.
that everything is. It's a reason everything is the way it is in this room, and you could tell niggas use the whole room.
yeah,
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
There's not
Like,
an inch of room not being used.
they have they're using every inch of their room over there. That's
for cameras.
And
half of it is
and they're
cameras.
still not maximizing the space because half of the room is filled with cameras on tripods.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We have camera, niggas in here.
Yeah.
Like, y'all know cameras. What cameras did y'all just see that you was like, oh, that's the X60? Like,
Okay, I don't know
Those
the
are all
Sony
better.
names.
There's some Sony ones in there for sure.
I did see.
Yeah, I definitely saw some decent cameras. Like I saw a lot of good cameras.
I saw a Sony V1.
Yeah, exactly. I saw
was in the
every.
back, though.
It looked like they literally bought every model of
Low
Sony
key.
camera.
Like,
That's
which
literally
one
what
of this is best?
It looked like they were like. It looked like if you wanted to go shopping for a Sony camera, that's where you go to test everything out.
Like they had a budget and they was like, let's just stock up.
Let's just get one of
They
everything.
probably just went to look at Netflix approved cameras and just bought a bunch of those.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks like they went to all the other podcast rooms and studios and bar stools and just bought their cameras for one shot real quick.
low key.
Stolen.
I don't know what his
They
mind.
went to the equipment closet.
Yeah.
What was his mindset behind this whole thing? Like what?
It was to say that it's a lot of money. It's expensive production.
That's right. That's
what
what
it
he
was.
said.
And
Expensive
Yeah.
production.
And even more than that, ever since this complex list, there's been a constant need to prove your positioning and what you do
Yeah.
behind the mic.
That's
So
true.
everybody's flexing their studio, everybody's showing their level of production.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about what they did first and who did it last and who biting who.
That is true. That is true. Yeah.
Which is what, Universal probably did the same thing to Disney Studios. Like, this probably
Right.
just happens.
Right,
But what's
yeah.
funny is Joe Budden's studio was so much more pimping.
so
much more, bro.
It's not even close.
He has designer couches.
Yes.
Like they're not
Yes, bro.
regular
Yeah.
couches. There's
They're-
like 𝙿𝙾𝚃𝚃 couch.
Right.
Like you
They're
got to
not-
get that shit made custom, low key. There's probably
Yeah.
50 of those. Like,
Yeah.
Literally.
They're not made in China, they're imported from Japan.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
There's
Right.
a
Right.
distinct difference.
Complete
Yeah.
difference.
For and it's like,
Yeah.
yeah. Why did he do that? Thinking that he was about to. We all see what Joe Budden is doing.
Joe Budden is in the sky.
We
Like,
see. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
Yeah.
we all saw that. You know what I'm saying? Why would you show us a ghetto podcast? No, because that's what he said. He was pretty much like the trap room or something.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
had
yeah.
some-
This is the trap or something like that.
sort of sentiment along the lines of, we have all this money stuffed into this shitty room with paper shades, but it's like
that's the other crazy part. Paper shades, my nigga.
I'm not even mad at the paper shades. I'm just mad that
I am.
you try to. We could do that more. So the effect that he was going for, stuffing $100,000 worth of equipment into a tiny room or a trapped out room, we can do that better than he can do that.
Exactly.
Because it's because where our level is, and even what we've turned this space in, he didn't even turn this ghetto space into anything creative at all.
Right.
Like if that whole room looked like a safari, I don't know, or looked like they were literally in the galaxy or some shit, we would commend you.
Right.
Or at least get 3 chairs and not one.
Right.
One
Stupid
futon.
One long ass futon.
They only
yeah.
have room for the futon because there's 30,000 cameras in there.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy that he thought that was the flex. That goes back to what I was saying. I think Gillie's funny, genuine funny. I think he thinks he's funnier than what he is because when he's your OG and he makes all these jokes, I'm gonna laugh so I don't get punched in the face. I think it's got that energy. You know what I'm saying?
It's not even punching in the face, it's just respect. It's like,
Right.
he's trying, he's trying
Yeah,
to
and it's
relate to
like,
the young
but if
buck.
we let's just strip this away from him. We're calling this corny. Whoever does this, it doesn't matter how important or what their gangster is or what their status is. Anybody that does this, you look kind of crazy because now nobody understands what you were going for.
Yeah, objectively speaking, that's holy cannoli level crazy.
Yeah. Like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I don't know why he did that, bro.
That's white girl crazy.
Yeah, right. So, but then going back to the whole J.R. Smith thing.
Just the story in general, like there's nothing surprising about Joe Budden stalking anybody.
Nah, it's not surprising at all.
Yeah.
Sometimes we talk about Joe Budden so
He's a
much on the
psychopath, man.
Sometimes we talk about Joe Budden so much on the podcast. I'm sleeping, I'm just hearing noises outside. I'm like, yo, something might be doing dust in my coat.
Yeah.
Man, we gotta let the dust jokes die.
Yeah.
He's not even doing it no more. One time I heard him say in an interview, he was like, I was 17 when I was an angel.
Oh, damn, really?
Yeah.
That's
Shit.
a beautiful way to put it.
That is. That's a dark angel. though.
You
A
can't
fallen
do that with
angel.
crack.
what?
I was on I was on that rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do that.
With coke, it's like I was on that white girl. I touched some snow back in the day.
True.
Yeah, you can do
say,
it.
You can say it cool.
Yeah, it depends.
But Angie Martinez got the crack line off of her book.
Yeah, that is. Wait, she took it out of a book?
No. She got it off, as in like everybody did crack. It was socially acceptable back then.
I heard her say in an interview that crack was casual when it first hit.
Exactly.
It was just a new drug.
It wasn't a fiend thing.
Yeah.
It was just like niggas sparking a blunt.
Because at first, inflation didn't hit yet, so you didn't have to like steal your niece's couch.
Yeah, you weren't pawning things all day yet.
Yeah.
So it was just like you still held a full-time job, but you hit a crack. You want to party a little bit.
I wish I was born. It's like I would have been selling crack.
You would be. I was watching New Jack City ass.
I was watching bro. Well, no. I was watching Miss Pat. She's a comedian. And she was talking to Joey Diaz. She was like, man, at
Them
15,
two together, damn.
At 15, I was making $10K a day. I was running my block.
Facts.
15 years old, had 8 cars.
Yeah,
I would have been selling crack.
Yeah, that's a fact though.
The things I think about now,
bro. It's really when you hear about how
outside.
crack was in the '80s, for the dealer's perspective.
Yeah.
How do you? It's so crazy. How do I not do this?
Yeah.
Like
it's
the
only
dude I
thing
went to
that
high
makes
school with. He was the valedictorian. Now has 4 Beamers.
Exactly.
And stopped coming to school.
Right.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a choice that's better than what I'm doing in this school.
Yeah, that's
you know
true.
what I'm saying? It's like, damn, bro. Like
But
everybody.
the problem is that eventually the IRS is going to be like, hey,
That's their last line of defense.
we see you out here making money.
Yeah,
And
that's
you
true.
have no legal backing on how you're getting this funding.
If you were genuinely one of the smart people, even early back in the day, to like literally just stack it and just vanish, then you were good. But most people were buying nigga shit.
Yeah, and then if you're getting it that young too, it's like, how can you not flex? Like,
It's impossible. I
You know
don't
what I'm saying?
even think that part of your brain is wired yet to be that financially stable when you're making $10K a day. It's impossible to maintain the same lifestyle.
yeah, you got to grow up like real hard. Something crazy has to happen to you to get to wire that early.
Yeah, it was niggas 14 years old making thousands of dollars a week.
Yeah, a day.
Paying their mom's rent.
Yes.
That's what Gilly raps about. That's all his raps.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, Gilly really took the L, and
What is
such
it
a
with,
low blow.
What is it with Philly rappers losing in battles? Because in Philly, battle rap is such a cultural.
Lord, that hurt to hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
It did. That hurt to hear because
It's so ingrained into the culture that like it's a beef city. It's called brotherly love, but them just be warm with each other all the time. So from a young age, they're trained for battle, and then me go at Drake, flop. Gilly go with Joe, flop.
Cassidy always losing.
Beanie held us
get
down.
a win.
Beanie held us down though. Beanie held us down. Beanie was beating everything.
Beanie went outside eventually though.
Eventually, but
When he got mad
AR-Ab.
at Meek Mill for not being able to get.
AR-Ab, he was bodying shit for a long time. Reed Dollars was.
Well, no, I
But
say
he-
them
but-
because he was snitching on
Yeah,
himself.
he
all
was.
this.
He was.
All the time.
I was gonna
Isn't
say,
he
he-
locked up?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
locked up.
yeah, you
He's
gotta
got
take
like
his shit
30,
away.
40 years, yeah.
What's that one battle rapper?
I seen him
Freeway?
do it.
Free Wave.
Freeway.
Well, that was Freeway. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Will Smith slapping.
okay, actually, what I will say though,
And Philly lost to Celtics.
they did.
Will Smith lost a beef with Chris Rock. Well, niggas from Philly don't win public beefs.
It's a Liberty Bell curse, man.
Give me one. Somebody say something.
We got our
this
Super
is
Bowl
yo.
though. We got our Super Bowl though.
This is your hometown.
We got our Super Bowl though. But you know what I think? The Rocky movie might have been detrimental in that aspect because the Rocky movie was all about taking a loss honorably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
This is an Andrew Schultz take. He talked about it.
I think that as a city, we adopted as long as you take your loss honorably, you're not taking a loss, you're taking a lesson.
Because you got heart.
Because we got heart. We had heart up until the very end.
Yeah.
Respect the process or follow the process. You know what I'm saying? The process is going to start back over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's all about being a dog. It ain't about the championship.
Yeah, fuck results.
yeah.
Yeah.
Niggas killing Philly right now.
Hey, y'all did it to yourselves.
Accolades. Who need
Y'all
an
are killing
accolade?
Philly.
nigga?
God, I'm hurt right now. And I can't even just like,
That is true.
I
Like,
can't immediately just like be like, fuck out of here. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Because if I'm really looking at it objectively, I feel like even at a young age, I feel like even if I took an L, as long as I dogged it out through the L, I didn't take an L. It's just that's how I feel in life still. You know what I'm saying?
And you're right, but you still losing eventually.
Still
So
lost.
you
Now-
still collecting those.
I will say that Philly be having like goofy ways of going out bad. Like Like when we take our L, like all the L's aren't honorable L's. Rocky only showed his honorable L's, but like some of the L's that we'll take will be like Gilly doing goofy shit like this.
Yeah.
It'll be Meek Mill dropping that weak ass diss track to Drake. It'll be AR Apps snitching on himself. It'd be like when you finally certain L's when you be seeing them, you be like, God damn, nigga, you did what? You know what I'm saying? Like,
did y'all care when Kevin Hart got extorted?
That wasn't too bad.
Was that like Philly again?
Well, how did he get extorted?
When he was with his girl, you talking about?
When he got
the threesome
I
thing?
believe he was cheating and the girl recorded it.
Yeah.
Held it over his head.
Nah, that wasn't no bad.
crazy.
But yeah, that wasn't because that was just scandalous bitches. You know,
But
that
he
could
was
happen in
also
any city.
slipping, and he's a Philly nigga. Philly niggas not
That's
supposed
true.
to slip.
He lost a
bananas.
beef with a gold digger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
With an
yeah.
opportunist.
Yeah, that's true.
A
That's
whore
true.
for sure.
There is not a lot of good representation in Philly because even if you look at, look at Philly,
No,
look
I
at
can't.
Philly.
No,
Nah,
I can't stand on that though. I
It's
can't
not-
stand
go-
on
Not
that.
that. I know what
go-
it is, bro.
go to Philly news, nigga. I promise you're just gonna see a lot of turmoil.
It's bad
a
right
lot
now.
of-
I'm in the Philly
yeah.
Reddits. It's treacherous in Philly right now. Like, and let me just throw this out there. I did not grow up in the city. I grew up in King of Prussia, right outside. Both my parents are from there. You know, weekends in Philly. So
Philly adjacent.
yeah, I cannot relate to bullets coming down my block. I'm sorry, I can't. And I'm not even gonna attempt like I can. You know what I'm saying? But
That camera's on, right?
yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
really bad in Philly right now. It's really bad. I mean, these young kids are like busting each other's heads open, bruh.
Yeah.
Daily. Nobody caring. Like, I've watched just arrest videos. Niggas is just getting handcuffed, cracking jokes to the block like, they got me, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be
Yeah.
back tomorrow. Tell my girl, you know what I'm saying? We got food on the stove right now. Somebody cut the stove off. Like this is, it's like, it's
Shit, we in the middle of this 2K game.
yeah, it's performative. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
a regular
Like,
day.
Yeah, it's too regular. The way that the violence is right now.
But that's where it comes into taking your L. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, out there, yo, they got me. I mean,
Right, yeah,
Talking about,
yeah.
yo, I'm gonna be back though.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
feel
be
me?
back though for sure.
Yeah.
They can't keep me down.
yeah,
What it is Philly is a very prideful city.
for sure.
And they have like the highest standards for themselves. So that's why
We
when
do,
they take
yeah.
an L, it looks really crazy.
That's true.
That's what it is. It's like the gap between taking that major of an L and having that high of a
And I
standard.
will
It's
say
like,
one
yeah.
thing about Philly, and it's represented in the sports. When it comes to, we won't blindly ride for you. We're not
No,
doing
you
that.
got it, yeah.
We're not doing
Yeah.
that. We are not doing. Like, I don't care how many L's we take. If you fucking sucked, we're gonna tell you you fucking sucked.
In anything.
In anything.
Like
Meek
even-
Mill, you were trash in the back-to-back the Drake beef. You suck. AR Ab, why the hell did you do like? The Flyers are losing, we're booing you. The Eagles are losing, we're booing you. And you're at a home game. We don't give a fuck, nigga. You suck right now. Like,
Yeah.
What do you think that is? Do you think that's just projecting because, you know, the citizens of Philly on an everyday basis take so many L's that they act like they
just-
enjoy.
Niggas going crazy.
They get off on seeing other Philadelphians take L's.
They're like,
no, I
You
think
a
it's-
loser like
I
me.
think it's more of
they're like Tony. They're like black women, you know, hard on the outside, soft on the inside. You just got to crack that shell to get into them. You feel me? Like even
Crack
Patrice,
it like the Liberty Bell.
like even Patrice, he was talking about like if you are in comedy and you have Philly on your side, you'll always eat forever. Like they're just one of those odd. They're hard to turn
Right.
over.
Right,
They're just
yeah.
Hard-headed, belligerent.
once we get you, we got you though. You know,
Yeah.
like once you've gotten us, we're here for you.
Yeah.
But we'll show up whether you suck or you're not, and we'll make sure you tell you where are you killing it or you're not killing it. Because it's like that's always the funniest thing, and that's something that's always been like so normal. Like a diehard Eagles fan, diehard Phillies fan, diehard Flyer fan, literally shitting on your team worse than anything else. Like hearing my team getting booed at a home game, I thought that was regular. I thought that was in every city. It's not in
Yeah.
every city. Like I was like, oh, this is different. I didn't realize, yeah, you're supposed to shit on your team. Like that's how I'm programmed. You shit on your team when they suck. You know what I'm saying? That is not like that. Because I've just seen like other home games and even like basketball, Duke or Carolina, it's like they'll just get quiet. But they'll never start booing Duke because they're losing. They just
Never.
get,
I
it
wonder-
just gets quiet though.
It's their team.
And when's
Yeah.
the last time y'all won a championship in NBA? Like never. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even remember.
Like it's probably
The city be so electric, bro. When there's like a playoff, when we have a team in the
Yeah.
playoffs, nigga, it's electric in the city, bro.
I like Philly though. I've been there once.
Bro,
it's a
when-
beautiful city. If it
I would-
wasn't
I'll literally never forget when there's certain sports players that came to the city and just had it so fucking lit. Oh my God. It was just like, you have to live here to understand what's happening, nigga. Every corner is lit. When AI was going against Kobe in that series, nigga, the city was on fire for like 14 days straight. Like, lit, bruh. Not only that, Allen Iverson's cousins go to my high school. You know what I'm saying? These niggas are driving Escalades on 22s. It's just like, everything is so real right now. Like,
somebody's finally winning around this motherfucker.
Like, not only is he crossing niggas up, his cousin is pulling up with the fucking burgundy Lexus and the navy blue Lexus to school. Crazy. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Donovan McNabb, Terrell Owens, Brian Dawkins. That we go into the Super Bowl and lose to the Patriots. But like, these superstars are going crazy all season. That's why I know that last season with Jalen Hurts, I know the city was crazy. Yeah. Crazy the whole season. I knew it was crazy.
They was flying like crackheads.
Oh my God, bro. Going completely insane.
Yeah, like with NC, if Duke wins a game, Durham is shut down.
Yeah.
Like, don't think you're going anywhere. No. Like, you're not driving.
Yeah.
Like,
and every game
crazy.
And it's such a beautiful mix of demographics because you get the preppy white people that go to Duke
that are drunk,
and the ghetto Durham niggas that live in Durham.
Yeah,
right.
They
facts.
mix in, they mingle.
They go to the same gas stations.
Well, the funniest thing about Duke and Carolina that people don't understand unless they live in this area is that most of the country is waiting for the championship game or the playoffs to get lit like this. No, these niggas see each other how many times per season? It's a championship every time they see each other. Every time they see each other, it's a champion. It's championship energy in the city. Like, things are selling out, things are shut down, the hotels are booked. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
it's triple overtime in this fourth quarter.
Every time. So it's like, that's the crazy thing about living here is the college sports between Duke and Carolina. They can see each other 2-3 times in regular season, and it is sickening. Like,
and state get crazy too.
And state gets crazy too.
Crazy too.
So that's the crazy thing about living here compared to like Philly. We just had the major teams, but down here the college team. But after I saw how people act with Duke and Carolina, I've made a vow that I'd never pick a team.
Yeah,
I never. I won't. I refuse to.
You too, Philly. You just want to see everybody lose.
Yeah, and
Fuck them all.
Yeah, bro. Like, once I saw the level of dedication, I was like, oh, nah. And in my mind, I was pretty ignorant, and I still am. I'm like, I'm about to be dedicated to no college team. These niggas don't even play for the school for more than 3 years. You know what I'm saying? The fuck am I about to be so dedicated for them for?
You just gonna book.
You know
go
what I'm
and
saying?
leave me. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow the pros because these niggas, at least I can expect them to be around for a while, unless they're one of those that keeps getting traded. But most people kind of find a home for 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something like that. But
yeah, that's crazy, man. Like,
Gilly the kid, baby.
Gilly the L. Gilly, you lost, bro.
There's no winning.
You lost that.
I said it last episode.
No, Gilly can't lose.
There's no winning a beef with Joe Budden.
There isn't.
It's impossible.
That's because Joe's been to the bottom every time.
Well,
it's because
Drake.
If Joe Budden, hold on. If Joe Budden,
Drake had Joe Budden running in the street with a dirty tank top and a rock in his hand.
That's a fact.
Like, that's what Drake did,
bro. And then and on top of that, Joe Budden dropped 3 disses to Drake's 1 sub,
and he didn't even respond to that.
And he barely didn't even respond to that. Like, so it's like
he never addressed him formally.
So when does the next Joe Budden podcast come out?
Tuesday.
Wednesday. Okay. Because today dropped.
Yeah, the one Saturday, Wednesday and Saturday, not Patreon.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm hoping on Wednesday.
I hope he responds.
I hope he responds, and we can telegraph his response because this will drop on Wednesday too. But I hope he leans into how crazy he is. I hope he gives us 20 minutes of stories of crazy things he did to Tahiri. That's what I hope for. I hope Tahiri comes with him, and they literally have a 2-hour podcast joking about the crazy they did back and forth to each other.
Treat it like a Love and Hip Hop reunion special.
That's what I hope they do, because then that will crush Gilly. See, I'm even giving. I hated what Gilly response so much. I'm trying to give tips on how to crush him, how to crush Gilly totally.
See, a Philly nigga hating on another Philly nigga. He can't get it out of his system.
Somebody's got to get hated on.
That's what those people do, Tommy.
City of brotherly love, baby.
That's what those people do.
Somebody go catch this L.
City of brotherly L's.
Right. Yeah, literally, yeah.
But I don't.
But that would be the most amazing response. And then y'all know how Joe is with Tahiri. Like, I don't think they're not beefing. I'm almost
there's no
sure.
bad blood.
I think the only way that Tahiri wouldn't show up for Joe to this day is if she was pregnant and engaged to a man right now. Like, that's the only way she wouldn't stroll onto the show. Outside of that, I don't see it. It's not outlandish at all for her to just show up at the next episode.
Just chop it up. Like, tell them that one time that you found me under your bed.
Yeah, literally, yeah. And then she'll be like, no, but what about this time that you did this? They'll be like, oh, yeah, tell them. Like, bro, it would be crazy if they just did that the whole time. And for the whole 2-hour podcast, his co-host just clowned how crazy he was over her.
They might fall back in love.
They might fall back in love just talking about the crazy stories. Yo, that's the craziest thing because it's like, we can almost refer to Tahiri as Joe's ex-wife, right? That's as fair as hell as it gets, right? Bro, there's nothing that like, that's why you're not supposed to marry with like a married woman because the husband's level of like dedication, the lengths that he's willing to go, is normally deeper than that you would for like if you were just a boyfriend. Like, this is your wife, the person you're supposed to be protecting for a lifetime. Yeah. If she gets disrespected in any way, you have to jump out the window, like whether it be legally or illegally.
You're on call.
You're on call to get it cracking. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't get it cracking, your relationship is in jeopardy now.
Yeah.
You
It's
just
fragile
smack
now.
Chris Rock on stage.
Now.
Yeah, so it's like, that's why you don't mess with a dude who's married. Like, I'll fuck your girlfriend. But if you're married, all of a sudden death is a possibility. I feel like if he finds out, he might kill me because I don't know what level he's willing to go to. Now, boyfriends might kill you too, but a husband, I feel like the odds is even higher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, white boyfriend probably kill you.
Yeah.
No.
Black husband to kill you.
No. A white boyfriend might kill the girl.
Yeah, literally. That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about him killing me. A black dude.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like black dudes would try to kill you over what the girl did.
If they catch you.
If they catch you, but women cheating, you got to be careful with them. Women get caught on purpose while they're cheating. Like,
they do. They get caught on purpose
like
to upset the husband and shit like that.
Yeah, so it's like, there's not too many cheating women.
I stopped fucking with a bitch because of that.
Yeah, it's like
because of
she kept trying to get y'all cut
Nah,
up?
because she told me that she told her ex-husband about shit when they were like working shit out or whatever. It wasn't even ex-husband. They were like estranged or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like she was like telling the nigga that like she fuck. I'm like, what the fuck is your problem, yo?
And
like,
not only tell them, show you a social media, do the whole thing. Like, well, since we're being clean, let me tell you, during our 1-year break, I fucked these 3 guys and had relationships, and show you their social media. Now this nigga got the nerve to hit you up. Or follow you, or start looking at your stories.
Be in your bushes, under your bed.
Shit like that. Like, now you putting his life at risk now. Because if this nigga shows up here, we're not talking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason for you to be here. You know what I'm saying? So
she not here, nigga.
Yeah, but she does shit. Like, women do shit like that. Like,
facts.
They'll cheat just so they can tell their boyfriend, and then they enjoy watching 2 men
fight over them.
Fight over you.
Yeah, and that's not happening with me.
Winner take all, yeah. You're gonna be a widow out here fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to fight this nigga. What? You show up at this house, it's click clack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fuck that. You know?
Can't be that possessive over anything.
No, nothing,
you know
bro. That's crazy. But that's how I think Joe Budden can respond. And honestly, I hope I pray he takes that angle.
I think he's gonna take like the boastful white man angle. Like, Gilly.
He's gonna put his Amiri hat on.
Yeah.
He's gonna get deep into that Japanese style couch.
A Japanese tailored suit, all that nice thing. Yeah.
He gonna be sitting Indian style.
Yeah.
And he might even start the episode back like behind the set. You see, like,
right.
Like, this is what it's supposed to look like type shit.
Yeah, and we'll know what energy he's on based off the music intro, which is like one of the best parts about the Joe Budden podcast is that you can get the music intro where you know where his energy's at. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Waka Flocka, like Gucci Mane, some dangerous music. Like, you already know the tone.
I know it's on. It's lit.
Know the tone.
It's lit. This is about to be crazy. I don't know when it's coming, but it's up.
But if he starts off with like some smooth, like
if he starts off with like
Rory,
like some Sade or Anita Baker, it's
Roy
over
Ayers or something.
It's over for you. Roy Aker. Oh, Roy
Ayers.
Ayers.
Yeah,
Ayers,
Roy Ayers. Like some real groovy, you know what I mean? It's like kind of builds up to like real music.
Yeah. Like a fucking 7.5 minute song.
Yeah.
This the problem with you niggas. You're not cultured.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. I hope he takes that high end approach on Wednesday and just like and still talks about his crazy moments, but just like on some player shit. Like we've all been there before. Yeah. Even though none of us, I haven't been there, but it'll sound so smooth. It'll sound like some shit I would do or consider now. And
then like you know you got to think about his co-host. So he's doing that, and his co-host is just quiet, like yes, he's talking. Like, you know how they are when he start going. It's like they quiet as a mouse.
Right.
Quiet as a dangerous.
Prop his microphone up. I'm like, hey, nigga.
Yeah, they move the mics out the way. They're like, oh, why talk? Like, they know.
Why talk? The paycheck will be the same.
Yeah. Play your role.
We've already had an agreement. There was nothing about minutes talked in this contract.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was just about attendance.
Yeah, they know how Rory and Maul left. They gonna play their part, right?
right.
They know what's good for them.
That's the funniest shit about Joe is when he said, "I called my last friends and between Ice and Ish." He said, if it don't work out with these niggas, I'm out of friends. Like,
That shit he did say that shit.
When he said that shit, it had me crying, bro. Yeah. But how do you beat a nigga like this?
Yeah, you can't, bro.
Because Joe won't accept defeat.
He won't, bro.
He will just pop up on camera with the same staff and talk to himself and have a 5-person conversation.
Facts.
He don't care, bro. So you can't beat somebody who's willing to stoop. That's his level of low.
Yeah.
I'll lose it all and still won't shut the fuck up.
He's vigilant.
Yeah, bro.
At the end of the day, this is the Joe Budden podcast.
Yeah.
As long as he's here, the show is going on.
No
matter if there's cast of characters around him, no matter if he has people to pass to.
He's gonna get it done.
You know, this conversation hilarious because it made me think about a nigga in our comments who was just like, the Joe Vengers are back at it again. Like,
I saw that. I forgot about that comment. Yeah, facts. Facts, bro.
The Joe Vengers.
He's too good. And this the thing, is like, the thing that he's so good about, it's like the fact that the nigga's crazy. Nobody can, that's why we can talk so highly, because you really can't beat crazy. You can't. You have to bankrupt crazy.
He's the
ultimate. But crazy can still continue.
Yeah.
He could be broke down bad and go back to holy white beaters. Yeah. He's still gonna deliver.
It just makes him that much more polarizing.
It makes it. It might make it even better. You know what I'm saying? Like the worse he's doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Gilly, give it up. It's time to start playing the Joe Budden doesn't exist card. Because if you keep going back and forth, your track record so far, you are 0-2.
Do you think
you're 0-3 kind of?
Yeah. Do you think he got niggas like behind him, like Gilly, niggas telling him that he's taking an L right now?
No, because he's the OG, bro. He's the OG.
Well, Wallow could talk to him like that.
Wallow can. That brings me to a good point.
I don't know about that.
These niggas battling to see who's the best bald broadcaster.
That brings me to a great point because Wallow's really been telling us the truth the whole time. You know, he be joking with Gilly. You know, no, my cousin really can't rap. Like, he's really trash. Like, he was all right. Like, he had a couple of, you know, he can't really jump like that. You know, he been telling us the truth. He been telling us, like, this is how Gilly is. And we're kind of seeing Gilly's true colors in this exchange right now and how bad he's going out. And then I look at Wallow's face during the J.R. Smith interview, and he's just like, oh, we're doing, like, low frequency today? Okay.
Like this JR, he left the NBA to go to A&T to play golf, and y'all talking about that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like,
that was another thing.
I
was about to ask you that because I'm like,
I wasn't there.
I know JR is a legend or he's a champion. I don't know if he's a legend, but I know he's a champion.
Yeah, he's a champion.
But it's like he's not playing in the NBA, right? If I'm being
no.
What the fuck has he been doing? Like, why would we be calling J.R. Smith? Like,
he's golfing and going on podcasts, and I believe he has a podcast with 𝙼𝙾𝚃.
Word.
Yeah.
I fuck with Iman.
Iman is good on camera. He's
Iman is great on camera.
Yeah.
And so J.R. Smith is the other person on that pod?
I didn't know that.
J.R. Smith and 𝙼𝙃 have a podcast together, and he's an immaculate storyteller. But I will say, I haven't watched their podcast.
Okay.
I've only seen YouTube shorts of them clipping together and him telling the story.
It's like Iman.
So
I don't know if it's like he's just flowing like that or if it's a little editing, but regardless, he's still saying it.
Right. talking about JR, right?
Iman amongst men.
Iman.
Yeah, Iman amongst men is the name of the pod. I didn't know JR was what you call it, but I didn't know JR
He
was
might be
on.
on it. No.
Is he a host? Is that what it says?
I don't think he is.
Okay.
He's definitely
But-
been on that end.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen it.
Because I know the pod, but I don't think he's a host. But I mean, I might be wrong. We can find it in a second.
Yeah, we'll find. But yeah, it's just like, why are we calling J.R. Smith?
Yeah.
That's when it really got just like, he's not doing nothing that he's there to promote.
It's like, where's Ja?
Imagine literally pulling up
Yeah.
to tell a story about a chick you used to hit. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. J.R. Smith took an L in this too.
And she's not even like Beyonce or like Keke Palmer, nigga. She's like, what does she do again? Act, music,
Tahiri?
Tahiri.
Tahiri.
She's a Dominican girl with a fat ass.
That is.
Can we Google search her, please?
She's a famous reality TV star.
Reality TV star.
Usher-
I believe she was making music at one point. She's an
I
artist.
think she was a bartender too. She was a poppin' bartender, which is Joe Budden's
It's a style.
steez. You know what I'm saying? But
He likes low down, dirty.
Made famous by Joe Budden by being in a relationship with her and being a star.
And being insane herself in some regards.
Essentially, yeah.
And having that fat ass.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Okay. I remember her.
The way you said okay.
That's made for TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had to give her something.
But
They need to put 30 of them cameras they got in Barstool.
even this
on them.
even the J.R. Smith and Tahiri story is old as hell. Like
It is, yeah.
that's
a nice
old
photo.
as hell. Like
It's not even relevant no
that's
more.
5+ years ago.
Yeah.
That's at least 5 years, maybe more. So it was like, that's crazy. Like,
She got some ass.
he must really be friends with Gillie. But even if I was really friends with you and that's what you wanted me to pull up for,
That might not have been the guys that they put it under. They might have been like, hey, JR, come and talk some shit, even though secretly we really want to ask you about this, and we're going to get to that
Gillie.
for sure.
I mean Gillie.
Gillie.
Wallow
Yeah.
was not part of this.
Wallow probably tried to bring up, like, I raped in prison.
Yeah. It just wasn't like a righteous thing.
Yeah.
It just wasn't like a righteous
It's a
thing,
new
you know what
low.
I mean?
And Gillie is normally in a position
Well,
to where he's just giving advice to young bulls. So
Right.
it's like it's normally a more positive frequency that they be channeling, especially
Yeah.
with Wallow. This nigga running up in the rain, butt-ass naked, trying to get you to get off your ass.
Because
Yeah.
truthfully, the
Yeah,
nature of
running
their
in the beat.
podcast, that's not even a pod to do that on. Like, it's called $1 Million Worth of Game.
It's not a podcast for petty beef.
It's
That
not.
was $1 million worth of gossip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. That was bad. It was that was bad.
It was nasty.
It was nasty work.
nasty work.
Nasty work. Why did you show up, JR? Because now you look kind of crazy too.
He had nothing better to do.
Well, I didn't listen to the pod, so he might have been there. Like you said, he's going on circuits right now, doing a
No.
bunch of different pods.
No.
I just see him on podcasts on occasion, like every now
Yeah, on
and
a
then.
cake, but he don't have nothing consistent. He's redirecting us to.
Yeah.
Oh,
He just
so
showed up.
there was nothing there that was. Was it
I didn't
like
watch, to be fair, I didn't watch the whole thing.
was it like an
Let me be
interview
real.
with him? It was like
It was
supposed to be-
it was an episode of
His
him.
interview?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it's like, so to be fair, I don't know if you're promoting anything. You might have been promoting something. Please tell us in the comments if he was promoting something.
Yeah.
But either way, the fact that this story came out and you blended it with whatever you're promoting, you still took the L. So
And
it's still
he just might be a victim of this. The one salacious thing that I said is what got blown up and what got picked up by the blogs and what became a hot
Exactly.
topic.
Yeah.
Well, Gilly
He
was
probably
the one
went
who
on
kinda,
there
Go
and
ahead.
told a bunch of stories about LeBron and like little
True.
nuanced things and intricate, real good conversations.
Yeah.
And that's what we care about.
But Gilly was the one who led it too.
Yeah, Gillie led that though.
You know,
and,
Yeah.
and tagged Joe in the comments, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, he tagged him.
He tagged him on Instagram. So he knew he was talking directly about him. Because JR's story didn't say Joe Budden,
Yeah, he never said Joe Budden's name.
but he
no.
tagged him in there so we all know what he was talking about.
so and that's another reason that leads me to believe that J.R. Smith didn't go up on there with the intentions of let me just tell him how I glazed this bitch.
You know what it
Yeah.
was? You know what it was? It was probably like this. I start beefing with a dude, and then I call Lauren. I ain't talked to him in a month, and he's like, "Yo, I saw you going back and forth with that nigga." Or I'm like, or I tell him, "Yeah, I'm not going back and forth with this nigga. You been seeing that shit?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Hell yeah, bro. You remember I was fucking his girl back in the day?" And it's like, Gillie was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You want to come on the podcast?" That's like that's how I'm thinking it might have came up. You know what I'm
He
saying?
treated it like he fucked his girl.
Right.
Like I get, like it's kind of weird to see like who be hanging out with each other like outside of cameras. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Denzel might be cool friends with fucking iCarly. Like,
Yeah, right,
saying, who
right,
knows? You
right,
know,
right,
maybe.
right.
But
The off camera connection.
the like Gilly, he knew what he was doing. Like
Yeah.
nothing was an accident.
Correct.
Like JR didn't have to remind him
Exactly.
that
Exactly.
because it's a known thing.
He really thought he was about to put the nail in the coffin on this one.
Especially because he's in that industry, entertainment. Like everybody knows everybody's business. Like,
exactly. And
to a
I'm sure
certain
everybody
degree.
knew this. Everybody knew this story.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
And,
reaching.
I mean, we even heard the story. We just didn't know it was J.R. Smith probably. But who cares? Who cares? We know this nigga's crazy.
Yeah, and the so-and-so fucked your girl accusation, it only affects you if you still with her. This is the thing that he's been done with.
Nigga, Paul Gasol probably got up in that pussy. Who cares? Yeah, like nigga. Legends.
Yeah, bro. And Wallow is stuck being subjected to this nigga shit, essentially. I feel bad for Wallow. You think Wallow should start his own show?
He does his own YouTube channel.
Oh, he does? Okay.
He does his own interviews on occasion.
Okay.
He's set up different.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
He's already taken account that his cousin might just be willing to bring things down.
Yeah.
Not staying no busy.
He
Yeah.
might be ready.
He might just be ready.
Gilly's more Philly than Wallow.
Way more. But Wallow
But then at the
also,
same time, Wallow took an L of 20 years in prison.
exactly. Wallow has the better motivation than any of us. Like, he literally knows how bad it can be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you beat that? There's nothing you can convince me to do that would trick me out of my position
because of how much better this
life.
is.
In life, because I did 20 already. I lost my entire life. He's just now living for real.
Yeah.
That's why he loves it so much.
Yeah, so there's literally nothing you could do to trick him out of position. Like,
And before he was in prison, he was living in Philly.
yeah, but he was doing the shit that got him to 20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I'm
so-
saying living in Philly is his own thing.
Oh, yeah. But,
Y'all heard that story about when Kevin Hart was walking with his mom and a dude came up to rob her and she was like, I don't got no money. And he was like, he snatched his purse anyway. He
Yeah.
opened that shit and threw it back and it was like, broke bitch.
yeah.
He was mad.
Yeah. That is Philly. That is Philly for sure. But,
Trying to rob
you
you,
know,
call you
I
Bitch,
hope-
you broke the rob.
Wallow, talk to your cousin. Get him to just stop.
Yeah.
He has to act like Joe Budden doesn't exist. Unless they're gonna drop diss records. I'm here for a diss record. Because honestly,
I think that's what it's got. And it shouldn't be serious. Like if Gilly drops a diss record.
yeah, somebody has to remind him it's 2023
Yeah.
and the best troll wins, not the most gangster.
Yeah.
I'm scared to hear Gilly rap right now. I don't know
Me
if
too.
that's...
Because I don't remember the last song I listened of Gilly's.
I saw him do a little freestyle thing on who went up there? One of the producers. Shit, I can't even remember. One of the producers, one of the major producers went up there and made a beat and Gilly freestyled on it.
Timberland, Swiss Beats.
Nah, it wasn't.
Kenny Beats.
like a famous producer?
Yeah.
Shit,
yeah.
I don't know.
It was
Jacob.
shit.
Swiss
nah,
Beats?
Nah,
DJ
it wasn't
Jazzy
like one.
Jeff.
It wasn't one from his era. It was one of the younger ones.
Metro. Metro.
Kenny
Metro.
Beats?
It was Metro.
Metro. I remember that.
It was Metro.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to it though.
Yeah.
Or I don't remember the bars from it.
It wasn't crazy,
They
but it
weren't
wasn't bad though.
They weren't spectacular.
They weren't spectacular.
They said it was about 2 fingers of death.
Right. But I guess that's really. I mean, is there anything else about Gillie and Wallow?
Nah, man, ain't nothing else about that.
Not Gillie and Wallow. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, they got the perfect shaved heads.
Yeah.
Battling for the best bald broadcaster.
Yeah.
Oh, Rory and Maul got new updates.
Yep.
New upgrades. Have y'all seen it?
They got new upgrades.
I haven't seen it. Can we pull it up?
Yes.
I haven't seen what their new studio looks like, but I heard it's a lot more lavish. Joe Budden put that spark in them.
Yeah, he did. And that was one of the things that I was thinking as well, too. I was like, is there a way to recover when somebody shits on your quality and then you upgrade it on the next episode?
Because there's two ways to go. You can either double down and be like, I like smelling bad, I'm not going to use no deodorant.
Right. Yeah.
Or you can kind
Or
of
you
take
upgrade.
the L and go get some deodorant after you
Yeah.
got roasted for not having it.
Right.
And can we go?
You type roping for real.
Go to their YouTube, I would say.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Because you're essentially validating this point.
Exactly. That's pretty much what I was saying. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, but of course, on the podcast episode, they were like, this is a spot we've been working on for a long time.
And they have said that, and that's believable.
And I believe
I
that
can
too.
believe that.
I believe that too. It's just, it seemed like y'all might have been dragging y'all feet.
Yeah, it's the timing.
It's the timing.
It's the timing of it all. That's all it is.
It's the timing. But
Because you can't make merch
There
and
it
brag
is.
about being bare minimum
this
and
the
then
most recent episode?
admit that you're bare
Yeah,
minimum.
8 hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, real recent.
Oh,
It's cooler.
Fresh out the coochie.
LED
cool.
lights.
It is nice.
Chinatown Market basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, they got some LED lights. They got
They're no longer hard on their mics. That was a big thing.
I believe that's their merch.
I'm trying to figure out where the vibe is at though. Like, what's this vibe?
What's the
supposed
theme?
To, yeah.
But
What's this?
It doesn't.
It's just clean. It doesn't have to have a theme, I guess.
Not. I mean, you know, with it can, but they're
Right.
bare minimum. Yeah.
They didn't think about like the fact that that sign.
Like
is
it's still
just,
stairs. You could.
Yeah, the fact that you didn't draw that closed,
Yeah.
and the other one's closed, but that one is halfway.
I don't know where they are. Maybe that's what the trick is. Maybe that's what they intended for. We're just here somewhere.
It looks like a house.
Focus
Yeah,
on what
I
we're
mean,
talking
it looks a
about.
lot better though.
It does.
It
For
definitely looks
sure,
cool.
it looks a
Yeah.
lot better.
Can't hate on niggas upgrading. So shout out to these niggas for evolving and taking constructive criticism
From us, who
very
gets
well.
1.5K views on episodes, and they probably do a smooth 30-40.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
We had them thinking.
yeah, I had them thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we did have a clip not so long ago go way past what they normally do. So kudos.
Yeah, that's true. Some of our clips have done better than some of their clips.
Yeah, but that's not even us. That's y'all. We can't even account for that. We just got to keep doing what we do.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like there was nothing about that where we was like, "Yo, this gonna hit." Like,
Yeah,
it
that's
just
true.
happened.
Yeah, it just happened. I don't get the vibe though. I'm gonna be real. I don't get the vibe because
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what shows do have a theme. The Brilliant Idiots, they didn't have a theme for years.
they didn't.
But when they did, they got their
It brought it all together.
It makes sense. They're in the library.
Idiots in a
true
library.
savants.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And this had a vibe. Y'all show has a vibe.
Even like
This has kind of turned into a universal set for the shows though.
Yeah.
And that was the main purpose of putting all these flags. Because there's so many times that people just shout out a flag on the wall, a stop sign on the wall. Because I'm just catering to the international group at this point. You know what I'm saying? So
Pandering.
yeah,
Pandering to the passport users.
the set is a pander. You know what I'm
Virtue
saying?
Signaling.
So yeah, but yeah, so every show does have a vibe, but not every podcast, but most podcasts have vibes, especially nowadays. Because when it first started, it was just wherever you can get a studio and a mic. Now it's about the set too.
But
Because
even,
it's become more
Absolutely.
of a visual thing. But
Yeah.
but there's this Shane, he's a comedian. Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis.
He has a podcast with like 3 other white dudes.
Yeah.
And like if you look at their theme, it's the most like trash. It's terrible cameras.
Let's pull this up,
They're in a circle.
Yeah, let me see this.
if you don't mind.
I don't even know what their show is called. It might take too long. It might be like,
Just Shane Gillis podcast.
I never heard it. I might know his face though.
But when you look at their set, it's like it has no theme, but that's their theme.
Right,
That
yeah.
it's just, hey nigga,
Look at the thumbnail. The thumbnail look crazy.
And if you're a fan of any of these shows, feel free to victimize us in the comments. We love
so
like-
this is how it always looks.
but it changes. Like if they're in,
Long story short, it's wherever the fuck he sets his shit up.
but that's the theme though.
That
and
is
it
the
works.
vibe, though.
But
Yeah.
then you go to Joe Rogan, he's in a fucking man cave with a UFO lights.
Joe
with
Budden,
barracuda.
not Joe Budden. Joe Rogan's set took a tank. People hated his new setup.
And then he changed it
then
again.
he had to change it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the setup is important for certain podcasts. For
It looked like
sure.
they was in an alien aquarium.
Yeah, that looked crazy. I'm not sure who thought it. It looked way too futuristic, especially for Joe Rogan, who's supposed to be like this rustic man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this war, and then all of a sudden you put yourself in a spaceship.
Like,
It just,
nigga, what is this?
it did not fit the vibe at all, which is why people roasted the shit out of
Yeah,
that joint.
nah.
Like,
It was pretty goofy.
He
It
was
was,
mo-
but yeah, it
he
was-
was most definitely better off in a log cabin with some elk antlers on the wall.
That would have hit way better if he just
Crossbow behind him.
if he'd have
Yeah.
just bought a cabin
Yeah.
and threw some AC in that bitch. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
some
Like,
fake titties on a wood plank would have been perfect.
yeah, you know what I'm
Anything
saying?
better
I
than
don't.
that.
That,
All
that-
his hunting trophies up top and shit.
he put a
Yeah.
time capsule.
This
He-
nigga had Anunnakis on his
Yeah.
fucking wall. Like,
That was weird as hell. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know who thought of that. He thought it was, but he has more money than everybody, so
it's crazy.
he can make those mistakes.
He can afford to experience.
He can make those mistakes.
He can return them.
right, for sure.
I will give Andrew Schultz a lot of credit for making people move more to this kind of format where it's
Yes.
like, talk show kind of format.
Andrew's trying to get people away from the microphones too. You notice
Yeah,
that?
yeah. He's trying to
Yeah,
get people. He
And
tried
Alex
that.
Media.
Yep.
Like
They've been trying that.
They're getting away from microphones.
Yep.
They're
Yeah.
going to the
Lapels and
to the
different
lapels and lavaliers.
because they went with that new system that one time, but the audio fucked up. They went with some speakers that were like in the ceiling or some crazy shit.
Yeah.
And
speakers.
or yeah, like
Microphone?
microphones. My
Oh,
fault,
okay,
my
okay.
fault. Microphones that were like in the ceiling, but it was a bad it was just bad,
It just didn't
nasty work. It was nasty work.
Okay.
It wasn't clean and crisp.
Yeah,
It wasn't picking up how they
yeah,
intended
yeah.
to.
Gotcha.
But that is a great point. Intro shows did trailblaze and pioneer that path
He
into
did.
podcasters, putting a lot more effort into production.
Because as soon as he got his setup, his first setup was a setup. It
Yeah.
wasn't like the first joint that he got in his studio. He made sure he had a look with it.
It was. I don't want to say typical, but it's just podcast setup.
Yeah.
Wall, things on it,
Right.
seating.
Yeah, yeah, right.
And even then, it was still cool. It was still themed. It still had the flagrant to it. It was Jordans
I do
in
miss
the
that
back.
set. I like that set.
It was a nice set.
Not this one.
Yeah, nah, that's just they in some studio.
That was
there.
their first set.
That was our first one.
But
that
even in
that was
this
when Kaz was still there.
even in this first set, he went to the lengths of putting the logo on the
That's
screen.
true. That's
Most
true.
people would have just turned it off.
Most people weren't
Yeah.
doing that. That's true. Most people were not doing that. They weren't doing that for brilliance for years.
Nah.
Shout out to Andrew did force he took it serious. Andrew took podcasting more serious than a lot of people did. As a newcomer,
As a new medium.
as a new medium, yeah.
Because he saw the reach and effectiveness of it. He grew his career in podcasting and making different connections.
And honestly,
getting to
when
the
it
people.
is a higher quality, even when started setting the cameras up like this, it went from a show that all the podcasts went from a YouTube podcast to this could be transitioned to TV now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
in an
that's
instant.
that's really what the look is.
Yeah.
That's what it
The
is.
look is mass production TV ready.
Yeah.
So it's like our one camera angle, side angle was one thing, but when you have 3 camera switchers and high quality videos, it can go to TV and you can put commercial breaks in it now.
Nigga, if we had a camera on a swivel on the roof,
with a boom mic
it would
and
be crazy.
and a
we talked about that.
drone.
Yeah, we did talk about that. The next move is not the camera on the boom mic on the swivel, it's the camera on the electronic dolly.
Yeah.
That's the next move, which we could turn that one into that.
Yeah, we can.
But I think you're right about that. The mindset of wanting to have it made for TV, because even you got to realize the studio got all them upgrades after he filmed his own Netflix production.
Yes. Yeah.
So he had to he was the one that was filming it, so he
Yeah.
had to make sure it was up to Netflix specifications.
Facts. That is true. That is true.
Yeah, I mean, and really, it's kind of. I think he's also trying to take the war on TV by himself too.
He is.
You know what I'm saying?
He definitely has that that chip of I wasn't accepted in the mainstream TV market, and now watch me bully my way into it.
Yeah.
Andrew Schultz was
yeah.
crying over certain things that was going on in his career.
Right.
Because they just simply wasn't letting him in. So we built his own canal.
Facts. And it's funny because this has happened more than once. Anytime we talked about Rory and Mal, transition to people
Because
that
there's nothing to say.
transition to people that we could talk more about because the bare minimum boys only give us 3 minutes of content normally. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, shout out to Rory and Ma. I'd love to have a conversation with you
Yeah.
brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Talk
They
about
don't- they
nothing.
don't.
Especially before Gina views.
Yeah.
Who do y'all like more,
Maybe.
Rory or Maul? I prefer Maul's on-camera personality in the mouthpiece pose.
Say it
See,
again.
I prefer Maul over Rory.
Did anybody hear that just now?
What?
It's not.
I ain't hear nothing.
Wait, hear what?
I'm hitting the bell. It's not working.
Nah, that bell ain't ring.
You said to anybody hear
Oh
that?
yeah, you want me to?
It did not ding.
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't work.
He can
Okay.
ding.
But it was ringing. It rung 2 times.
Oh yeah. No, I know why actually. Relax. Yeah, my
Oh,
fault.
okay.
Yeah, I know why.
Um,
You can let me know when you want to. Go ahead.
it's all good. I already hit it. If they heard it, it's fine.
They didn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nobody did.
Nobody got dismissed yet.
there we go. So who do we like more, Rory or Maul?
Yeah, I'm taking Maul any day of the week. Maul is just more entertaining. He's blacker. That probably plays a big role in that.
I've seen multiple videos, basically people trolling Maul that he doesn't get like basic jokes.
I've
And,
heard
like-
that as well.
Yeah, I've seen
And
that.
it's not even like it's like he's like he just lets it fly over his head. Like sometimes we'll do that. It's like you'd say something funny, but it's like nigga, we get it. It's like it's funny
Right.
or whatever.
Joe
But-
Rogan does that
But
too.
at least you
But
recognized it though.
Yeah, but Joe Rogan, he's like a little like grumpy about it.
Yeah,
but,
literally.
but with Maul, he's just like
He didn't even.
stupid.
Right. Yeah.
Like he doesn't even get it. So I'm gonna have to say Rory because Rory be shooting. Like Rory be shooting.
Yeah.
But is it Rory's fault if his jokes aren't landing on Maul?
Bro, they're not
No.
even.
I think it's
If you're
it's
doing
funny.
a
It's
show
funny IQ.
and it's not even like funny anymore. Like, it's the fact that he's not getting the jokes isn't funny anymore. I don't know if it ever was because I was never really watching their show.
Yeah, me neither.
But
I can't even. I've talked so much about them and never really watched full episodes before.
But if you have your co-host, and you're all supposed to be close co-host,
right?
Like it's supposed to be some type of synergy.
No, you're supposed to be best friends. Yeah, you're supposed to understand where I'm supposed to catch everything.
We're teammates. We're supposed to pass the ball to each other and score.
Yeah.
Like we got to be a team.
How long do you think that this is gonna last? Because these people they're not historically friends. They kind of, I don't want to say they got put together, but that's essentially what happened.
Kind of,
right?
yeah.
They started off.
I think it'll last for a lifetime because what else do they have?
Yeah, like what's the base?
That's different. What else do they have? Because even when you see a situation like with Deezus and Mero, they had similar origin stories where they were just placed together because it worked.
Yeah.
They didn't have a real history. They knew each other because they lived in the same area. They were familiar with each other.
But
But there was no real, we in the lunchroom talking shit chemistry.
Right.
There's no we fuck these two Asian twins on December 27th, 2008.
In the same car.
Circa 2008. The Yin Yang twins.
But yeah.
But
I don't know.
Maul is 40, bro.
He's 40?
Yes.
He's 40 years old.
Maul.
Not saying like that's old, but I didn't know he was 40 years old.
I didn't realize he was that much older either.
So no wonder why he's not getting these he's now like that dog.
His hearing is off. He probably didn't receive the punchline.
His neurons aren't even connecting at the same level they did when he was 33.
Because I think, let me look up how old Rory is.
See, in order to keep your mental makeup up when you get into that age, you got to do crossword puzzles. Yeah, that's why they do bingo and things like that. It keeps them sharp. It keeps them on their toes.
Yeah. Or at least gambling or something.
Scramble.
All right, I just want to say,
Scrap.
I'd search how old is Rory, and the golf player popped up. Rory McKilley.
At least 34.
Does Rory have a last name?
I'm sure he does. I just don't know what the hell it is.
That is true.
I thought it was Maul.
I thought it was Maul.
But I don't know. Like,
what is Rory's last name?
I think most people would say
Rory Farrell.
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 Imagine it comes out he's Will Ferrell's great grandson.
And he's 13%.
I mean, they would be a perfect.
And he's a ginger.
They'd be a perfect duo because Maul is his ties. So it's like we both have ties to extremely successful people.
But that is a good point,
and
though.
We're trying to make our way.
And
about
go ahead.
Now about nah.
And when talking about black people, who would you rather hear from, Rory or Andrew Schultz? Because these are both white pundits.
Wow, that's a crazy question.
That on occasion have to speak on black matters and issues. Because of the space that they occupy.
I'd much rather listen to Schultz talk about black people than Rory. Rory is just like, I think he's kind of fun. He's kind of funny, but going back to the thing, it's kind of fucked up, man. I don't know if I would want to have a podcast with them. I'm gonna be real. I don't know.
With who?
Rory and Maul.
Word.
I don't know if I would.
Like a collab, like where we're interviewing them.
Or
talking with them?
Yeah, because I don't know. I just don't know if that would be good at all. I've seen them collab with people. None of their collabs I thought have been entertaining.
They're a little dry. They're not good feature artists.
No, you know what I mean? Like they went to No Jumper, and I feel like there was no beef amongst them for them to have that dry of an interview for an hour and 40-minute podcast to only heat up the last 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like it took too long for them to get comfortable, I guess.
It was a slow burner.
It was a slow burn. And I guess we can say that, I guess we can also say that like this kind of speaks to AD. Adam was doing everything he could do. Adam's always been good at interviewing.
Yeah.
But AD is not the best interviewer, so I could say maybe he didn't have nearly as much help either to get to work both of them equally so that they can get warmed up at the same time. Adam was working both angles at the same time. And I remember after the show they were talking and they were like, how was that podcast? And they were like hype AD and Rory were talking, like hyping each other up, like, and AD was like, yeah, I think it'll be good because it's almost like we don't rock with each other for the first hour, but then I'm like, no, that wasn't good. Like,
No, that's
what
not-
made it suck. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, damn, like, if y'all did have beef, can we get to it? Like,
That's not always a bad ingredient to like not like each other for the first hour.
it's not always, but that last 40 or that last hour got to be a banger.
But it's probably like Tech Stone when Joe Budden went on Tech Stone.
That was amazing.
It was sensational.
Yeah.
I re-listened to that episode numerous times.
Yeah.
Just because.
That was
It
amazing.
was one of the best things I've ever heard.
But Tax did it correctly, though, in terms of when your guest sucks, say your guest sucks to your face, and then just slowly lose control because you feel like you're wasting time and I need to make this a decent episode anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Don't try to fake for the camera.
You're right.
Publicly display that you are
How
upset
you're
with how
feeling.
this nigga is acting.
Right,
And
right.
talking to a nigga like Joe Budden, especially at that point in time,
Oh my God, he was only there to get under your skin.
with
Yeah.
also how he was probably feeling about Tex.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not even necessarily that he disliked them, but he might have felt indifferent.
He probably
Right.
didn't.
And then there's a connection to Charlamagne.
Yeah,
He probably didn't respect his intellect, for all we know. Like Joe
That's
Budden,
true.
he seems like the person who's like, you have to be smart in his head, which is
That is
something
very true.
completely
You have
different
to
from
pass-
actually being smart.
you have to pass his IQ.
standards.
His
His
barometer.
IQ. Yeah,
that's true. Because
Yeah.
even Tex Stone said on the podcast, he was like, "You can't treat me like I'm one of your third world Dominican
He
bitches.
did. Yeah.
I read books, nigga."
You can't spin me. Yeah, I read. Yeah.
And when Joe Budden went on Brilliant Idiots with Rory, at first he wasn't really acknowledging Andrew too much, even though he was trying to bring up good takes and ask good questions.
Right.
He didn't acknowledge Andrew until maybe about 30, 40 minutes into where he made a good enough point to where it's like, all right, nigga,
I can't engage with
I'll
you.
spar with you. You got your stripes.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, you do have to get to pass the Joe Budden intelligence test.
Yeah.
which is impossible, probably.
because it changes every time. It changes based on how he feels.
It's probably harder than the CIA test. Nigga, my sister, right, a couple months ago, she got a job application for the CIA, right?
Okay.
So she's going through this process. She takes this test, right? It's not like a real test. It's like how would you react if you did something
Yeah,
this
it's to figure out what type of character
12
you have.
times
kind of thing.
Personality test.
Personality
everything.
kind of thing.
And like some times table shit, whatever.
Right.
She didn't get the job, but they told her why she didn't get the
Oh,
job.
word.
They
normally don't tell you.
They emailed her back and said you weren't competitive enough. Like
You
that
lacked
was
edge.
their reason.
She lacked edge.
She lacked vigor.
She didn't have ambition.
Damn. So the
Yeah.
test exposed that she wasn't that she ain't have that dog in
And
her.
then when she came up to me, like, cause I was like, I see it, but then it was funny because it's like, wow, like
That's kind of crazy because you normally don't answer those tests genuinely. Like, you know the test they give you to figure out if
Yeah.
you're a shoplifter or if you steal?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't steal. I have the capability of stealing, but I'm answering these in the way that I think a job wants to hear.
and that's
what screwed her.
she's a vegan, she's honest and shit. You know what I
She's
mean?
too
Like you know
honest.
how
Yeah,
they be.
yeah. Okay,
So,
okay,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, like from the last I applied to this job.
Yeah.
And they was like, you work well with others. Very true. Very,
Right.
very
Exact-
true.
Exactly. I'm using the most. I'm using the most extreme, very positive answer.
if
Yeah.
I love others.
If your
Yeah,
manager
right.
told you something you didn't like, would you shut the fuck up? Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Right.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I ain't here.
For
I'm
real
not-
though,
you
yeah,
know,
literally.
because that's what you do. But I guess she answered like honestly, which was already like you in the CIA,
kinda
you
took
can't
that-
lie. Come on now,
Bro, first of all,
you don't
with-
deserve to be here.
yeah, because the CIA, bro. Think about when you're at that level of
Yeah.
that level of like government and police. We need savages. We need savages.
Neurotic people.
Yeah,
know-
we need people that understand that there's things that they're taking to the grave.
Joe Budden had two career paths: podcasting and being a pundit or CIA agent.
And not to
Undercover.
He'd have been great.
not to get off on the side tangent, but I did watch a YouTube video and a short. It was about how a CIA officer, he was talking about how they tend to hire people with psychopathic tendencies.
Yeah, yo, that makes sense.
Because it's
yeah.
like, you got to be savage at times. You got to
Right, yes.
manipulate people.
Yeah, I need you to, like, if I ask you to clear this building out and there might be women and children inside, you just follow the order. Like, like,
But I want to
kinda
make
crazy
it,
shit like that.
I want to make it very clear. She was on the lowest level of CIA. She wasn't like ever going to be like,
I
well,
think
I don't know. Because
Because once you're in, you win.
they wouldn't tell you something like, I have no idea.
Yeah,
but
that's
she
true.
didn't get it.
They probably, like, you know how Bob Lazar was on Joe Rogan talking about how he signed up to work at Air 51 and had no idea what he was doing?
Exactly.
Like, they make it so vague, and it's such high-class information.
Yeah.
High-class information. Such,
Highly
what's the term? What's the terminology?
Classified.
Classified information that they got to lie to you to even get you in the building.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
We're already starting off on a lying basis.
Yeah.
And if you can't lie with me, this ain't the right fit for you.
And she didn't get the job because she wasn't lying. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I would love to see Joe Budden. Joe Budden should do that, like his own separate YouTube video. Like Joe Budden takes a CIA test.
He probably passed with flying colors, man.
Yeah,
he probably would have been a top agent, bro. For
they
sure.
give him a James Bond rating.
Joe Clancy.
I can't find how old this nigga is, but I mean, out of the two, if I had to do a podcast with one, I would do a podcast with Rory.
Word.
I think Rory, because Rory, he's a lot more malleable. Ironic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
he's agreeable.
He's just more.
He can.
It's
he
a
can,
lot.
He can go with the ebbs and flow of a conversation. better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's gonna play along.
He's a willing participant.
Right.
And
Maul
Maul
will sit there for an hour and a half and not be a willing participant, but agree to show up.
But Maul will do it, but like for 10 seconds. Like he's not gonna go into a bit. You know what I mean? Like
he's not gonna tag. He's not gonna dunk the alley oop you threw up.
Yeah.
Even though it's real obvious and all the people behind the camera saw it.
He gonna rebound it and give it back to you.
Right. To tell you shoot again. So out of the two, I'm definitely going Rory. But when I think about if I would ever do a podcast with them, I don't know, man. I mean, I wouldn't turn nothing down. I mean, if they asked to do a podcast, we have said so much about them. That is going to be the basis of the podcast. Let me just remind you, because I don't know if your PR did work. I don't know if your PR did research. Let me tell you some of the things that I said about you.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get this out the way. Because you after I repeat these things, and I'm going to repeat them to your face, you might not want to sit down and do any content with me. Now I'm going to post the walkout. Let's get it clear.
Yeah.
I'm still going to catch this win. I'll post the walkout, but I'm going to tell you, because some people just don't be knowing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the thing that was like shocking with Flacco, where I was like, he's a good sport. Because I'm like, the first time he really responded to me directly was, I said on the 3-0 podcast, this nigga must not have heard what I said about him. I was talking hella shit. And then he responded, no, I heard it.
Yeah.
I said, oh, say less. Yeah, you just know how to, you understand the content.
Yeah.
You know
He could dodge a tomato on stage.
Yeah. So it's like,
but
they don't
He might eat it, yeah.
They don't strike me as the type to be able to do that. Because I don't strike me as the type to do that. They can't find jokes from the outside, especially about that situation, funny.
Or jokes about them funny.
Right.
In person. Like we clowning on you a little bit.
They're just going to give you a straight face.
Right. Meanwhile, we over here sending comments back and forth, dying at what they're saying about us.
Yeah, you have to be flammable. If you want to be hot, you got to be flammable.
Yeah.
Like if I don't get a "Where's Waldo" in the comments, y'all are slipping, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, something you pick at him.
Or something, you know what I mean? Like
Something.
that's something cool.
Yeah, right.
You know
and
what I mean?
that's still surface level, but you gotta be able to flame something. One nigga said, my knees look like I've been kneeling in oil. I was like, what? That shit had me dying though. I was like,
Said you got shiny knees.
Yeah, and he saw the tattoos, but you couldn't make it out. But he was like, it looked like you've been kneeling in oil. I was like, that was creative.
Man, it's like you just been soaking in.
Right, like what the fuck, bro?
Soaking in.
Like when I
pot.
read it, I was like, it's funny. It wasn't chuckle funny, but it was just like, that was pretty twisted.
The attempts, because I respect the attempt.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it was savage, and I fuck with the savageness of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like when they get real specific, like when they said you sound like a gay grandma.
Yes, that was hilarious.
Gay
That
grandma
shit was crazy.
Was it a gay grandma?
No, they had like
gay
2 more
grandmother.
layers. I feel like it was like 1 or 2 more levels to that one.
Yeah,
They
I
said-
think so. I think
'cause
it
they
was
were
more
co-
intricate than that.
Yeah, it was. It was deep though. It was
Yeah.
deep. Because they had gave y'all comparison. They sound like this,
Yeah.
and he sounds like this. And it was, but they giving y'all one comparison, but gave me like they
Yeah.
stacked like 3 adjectives on
On
top of my shit. I was like,
We've all
damn.
had
It was a complete sentence.
We've
Yeah.
all had things said about. I haven't had too much said about me. Niggas
You
was saying
Tone
you
is
was
the one
like
that
Adam.
catches.
Well, I mean, we posted that one clip, not on Homeroom, but on our
yeah.
podcast, where everybody was like, Justin's gay.
Yeah.
You've had more.
Well, no,
you've-
they were saying both
you've
of us
had more
because you
hate-
asked the question.
Nah, but the tricky situation, like a lot of people was like that the fact that you was even contemplating it at the end, and then we cut it off, and you didn't get the answer. Oh nah, that nigga is I almost said it.
Just because he thought about it.
Which is crazy because I edited the clip. I did that.
I knew what I was doing. Exactly. One of those I knew what I was doing.
It was a tricky situation.
Right.
Yeah.
But you've had more.
Yeah,
You've had TikTok. They go crazy on you on TikTok.
Yeah.
On TikTok, they be on just.
You're not even black no more.
That.
I gotta read those comments.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, you dominated that one.
What is wrong with this, bro?
Yeah, you dominated that one for sure on that one. But
in YouTube, Tone definitely get it the most.
Tone gets dominated. Yeah, Tone's comments is mainly like it's crazy on YouTube for Tone. Yeah,
when they
it's crazy because I get good ones and I get bad ones.
Yeah, it's like
for sure.
It's what more can you wish? I mean, what you gonna do?
Like this one, he was like his analogies be so crazy. It's like that's cool. Like
when they said that, I didn't realize how wild your analogies were. I'm not gonna lie. So let's just like,
bro, some of them don't make sense.
They don't. Some of them don't.
But some of them do.
Sense. Y'all not imaginative enough.
I mean, a lot of them do. But some of them are like,
I didn't realize they're crazy.
They're not crazy. It's just sometimes he forgets the context of what was previously said, so the analogy changes to a different
It changes the gravity of the situation.
You got to give an example.
What
was the one we were talking about yesterday? Gargling.
Yeah.
Just don't say it because we're way too early in this clip. Yeah. We were talking about gargling something compared to licking something.
Or Lauren, what was we just talking about?
And I wouldn't even say that's an analogy. I would just say, I know
you just putting gas on that.
I know for a fact that I've compared something to anal sex.
Yeah. But no, you said the gay Snoop Dogg.
See, that was a good one.
That one went crazy.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
You're kind of like Schultz with the analogies. You shoot them.
Yeah.
And they either hit or
But your analogies be so crazy
But they
that
be so crazy they always make you pause for a half a second.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah. Everybody pause for a second. And you just be staring at niggas like
what? But you gotta. But when
they're waiting for the response.
He does.
But when they're good, I feel like they paint a graphic picture.
They do. Yeah,
I mean, they're never bad. But only in debates, it gets us like, okay, we're
it's
losing
like,
the
all right,
context.
we're actually trying to debate right now. You still throwing analogies.
And then it confuses everybody because it's like, what the
Analogies provide perspective. Because if I'm trying to give you this argument, I'm trying to give you all these points. And you're not understanding the point. I might say it like this just so you understand the point.
Oh yeah. Nigga, we know what analogy
I like to show math, right? And all logic and reasoning, it's just math at the end of the day. But you got to be able to show your work.
Analogy.
Like, how did you get 4? You got to show me the 2 plus 2. What was your premise?
Yeah.
There you go. In the segment about his analogies.
I almost got confused. Almost.
Lost me.
But he'll try to say that that's me. Like, you get what I mean? He'll try to I do that.
Y'all didn't understand that. That didn't make sense.
No. We were following you, but you did lose me in the beginning for a second.
What just happened? We'll always. What just happened?
Okay,
I get what you said.
When you finished it, we were all with you.
Hey, niggas gotta land first. You don't know how many backflips I did until I'm like,
And then the comments that I get, I feel like I've crafted mine in the way I deliver them. My comments normally piss niggas off. They're either like they hate me, or they're like that nigga was preaching. It's one or the other. That's how my comments are. Mine are never in the middle. They're either love or hate. They either hate everything I just said, or they're like, oh, he's going off. That's where mine seem to be floating at. But that's pretty much kind of how I frame shit. Like,
I'm about to say, Lauren's lucky. This nigga don't get no slack.
That's not gonna come until it's like a lot more viewers.
Then they really gonna start judging you behind the camera.
They're gonna be like, that nigga behind the camera is.
Yeah, what the fuck is that nigga back there talking about? Like, that's when your words will be put on like the chopping block.
Somebody gonna be like, there's a reason his face isn't on this.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
what they
gonna
gonna
come.
say.
That's gonna come.
Because do y'all get DMs of people trying to argue with you? I know I be getting up on a nigga's skin. I get DMs of people trying to argue with me.
I get people who want to talk about something we've talked about. Like niggas be quoting me in my DMs.
Right.
I get lots of gay men, a few women.
Yeah.
That's about it. But I don't get niggas that's like, yo, you stupid ass motherfucker, you said this. I get niggas that's like, yo, like I agree with you what you said right here. What you think about this?
Yeah, I get people that you are totally. They're either like loving the whole platform, like they came over to be like, just pretty much say, yo, I love everything. I've been here for a week, or after I watched the Homeroom clip, I started watching y'all other shows and I'm fucking with everything. I either get those or I get people like, yo, what are you talking about? And then they leave me a book, like 3 paragraphs of why I was wrong about some shit.
Yeah.
Like, niggas be in my DM trying to go to war, like open up a whole new segment. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, bro, come on, my G. Like,
you ain't at work, niggas.
I'm not, bro. Like, we did this already.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't do it.
See, that's why we gotta, once we start going live, we can, like, you know, maybe get some call-ins.
We definitely taking the callers.
Like,
for
crowd work.
sure.
For money. Goofy motherfucker.
You definitely
At
have
least $1 or something.
We're starting at 5. Starting at 5.
Nasty
at 5.
way.
We might be selling on already.
It's definitely starting at 5. You are not getting on the phone for less than $5, and your time is limited at 5. And then you drop $20 or more, I'll let you get it off. You know what I mean?
We're selling out.
Yeah. Go crazy, nigga.
This one dude commented, he was like, I'm here, I'm a fan, and I'm here before all the Patreons, the ad reads, and I forgot what
I like
else
that
it said.
comment too.
Yeah.
That was one of those, like, they see it already being as big as it because we wanted to be.
Yeah.
Or they also see us selling out.
True.
You know.
So I think I only saw it as a positive though.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I
how I
saw
saw it
it
too.
positive.
So
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
thought about it right now.
That's true.
yeah.
You know, now that I think about it, that's not a conversation that I feel like I've had in a long time, or even like saw somebody entertain. Do you remember when that was like a big conversation with somebody selling out? Like
selling out.
Chance the Rapper was selling out.
That was a huge conversation. After a
But
while.
like that used to be a huge conversation, but I feel like we all understand that getting corporate dollars is okay.
And it's a way to do it righteously, you know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah. There's a way to do it without changing your
Without creating 5-minute promos, allegedly. I still haven't seen it. I need to watch
yeah.
that.
Oh my God.
$1 million
That was the
worth of game.
comment. That was the comment that I meant to start with. Somebody put a comment on the Homeroom, the last Homeroom clip, talking about $1 million worth of game ad space, and they said they pay, like, rumor has it, because I don't know, this is alleged. This is a nigga in the comments that I don't know, and he don't even have a profile picture.
A keyboard expert.
Yeah, this is somebody with no profile picture.
One of
But they
these
said
It's like a tone group
those
analogy.
spots can cost up to $30,000.
For $1 million worth of game?
Yes.
For the middle spot,
For that middle podcast they drop in the middle.
I'm glad you said that because it's a podcast.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
30 minutes. They're 30,000. Which doesn't sound crazy to me. 30,000 for 15 minutes? 30,000 for 10 minutes? That's a lot of money.
Bro, that's like a TV spot, right? On a regular TV.
Yeah.
Like, on, like, Discovery, maybe. Like,
Yeah, oh no.
Ah.
Super Bowl. Those are Super Bowl numbers.
Well, I
No,
thought Super Bowl. Nah, Super Bowl
is
got to be
incredible.
more.
Oh yeah,
Super
that
Bowl
is
is
Super Bowl.
gotta
This
be
is,
more. This is like,
these are March Madness numbers in terms of commercials.
bro, I think this is like, what's that one? It be having like corny TV shows like Bravo. I think this is like a Bravo or Harmony.
Yeah.
Or Hallmark.
Hallmark
E-News.
Hallmark own shit like that.
or CNN.
Nah, CNN probably, maybe CNN.
Probably
too.
CNN.
Maybe,
They was getting Pfizer ads.
yeah.
Especially their
For
daily
the
one.
vaccine. They was getting vaccine funding.
Like the first ad that's probably played is maybe low end 30,000.
Yeah. But that's the thing too though. But yeah, that number, if that number is to be to believe, honestly nobody can,
Bro,
none of us know if that number is real. This is, like I said, this is a nigga in the comments with no profile
Yeah,
picture.
there's no verifying this.
But 30,000
hey,
for that 10-minute spot, yeah, I can see why you would all of a sudden just stop a podcast. But that's
10 minutes?
bro, it'd be 10 minutes minimum, bro.
Bro, stop.
Minimum.
We gotta stop saying 10 minutes like
It's
that's
more
what
than
it
that,
is.
bro.
It's long.
more than 10 minutes.
It's
bro.
longer
It's like
than that,
15
bro.
bare minimum, sometimes 20.
'Cause you
I would
see-
say 12 to 13 minimum.
Because you see, if it was like
Possibly
4
18.
minutes, imagine if it was 4 minutes, but you know, they created some creative sketch or something
Matter of fact,
to
go
fill that time.
Yeah, go to the $1 million worth
I
of
was about
game.
to try to find it on my phone real
Go
quick.
to the Breakfast Club one, the one that they did with Envy and Charlamagne, and then just kind of skim
That's what I'm gonna do.
till you find it, and then we'll find out exactly how long this one was because.
And how
I'm muting it
long?
right now so nobody can hear it. I'm just gonna
Okay,
find it.
yeah, that's fine.
So how long is this video? It's like an hour and
The total podcast is 1 hour and 12
Wait.
minutes. Is that what it says?
2 hours?
2 hours.
2:10. Jesus, I need fucking that.
I don't think it's in those
I hate how Envy's holding on.
to his beard.
To that hair. I might be the same way
It's
though.
tattooed in, dog. I think
think
that's
so?
not coming off.
He do
nah,
that.
because if it was tattooed in, he wouldn't have that patchy spot in the right corner.
He's Puerto Rican.
There it is, right there.
Now he identifies as black.
Oh, really?
Every time they bring it up jokingly about him, he says he's black.
He can't speak
But they always
what he
call him a
claims.
Dominican.
And like, let's wait. Let's
This
look at
is just
Gilly's
an
face.
ad.
Hold up, this is
Look
the
at-
beginning. This is the beginning.
know,
it,
that's what I'm checking
it hasn't
right
even got to start it yet. No, but we can start it from here.
Oh, okay.
We can start it from here because they're gonna go back to back with it.
Well, so what? How long has it been so far? What's the
Lauren,
time?
are they seeing this
I'm
on the
going to
screen
very
too?
beginning.
Are they seeing this on the screen too?
No.
Yeah, go ahead, show them this.
And for those of you, like y'all are about to see it, but Gilly, every time he looks at Wallow, he's looking at him like Wallow's freestyling, like they on the block in Philly, and he's just like staring at his soul, like, nigga, yeah, say that
He's
shit.
bobbing his
Say
head.
it.
He's bobbing his head
Yeah.
along like he's in all the points that was in the contract that they had to say.
He's
All right,
just
so let's say roughly at 39 minutes right there's where it started, roughly.
Okay, 39
I'm just gonna
minutes.
Scroll through, all right?
Yep.
and like I'm not even gonna say what this ad is.
And this is the podcast right here where they got another podcast talking
In the
about
middle.
business in the middle.
And this is an accounting ad. I'm not gonna
Look-
say the name.
Look how long it is.
Yeah.
Look
It's
how,
already
look how
20,
much.
that's 20 minutes, bro.
That's
We're
20
already
minutes.
at 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
20. It's a 20-minute spot.
And they talk to the people that
They're doing a full 20-minute podcast in the middle
yeah.
of another podcast.
yeah, it's about a 20-minute spot.
It's 20 minutes.
What are they promoting?
And look at that. Most
Accounting
most
services.
replayed is right after that joint. So people are skipping and
Oh,
going
it'll
right
tell
back.
you that?
Yeah, it
they
says
tell
most
you that
replayed
now.
part.
They tell you that now.
Oh, damn, that's fire.
Yeah, shout out to YouTube.
Yeah,
But it's
that's crazy.
and like just look at I'm looking at their faces and I'm trying to pick up on the energy.
You're trying to read the emotion.
Like it's
Charlamagne looked like he stopped bleaching.
he does. It
He
looks
stopped going to Dr. Natasha Sandy.
right.
Yeah, he did.
Right.
He did for a minute. He said he went back though because
That's
I saw
her
him.
name?
I saw him glowed up
Yeah.
again.
He
That's his
did.
dermatologist.
He did fall. We really knew. We really knew everybody a part of Charlamagne's life.
That's good podcasting. That's what you're
Yeah.
supposed to do. Like, there's
We can
certain
stay on
parts,
Charlamagne,
there's
too.
certain parts and certain details of your life that you got to keep private. That's just for protection purposes.
Right.
But like,
and he put a black doctor on.
and especially with something like this, like he was publicly shamed
I wonder-
for the skin
that's true.
condition. So it was necessary to bring it up. It was relevant information.
Yeah. I wonder what her business boomed to after all those countless shout outs.
Because
It blossomed like spring, nigga.
it's not even about the shadows. It's about like what we saw.
We watched all the results.
Like we watched it
We
happen.
watched it happen,
We
yeah.
saw him stop going back to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. He took a break. He took a sabbatical.
But staying on Charlamagne though, there was a note in there about Charlamagne. Pretty much. Oh, Charlamagne refuses to say. What was it?
He refuses to. He subliminally addresses Joe Budden
Yeah. And he pretty much
and
refuses.
the complex list.
Yeah. He's saying Complex should have never even made the list.
Should we play that? Can we play that? In the
We can play that because he did it on Vlad TV,
That's
right?
DJ Vlad.
Shout out
Okay,
DJ
so
Vlad. That
shout
is
out-
true though.
Yeah, he did say it on Vlad. We can do a reaction to that. Now,
It's
shout
in
out,
the note.
shout out to
It's a-
Vlad for knowing us, for knowing exactly what
We want to hear
we want to hear
and who we want to hear
Who we
from.
wanna
how
hear
to-
from.
and nickel and diming us.
It's a tricky thing. Like, I don't know how he does it. But once you, I do.
It's like you kind of, but it's like, I feel like recently Vlad has been kind of blessing us with the full interview. And
it's almost like he has 10 more streams of income. So it's like, let me
Yeah.
feed him real quick.
yeah, I
You
feel
know
like
what I mean?
I feel like Vlad was kind of playing with what he was kind of like.
Hold him
All
back.
right, yeah, he was like just letting us have the full content the first time
Yeah.
for like a couple months, and then I got used to him just dropping the whole thing, and then Charlamagne comes out. We're getting 3 minutes at a time.
3
I said,
minutes,
"You
yeah.
mother."
Every 2 days.
Yeah, bruh. Every 2 days, he's making sure every clip's hit 600,000 before he drops the next one.
He softened us up.
And I'm not gonna lie.
What the?
This Charlotte.
We need to do that.
The full episode hasn't dropped yet, but this Charlamagne appearance on Vlad feels a little flatter than the other ones. It's not. It's like
Oh my God, it's completely flat.
it's like you get a soda
very
from
flat.
McDonald's when the machine running out. It's like
Yeah,
it's not carbonated. It's just real. And you notice everything's been 3 minutes. Like there's been real concise finger food.
I think Charlamagne has really evolved, changed so much that like, you know how Joe Budden will say, Joe Budden won't give it up content wise unless he's with DJ Academics or on his own show. Like, I can get peak Joe Budden anytime he's with DJ Academics because you're my friend. I'm going to give you 100 viral moments because you're my friend.
Or
but
Patreon.
Or Patreon. But, like, I feel like Charlamagne has changed so much. We don't get that version of him anywhere anymore. The Charlamagne that we all, like, fell in love with and made us want to pick up the mics, we don't even get a glimpse of that Charlamagne anymore.
I mean, nah, he's just, I don't know. I think
it's not the same.
I
feel like
like
the gay jokes is just crazy now.
I feel like when some niggas
that's its own segment.
What
because
gay
this
jokes?
was something that
yeah, we'll bring it back. We'll bring it back. Don't even go in on it. We'll bring it back later. Yeah, we'll finish this. You was bringing it up. Is this it? Go ahead.
Yeah, the thing that pops up, the thing that's in the thing is it's a Chig Smooth joint, so it's not the actual.
Wait, hold
Vlad
on.
one.
If you just go to Vlad though.
But I didn't know. I know there's a bunch of parts, so I don't know which part it is.
It's named.
Okay.
He gave him 3 minutes at a time. You're not gonna. Yeah, you'll see it.
stingy motherfucker.
Yeah, you gonna see it for sure. Because it's named like Charlamagne talks about the. No, it talks about the complex list. Complex. Okay. And not about Joe.
Why can't I find it?
Yeah, like why is it not just popping up right now?
There it is, right there.
Oh, there you go.
Which one?
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to
Click
find
on
the.
it. One of them he talks about the. I thought one.
Yeah,
of them
that's
titled
what,
the
so I was like, I
complex
just don't know
list.
which clip it is.
Imagine he took it off.
Maybe I'll just go to Vlad actually.
But yeah, he was talking about the complex slicks and how, you know, they shouldn't have be allowed
I believe
to make
his
that list.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
He's
It's the equivalent to like the Grammys, like trying to decide who's the best hip hop.
yeah, and then he was also saying Reach should be if Reach was considered. He was also offended that Breakfast Club wasn't in there alongside of them individually.
Yeah.
So it should have been entries for the Breakfast Club and individual entries for Charlamagne the God and DJ Envy and Angela Yee. That's what he was. That was one of the big things that he was saying, but I don't know. I think that's a lot to ask for out of a list too.
they don't even got to do all that. They just got to consider the Breakfast Club under his umbrella.
Yeah, like
So like whatever
yeah.
Reach and Impact has, that's what boosts Charlamagne up on that list.
Bro, I think they took it down. I'm feeling like that's really
Yeah, I feel like they took it down
Vlad
because
does
it's impossible to find, and I know I watched it.
Yeah, and I feel like it was definitely titled
But that was his
talking
main,
about the complex list.
and that was his main point is that like they were doing personalities and not platforms.
Right. What's wrong with that?
Well,
a big
you know, if
part
they do
of-
platforms and not personalities, he probably win. So you know, you gonna want to rig the game for
that's true.
change the rules.
It's like
move
billboards.
the goalposts.
It's like it's billboards. It doesn't matter if we like you or not. Did you stream more than this person?
Yeah.
Where did you land on this list?
Yeah.
Out of overall raw numbers, it's just
It's an arbitrary, like,
yeah. This is
list.
there's no opinions are involved in this. This is
Yeah.
strictly numbers. Then obviously Breakfast Club, Angela Yee, DJ Envy, Charlamagne the God would literally cover the first 4 spots.
Yeah.
Why would we waste a list of 25 on that?
the fact Nori was close enough to Charlamagne. You know, I get why Charlamagne. He was probably, no, why is Nori 2 spots away from me?
Right,
Like,
true.
ugh.
Yeah,
Like,
these
get
peasants
him away from me.
Yeah, right.
I've been doing broadcasting and journalism for years.
Yeah.
This nigga picked up a Henny bottle and a blunt and called some friends, and now he's right behind me on this
Yeah,
list.
how dare you? How dare you?
Some rock.
Why do is Complex really doing that bad? We definitely need to talk about it. I don't have the research on it. We need to talk about these media companies.
Vice doing bad. Then they filed for bank.
Facts. I had that on last week's notes, but we just never ended up talking about it. But
Complex.
I want to do an episode where we look at all of the media companies because I think that'd be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Should we rank them? Should we do an episode where we ranking them?
Ooh, online media companies? That'd be
Yeah.
fire. Yeah, because I'm thinking Barstool, No Jumper, Vice.
Amongst all media, like Lyrical
damn.
Lemonade, like Cole
Nah,
Bennett.
that'd be hard.
There's got to
You
be
know what I mean?
there's got to be regulations.
Yeah, we gotta have some sort of regulations, like
Yeah.
where they have to produce different varieties of content, kind
Yeah.
of thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's got to be rules kind of surround that. Or I don't even know, bro. I don't even know how we would classify this shit. It'd be so hard. It'd be hard, but it'd be cool too, though, if we figure it out. But why do we bring that up? He feels like the list should have never been made. Cut it out. I mean, we've been doing who the top 10 rappers since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, there's lists that are gonna be made. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He just mad he ain't first.
I think that's really what it is.
It's
It's
just
like,
a little bit.
yeah, just don't try to discredit the whole list.
The Charlamagne that we love is probably coming out because of this list. It's probably bringing them out.
I think it's bringing a lot. That list is making a lot of people act different.
Yeah.
Yeah, this list is that list really active. And now I never want Complex to stop.
You know
Because
what?
I think people forgot, this is a sport. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's the first time they ever felt like the rappers on the rapper list.
Can you hit the bell? My bad.
Oh.
Yeah, my
I got
bad. Yeah. I think the Complex list did do something great, and I think it definitely turned the competitiveness on for podcasters, because it was a space for a long time where people were just like happy-go-lucky. We're all eating. There was no beef. Since the Complex list, there's beefs that we can report on
The top 4 people in the Complex list are all beefing with each other.
currently right now.
Which is rightfully so.
That is
They're
true.
the top 4.
Well, like Charlamagne and Gillie and Wallow, cool, but like there's beef in between them.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that.
But they went on the Gillie and Wallow podcast and said some shit that sparked up some stuff too, or like,
Because of the list.
Because of the list.
They can't help themselves.
Yeah.
DJ Envy was nowhere near that list.
Yeah, but he inserted himself though.
He did. Envy be so riding for his friend. Envy rides for his friends like women ride for their friends. Like when he said that like 50 Cent will wash Lil Wayne in the verses. What are we doing? It's like, what are we doing, bro? Like, yeah, it'd be a good verses.
There we go.
would
It wouldn't
be
be
a
a
good
wash.
Wash?
But wash is crazy.
Are
But
you
it would be-
crazy?
but
What
it
are we
would be-
talking about right
But
now?
it would be a
Like,
good verses though.
Yeah, it'd be a great verses, but wash, literally nobody can wash Lil Wayne. So in a verses. So it doesn't matter who he goes up against. He can go against R. Kelly. It's still gonna be a good verses.
He basically just said 50 Cent is his buddy.
Exactly. And it's like
That's his pal.
his opinions be jumping so crazy sometimes that he's just easy to ignore.
Very biased.
Yeah, he's way too biased.
Yeah, that's what happens when you've been in the game too long. You got too many friends.
He's an industry baby for real.
It's an industry. Him, Angela Yee, even Charlamagne at this point. Because when Joe Budden went on Brilliant Idiots back in the day, that was his biggest point. Because at that point in time, Joe Budden was having a problem with the personality that Charlamagne was becoming. And he might have foresaw what's going on right now.
Yeah.
But he was like, nigga, you was so hip hop. Yeah, no, I'm acting like this is not happening. You usually got to let niggas do what they do.
John Moran.
Yeah, John Moran, nigga.
Sometimes you just gotta flash the pole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like being a nigga who can't stop showing his in the street.
Right.
The homeless dude that's
Indecent
always
exposure. Indecent exposure.
frequent exposure.
Yeah, frequent.
But yeah, I don't know. What was we talking about?
I don't even know. I distracted you. My bad.
I don't know. Let's get into this Charlamagne gay thing.
Yeah, let's
Somebody
get
hear the bell. Because this is his own. It's like, I don't get it. I remember when it first started, I was like, why is this happening? Maybe
I was okay with it.
It got to the point where the bulk of the gay jokes used to be from Andrew because, that's the white boy element that you're going to add to the show when you're a white boy.
Exactly.
But then it's just like, it's along the somewhere, somehow, even Andrew Sosa's like, you gay.
Yeah. Bro, I'm going to tell you when it really got out of pocket. I feel like it completely crossed the line when he bought the butt. The silicone butt the silicone butt or man.
Was it a cake?
Maximus.
It was something.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a cake. It was like a straight, just like.
It was a replica of his
up.
gooch.
But I don't think it was a replica of his. It was just, I don't know.
He said it was his,
That's what
but
he
he was
said.
being funny.
He was being
because
funny.
it was his skin tone.
Right,
like
exactly,
he found
right.
his palate.
It
know
did.
what I'm saying?
That was when things.
Essentially is.
That was at that point. I knew the gay jokes weren't.
Oh,
funny.
Lord, we ain't had to Google it.
And then,
At that point,
Because
they
it had
had-
balls attached
and
to it
then
too.
he threw it on the table and
right.
smacked it. And he was like, look, Envy, look.
And Andy plays along with it.
Yo.
Yeah, definitely don't put this on screen.
Yeah,
I'm
this
not.
is
I'm
that.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nah, this isn't
That
like.
couldn't be his ass. There's not enough discoloration.
But that was. This
Nah,
is the
that's
moment.
exactly why it's his ass.
This is the moment for me when I thought the gay jokes just went too far.
You see, this was very funny to me.
Really?
Anybody who
This was hilarious.
Are
anybody.
you serious?
He just threw it on the table like, here, Envy. And like, Envy's like, I think because it's not like, I don't know.
Anybody who habitually puts his mouth on the line for bets.
Yeah.
Yo, he's done that a lot.
That's a thing. Like, come on, like it's a thing now.
Yeah, something shouldn't happen, and then on top of the news breaking, to say 6ix9ine gets arrested again. It shouldn't be the follow-up headline shouldn't be, I guess Charlamagne got to suck some D again.
Charlamagne's mouth.
It's like, what? Like, he said that? It's like, I didn't even realize. I missed when he put that bet out. And then, of course, the clip comes later where he's like, if he gets arrested again, he'll never get arrested again. If he does, I'll suck some D. It's like, what?
If LeBron make 3 threes this game, I'll suck some dick.
Yeah, it's like, bro, what are we talking about?
Just go ahead, suck
Why
it.
do you keep putting? It was like the
Like a
gauge.
parlay. He just playing game.
He's oddly curious about sucking dick.
And that's the thing too, that it's like the edgy part that we enjoyed about him got replaced with gay humor. Gay
You
white
see,
boy humor.
That's how he thinks he's still being edgy. It's like it's like the thing he's held on to be edgy.
Because gay humor is like it's easy to find. Like you can find gayness in anything.
It's so
You know what I'm
easy,
saying?
yeah.
Like,
And not only is it easy, it's different. So for white boys, there's a certain level before you think, is he gay? For black people, you can have gay humor, but it's sprinkled. The frequency is a lot less.
It's a
than
lower
the way,
threshold.
It's a lower threshold. The threshold is different, is what I'm pretty much saying. White boys have a threshold, black people have a threshold, and then let's just say like extremely religious Middle Easterns.
Yeah, I was about to
it's like
say.
down here. You know what I'm saying?
And like Africans.
Where in Africans, where there is no threshold, it's you make one gay joke, you gay. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, it's cool when you sprinkle it, but we have Schultz there, and it's cool when you can play off of his or he plays off of yours every so often. But when if we were to break your podcast into segments for each topic, if there's a gay joke in what the hell are we doing, bro?
yeah.
You have surpassed the threshold.
Well,
already.
he's probably, like what we were saying with osmosis around Andrew, like he just keeps shooting and keeps shooting.
It got
So it's
you
like-
talking about with jokes?
Yeah, with jokes.
With
like
the gay jokes.
Yeah, so Andrew doesn't really just be shooting gay jokes out like
He
every
doesn't,
time.
no.
But as far as just shooting jokes,
Yes.
like
All subjects can get shot from.
being around a comedian is probably a different type. Like being around Mike Tyson, you probably just feel invincible. Like nigga, you're around Mike Tyson.
Yeah, you feel like little baby in the locker room.
You
behind
feel more-
Gervonta Davis.
It's a
Yeah.
little different. It's a little different with
You see?
Charlamagne though, because Charlamagne could have been a comedian. He has
Yeah.
like the timing and the mental makeup to be able to see life from that different angle.
Yeah.
To be able
Fast
to
on his
find
feet.
funny in the fringe. He's fast on his feet. He's witty. He
Yeah.
could have
Yeah.
been a comedian.
He could have been. But just the gay jokes, it's like
It's too many of them. They
it's
don't be
too
funny.
many, bro. And that's the thing about gay jokes. If that's definitely one of those areas, if you do too many, it is not funny at all. Like
You oversaturated.
when
it.
you oversaturate the gay jokes, it literally will go from hilarious to dead flat.
So like you subliminally coming out the closet.
Yeah, at this point, we're having different conversations. Like, what's going on for
Man,
real?
I wish I could, because like for the past 5 minutes we've been talking about that. I've been trying to remember what happened in the moment. But if there's any niggas who on Reddit and the Brilliant Idiots feed that know about this shit, put this shit somewhere, repost it, comment down below.
Right.
There was a moment on the episode not too long ago. It was probably last year, maybe even a little longer than that. Charlamagne said something.
Yeah.
And the energy in the room was just like, this is genuine gay. Like Andrew and Alex was like, they was like looking, they didn't even come back with jokes to respond. They was just like, this nigga might actually be a homosexual. Even some of Charlamagne's mannerisms sometimes, especially on that damn talk show. Every time he gets on that talk show,
what
it's
talk-
the show he has on Comedy Central.
Oh yeah, I forgot that show.
Is that what
was
it's on?
It used to be Hell of a Week, but it's something different now.
I think it's on Comedy Central. I wonder if we could Google Charlamagne the God mannerisms. Because like he throws them out like an auntie.
Yeah, he does when he gets on. But his TV shows do not seem to do well.
I was about to say, like, how is this TV show? Is
I don't
this,
know.
Do you think that's him or do you think that's the format? and the
God's
time
honest
period?
truth. That's what it is now.
I don't know.
The
Honestly.
God's honest
Could be a
truth,
lot
yeah.
of different
Pretty
things.
good name actually.
Could be a fucking,
Yeah, I don't know. It could be a lot of things. Like, but yeah, I can't do the gay jokes no more. It's too much, bro. It's literally taken away from the joke. Like, it's taken away from the quality. It's just too much.
You're
dog.
laying it down too thick.
Yeah, bro. It's too much, bro.
Jesus.
Like,
I'm telling you, bro. He just has no other way to be edgy. He just keeps trying to do that.
that's his edge now.
Yeah.
Just being gay.
Which is not even like that crazy to people anymore. So it's like, what the fuck?
He's being normal at this point. He's not being different enough.
Yeah, you're getting a whole nother dollar sign. Like,
Yeah.
and then it's almost like it kind of goes back to one of those like, you have so many gay jokes. Are you really like homophobic or afraid of gay people?
Right,
you know, like
right.
when you keep
Yeah.
talking about like how they say that Dave Chappelle keeps talking about
trans,
transgender.
yeah.
Yeah, like that. Like, oh, you must really want to be one.
What's the saying? Thou that protests too much. I forgot how it's worded.
Oh yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Now that protests too much must be want to be it.
Yeah.
Some shit like
Hey,
that.
it's 11:03. I'm sorry.
Nigga, don't blame, nigga. Blame the time, nigga.
All right.
11:03, nigga.
Well, you didn't know it either, so what's your excuse, motherfucker?
Shit, nigga, I'm on there. I'm chilling.
Yeah. So,
But even on the Breakfast Club, like they would have the two Ken Barbie dolls in the back in different positions every interview, and it was like a sick little joke that they was playing to see if anybody would pick it up.
it's so weird, bro.
It's too much. You playing? Nah, it's just.
It's too much. It's just not. It's not funny no more. And I enjoy white boy gay humor. I think it's hilarious.
It can be funny, you know
But
what I
when
mean?
it's too much, it's just like now. It's just what the fuck? Can you just tell me something? Like,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
feels like you're trying to tell me something. Can
say it.
you just tell me so that these jokes will hit better? Because now I need to know if you're gay or not before these jokes to be funny. Because if you are gay, then they'll be funny again. But
But-
if they're not, I'll just tell you the jokes suck.
How are the jokes being like, shown off? Like, are they subtle? Like,
Oh, you're showing off? Showing off?
it's
we
like,
can't-
it's
we
like
can't-
he'll find it in the littlest things. It's like, bro, you can't. Like,
Exactly. It was just what just happened.
Like, you trying to fit through that tight hole? Oh yeah, that tight hole. Oh, damn, you damn right. I'm trying to
Exactly.
fit through that tight hole. Like,
Exactly. It's like, God
you
damn,
can't get away
bruh.
from it.
Well,
They
you know,
would
I'm
get-
a wide receiver. You know.
Yeah.
yeah.
They would get so gay on Brilliant Idiots that they had a segment called Dick Talk.
But that was cool
You
back then,
remember
though.
That was
That
when it
was-
was funny.
That was when it
that's
was
when it
still
was funny, though.
tasteful.
That was when it was
Yeah.
tasteful. Yeah,
But
that was
it
when it was.
the thing that was
Yeah.
happening. Taxstone went on there one time.
Dick
and,
talk, dick segment.
yeah, it was a whole
And that's
thing.
back when they used to still be
That
like,
was when it was lit.
But
Yeah,
even back then,
shit.
I still used to, like,
Really?
it's funny, but stop saying it like that.
It was when they started mixing and mastering the echoes.
yeah.
Dick talk, dick segment. That was when it was funny.
Charlamagne said something
Yeah.
so gay to Taxstone one time. He was like, "This is the bisexual idiots."
Yo,
They put you
damn.
for fireball.
Yeah, that
Jesus
is.
Christ.
But I can't do it. Can we just get back to like one good dick segment per episode and not an hour and a half to 2 hours of dick
I
episodes?
mean, why any? You know what I mean? It depends on why just one. Nigga. It's just- I mean, if it happens, it happens.
Can we
But
just
like,
get back to what?
He said it's a necessary evil.
It is, because it really is part of the foundation of the show. Dick talk, dick segment is it's pretty quintessential to the show. You know what I'm saying? To the foundations of it.
but then back when Taylor was producing, they had a girl. You
She's
know,
still
they could,
producing.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, shout out to Taylor. So I guess it could still work. But hey,
Yeah.
Taylor, what new hoeing going on? Like,
Right.
yeah, I don't know.
And we've talked shit about Taylor before. So, like, did you hear when she had that one joke on Andrew recently?
I did.
That's the
did
best thing
not.
that she's ever done.
I
Yeah,
didn't. I missed
yeah.
it
the greatest
completely.
thing she's ever
Can
said.
we watch it? Can you see if you can find that exactly?
Yeah, because they've clipped it up, I'm sure.
Yeah. So Taylor from the Brilliance Club, you know, whatever. I'm not about to reintroduce it. He talked about it already. I'll just go back a little bit in my cut. But yeah, I didn't see it, but the promo for it was crazy. It was like a Mayweather fight. The
They
promo
rolled it
for
out.
They rolled it out so crazy because it was like they just kept showing people's reaction. You know what I'm saying?
like,
How crazy it was. Yeah, but it was so much promo, I never got to watch it actually. So this will be my first time watching essentially Taylor's greatest moment on Brilliant Idiot's history, I guess.
Yeah, essentially. That's exactly what just happened.
Okay.
It's the most fire thing she's ever said.
Only thing about this video is I don't know what point.
It's
Clip.
9 minutes long.
Clip
Looks-
title. I mean, we can make this a whole reaction,
All
which
right.
is fine.
All right, I'll run the whole thing.
Okay. And yeah. We can't. It's on me.
We can't hear nothing.
Shut up. That doesn't surprise anybody.
Go back.
Shout out to Dan Latham.
The person I know was getting D say that.
I actually was the honor roll. I was on the honor roll 4 years in high school.
What's high school? Shout them out so we
Lower
can shut it
Marion
down.
High school, yes.
You missed an
Yes.
easy lob right there.
No.
When she said on a roll, I thought you were going.
See? You know what I'm saying? You see, Taylor?
Pause.
Now, Taylor.
She about to go out there.
Andrew, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Andrew, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, though. I could run faster than your sperm, though, so relax.
What? He's a comedian. That is comedian. That's funny. You
Pause.
comedian.
Context, right? So for ages, they made fat jokes about Taylor, and Andrew Schultz has been trying to get his wife pregnant for like 5 months now.
Oh,
and there's still
I
no
didn't know
baby.
that. I didn't know
And
that.
it's an ongoing joke he makes about himself. And you gotta understand, like Andrew Schultz is a comedian and he's stunned. Look at the way his hands are positioned.
No, that was good. That was
That
good.
shot him in the chest.
That was
his
good.
Hands are,
That
his
was
hands
good.
are fucked. Yeah, look at him.
He has a new level of respect of playing with Taylor after that moment.
She knew she had a bomb because of the way
That's why
she was
she
setting up. And listen up, Andrew.
She wouldn't stop.
Andrew, and
She
listen
wouldn't
up.
stop. She didn't care about podcast etiquette. She said, "I'm getting this off." Yeah,
Yeah, it was no setup, just straight nigga.
straight to it. What's
Punchline.
cracking?
Yeah, no jab step, just
Yeah.
straight nigga.
Punchline,
To the,
nigga.
yeah.
Damn,
Right in the
okay.
jaw. And he don't have a Philly jaw, but that was a Philly joke. Because Taylor's from Philly.
Now it makes complete sense why, like,
Faster than your sperm.
because I did what Van and Charlamagne. I was just like,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe she went there.
Yeah. It was all three of them were speechless.
Like what it? Like play it for like 5 seconds. I
This
just
is
kinda
like when
wanna
the
see.
short dude windmills. It's like you wasn't expecting him to be able to do that.
She has that one chambered. She has that one chambered.
Go back actually.
Whoa, okay.
Let's
So he's not like flabbergasted, but he does like he
It's-
understands. It's been years.
It's-
Like he's kind of like, hey,
Nah,
what you
he's
gonna do?
hurt.
Like,
No, he's hurt, bro.
He's
He brings
hurt.
it up like mad times after
He's
that
hurt.
same
Yeah,
he's
episode.
hurt.
The
And then
remainder
started
of
the
this
next
episode,
week. The next week started with that shit again.
This lingered on. Yeah, this is one of
see.
them.
I didn't know the context because I haven't been following as much as I used
That's
to.
why I was trying to pause it right before she said it.
Yeah, I didn't realize that he had been trying to get his wife pregnant either for the last while because he is newly married, like within his first
He
year.
been trying to get her pregnant.
Yeah, like he's trying to start a family and he's struggling to.
And he even
Which is a-
told,
which
I
is
don't
a
know if
blow.
this was on Flagrant, if it was on Brilliant Idiots, but he was talking about how he had to go to a lab to get his sperm tested
To see what
to
his
see
count
what the
was.
hell was going
so
on.
he's been actively trying to, yeah.
He had to get a speedometer on his nuts.
Them T levels is probably, hey, law of
That's-
diminishing returns. You can't just be,
That's what they always say, that like, they go to the T levels, but I heard that this is like an issue that's independent of that.
What the hell is the T level?
It can be. Testosterone.
testosterone.
Oh. I was like, what? This nigga drinking tea that's got him fucked up?
Probably need to be
Let me
drinking.
know.
Could be
Not,
the
let me know.
cigarettes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, what tea is he drinking? I need to make sure to stay away from that shit.
Might be that alpha brain.
Or, hopefully.
That's a joke, allegedly. They could sue us for that, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely a joke.
I was about to say,
We'll
hopefully
believe it.
he not doing like, no hard drugs, you feel me? Like,
Yeah.
Nah, well, it depends. When he goes to Burning Man, he indulges. It's going to be a little
Yeah.
mildly, little cocaine.
Does his wife go with him to Burning Man?
that white girl.
That would defeat the purpose.
not necessarily.
This is Burning
It
Man.
might add to it.
It might make it better, yeah.
Some things you got to leave her at home for.
That's true. I fully believe that, but
You want to do cocaine with your wife?
depends. Yes.
Cocaine is for
Possibly.
your girlfriend.
Possibly.
You do cocaine with your girlfriend, and then you get married and talk about how
Well,
you
if
used to
You
do
do
cocaine.
cocaine with people who do cocaine.
Well, we're
Cocaine with
talking. Well, we
everybody.
got to think about T.I. and Tiny been together forever, and they do a little bit of everything. It seems like.
Yeah.
They still fucking?
Absolutely.
T.I. and Tiny.
I think maybe it had been so dry she done popped out. This is so crazy to talk about his wife like this.
Who, Tiny?
T.I. will come see me about this too.
Yeah.
Let me not say nothing.
He will pull up with level 3 GTA weaponry in his trunk
Yeah,
for
let me
you.
show. It's not even worth it talking about a nigga's wife. I'll leave her off the table.
Yeah,
But I think drugs might put a new spark in some couples' relationships.
Yeah,
That's
look
pretty
right
much
with
what I'm
Bobby and
saying.
Whitney. Drugs are fuel for love.
Yeah, when you
it's
come-
easy to love somebody when you high as a motherfucker and they just as high as you.
Yeah,
and
that's
everything
true.
is blissful.
That's
There's
true.
nothing to hate. Let's have sex. Let's go eat something.
Bonnie and Clyde was probably spending all their bank robbery money on heroin. or
On
something.
heroin. I'm glad you said heroin because that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
They probably it wasn't even called heroin. It was called opium.
opium.
Yeah.
Jack and
And they
Jill
got
was
it from the
they
what
got
they
it
called Chinese back then.
The China,
Orientals.
Oh, I don't know.
Orientals.
Oh yeah, Orientals.
The S word.
Jack and Jill was probably popping pills, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drugs can really bring love together. That's what we're getting to.
For real.
Pocahontas and John.
For a different type of love.
They was
that you
probably smoking Native American drugs.
Why isn't there a drug that makes you like your sperm superman? Like, you know what I mean?
I'm sure there is.
Like, there's different
Well,
types
you
of
know
drug
what?
to make you.
I'm gonna tell you what drug will make your nut like just like superhero or your sperm.
Green smoothie thing.
Yeah, like I would say vegan, ultimate,
Yeah.
like niggas with the healthiest
keto.
diets, like their metabolism, their bodies and their physical peak.
Mm-hmm.
I bet their sperm is ridiculously strong.
If you're drinking like kale juice, some cucumber juice,
Right.
anything green every day,
If you
or
don't,
2 days,
if you
a
don't
day,
eat any processed meat and you eat all and you work out 4 or 5 days a week, you probably got the
you
strongest.
have to
sperm.
wear a condom. Like,
Yeah,
you gonna
yeah,
get-
you have to. Like a
Yeah.
drop would get somebody pregnant.
Two of them,
Sure.
you'll bust through it. You
Yeah.
got too much turmeric in your system.
Yeah. Those people have the strongest sperm. I think healthy living.
You want vegetables
Which
and
he
herbs.
doesn't
nigga.
seem like an unhealthy person. But does he know it's him or is it his wife?
That's the thing, right?
That's a little personal.
I
I don't
don't-
know if he talked about that.
The way
though.
he's presented it, it's seeming like it's
his problem.
on his behalf.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And like, you know, Andrew be working a lot. He probably doesn't get no sleep. He probably
Sleep will do it.
He probably
So sleep is an excuse for not busting nut.
but
Sleep
it's
But sleep ain't
contributes
an
to a
excuse for
lot.
forgetting phrases.
sleep on top of the drugs, and then on top of the other unhealthy habits that he
Yeah.
probably has.
But don't say drugs. He's not 17-year-old Joe Budden just,
And we
going
don't
through
know
life.
we don't know if he's on anything.
and of course, allegedly,
Definitely Adderall.
but
Allegedly.
off rip.
I really do feel confident saying that, at least that one.
Adderall and nicotine for sure.
It's
Yeah.
people on CNN that are using that. People, ABC 11 News, like you
Oh,
watch
yeah.
them, look at their eyes, nigga, they be wired.
And this is the
6
thing
a.m.
about Adderall too. It's like when you're prescribed for it, it locks you in. But like people take Adderall like recreational. They bust it up and snort it.
Yeah.
So those are the people that we're talking about. Not the ones who have it prescribed and need it to concentrate for the day.
And
Yeah,
then
the junkies.
Yeah.
We're not talking about patients.
And then we're
Right.
talking about comedians, like nigga, drugs is like, you know, synonymous with them.
Not necessarily.
Bruh, drugs and addictions is synonymous with comedians.
Well, maybe with entertainers, but I don't think comedians specifically.
right.
Well, yeah.
I don't think there's anything innate about comedy that is drugs are going to get involved.
I mean,
Like when you an NBA player, white women are going to be there. You're going to have sex with them. That's a part of the
Yeah.
job. But
think the-
drugs and comedians,
nigga,
Yeah, I feel like the only comedian that I can attach to drugs.
Look.
There's two. The two
I
comedians
did
I
it
can.
again.
I
Oops.
kind of.
The two comedians that I can attach to drugs, not all of them, but the two, I can only think of two, and that's Richard Pryor and Cat Williams.
And Joey Diaz.
Joey Diaz, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Joey Diaz, he was literally he would go into the cellar. It would be like a nightmare, but like a good one for drug addicts.
Right.
Like, because they would share drugs. Like you would have one comedian like, oh, he's a pill guy. Yeah, he's here. You know, he's sharing his pills. He was rolling around with Paul Mooney. Bobby Lee was in there back when he was like real fucked up. Like
Right.
comedians are drug addicts. Even Patrice, his addiction was food. Like he wasn't perfect.
Yeah,
Like he
yeah.
wasn't on drugs, but his
Yeah.
addiction was food.
He was getting half cookies.
He was a fat mess.
Yeah, he ate himself, like in his own words, he ate himself until he was useless.
He literally ate his tail.
Yeah. Who said that? I can't remember who
But
said it, but they summed up Q from Worldstar because he had the same thing. He died for being overweight.
Yeah.
Something with his heart or something like that.
Jesus.
And he was like, think about the fact that Q from Worldstar was the first like major online internet corporation kind of thing, and a fork killed him.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, it's kind of crazy.
It's crazy. Not even like a real drug.
Yeah, a fork,
Yeah.
the food. It's crazy.
Processed food.
Something that you have to do. That's overdosing on oxygen.
Yeah,
It's a natural part of life. You got to consume that to keep going.
Yeah, but you live in like, yeah, but you live in China. You're not wearing no mask though. You know. What I mean?
Food isn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Food isn't that delicious.
Man,
I beg to differ.
we don't got no money though.
But they're not eating it. They're not eating it because it's delicious. They're eating it to cope with something else.
Yeah.
They're just filling the void.
And so, bro, like you got to think about the lifestyle. If you on the road, McDonald's is your friend. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're using the app, you getting the points. You feel me? That's a whole nother level.
That
you got
is.
the credit card to go with it.
Once you have an app assigned
You
to
committed.
a food spot, yeah, once they start giving you little free trinkets here and there, that's when you're fucked.
Oh, I got
That's-
3,000 points now. I can give me a
I can
free
cash-
medium fry.
I can. Some people got enough points they can eat the whole week.
Yeah.
And just cash points out.
Yeah.
And be good type. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You
Like,
got enough points to piss McDonald's off.
right. Kind of like, yeah, for real though.
Have Ronald coming after you. But nah,
What
man.
time are we at right now?
2 minutes and 2 hours and 30 really.
Oh, we have 10 minutes of pre-air though, right?
No,
Yeah.
that's including 10. So right now we're at 2:38. So I'm saying we're at,
damn.
yeah. So with
right.
pre-air we're probably at 2:30 exactly,
Oh,
or
shit.
close to.
Okay. Yeah, let's wrap these up real quick. Because there is 2 more topics that we should definitely get to. Just Pearly Things gets exposed in a real way. In a real way. Let's make sure we shut this beautiful Oriental looking young lady. Let's make sure we give her the proper respect for doing the research and meticulously busting this down into dimes and nicks. So one thing that
She damn sure did.
I mean, she was Alpo, you know, in the
Yeah.
like. I mean, she was stretching. She was
Stepping on.
She
She
was
was
stepping
stepping
all in
on.
there,
She was
boy.
stepping on Pearly Things. Crazy, and I love a good online video that's solely. I love a good YouTube hit piece that's well researched. And it's not only is it well researched, but your delivery, you're performing too.
Yeah.
It's not just that, you know, because you can have a well researched one and deliver it dry, it'll hit. But when you have those elements of humor, a little dark
Yeah.
humor, a little objective humor, you know, you just got the, you know, in the editing, the way she would edit it would be, she might just make a statement and then she'll make her own statement, play a Pearly Things statement, come back to her and be like, oh yeah, but Pearly Things also said something around the lines of, and then it roll like,
Just very technical.
Just-
It's like
it was
it's
so-
a way to cut somebody. You know,
it's a way to cut somebody Candace
Yeah.
Owens style. You know what I'm saying? Like
what the Japanese call it? I forgot.
Ginsu.
Shout out to somebody in the comments that know.
What's her name? Zoom in on her name so we can.
Brittany Venti.
Shout out to Brittany Venti, aka Brittany 20.
She looks
I
what she
haven't met
looks
a
like?
Brittany that didn't have big breasts.
Does she have big breasts?
Me personally in my life, or at least nice titties.
What are we looking at right now?
This is her thing. This is
Color
the video.
analysis.
This is when she was talking about Pearl style.
Oh, got you. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
I mean, okay, just an example. The fact that we're looking, she's breaking down like
Is she doing eugenics? What's happening here?
She's breaking down like
she's
how
breaking down her ideology crazy.
Yeah, she's breaking down how Pearl's dress is like how Pearl doesn't attract men, and then like breaking down like her style, and
Why
breaking
her
down
style-
why her style doesn't work for her, and why the stylist that she had to help her fucked her up even more.
Well, they could have just stopped at her face. Look at this woman.
Well, no,
She
because
looked like the little nigga that wanted the ring.
because she does.
Smeagol.
Smeagol.
Gollum.
Yeah,
She does
Gollum.
look pretty peculiar, but you know, some women can like get away with that. Peculiar looking hoes.
Quirky looking.
You had a few slipping under your radar?
Nigga, you have. I've been with you.
That would be funny if it was true. You see how nobody laughed, but they laughed when I said,
I don't know,
Yeah.
shit. I know.
You was waiting on that.
Yeah, I don't know, nigga.
Like,
He would know better than us.
It didn't feel personal because it felt made up.
Nigga,
But-
you've looked at a peculiar bitch.
But go back up to her.
Yeah, I was looking for like timestamps if they had any, but no.
The Abba and Preach one would be the best place to look at
It would be,
timestamps.
yeah.
So we can go to that. But
Yeah.
this chick right here, though, shout out to her. I mean, she really bust.
What is her quarrel with
I don't know.
Just a
and I
white
don't
woman
even,
beef?
I don't even know what her.
She's in a white woman. She can't.
She definitely Oriental something.
Are we allowed
What?
to say that still?
Yeah, that Oriental is just a word. We can't say
Yeah, Oriental.
I don't know
Was,
actually.
when was Oriental offensive? I missed that.
It might,
that's
it might
a
be
word?
kind of.
Oh. I've never heard that one before.
Which one? What?
You were classical racist.
hold up. Let me turn this shit.
It's still on. It's. Oh. I never even heard of that.
Yeah, like he's a like.
That's
I'm
like
gonna write that
We
down.
have a
though.
residential slur expert. You got the
it's-
mic on?
Yeah, it's on now. But yeah, we can't say that's the word. But it's I love seeing white women beef because it's almost.
Guess what? I'll be googling the origins of.
Yeah, because it's a funny one.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah. Sounds hilarious.
Yeah,
but
I love it.
I never knew that Oriental was offensive, but this chick is.
You think she's a lesbian?
No, hell no.
Just Pearly Things.
Just Pearly Things. Apparently, in this video where they're like busting her down, she was even talking about how Just Pearly Things said she was trying to have a hoe phase and dudes wouldn't even try to sleep with her.
Nigga, she talked about her fashion, her hoe phase, her failed hoe phase.
She talked about everything. She talked about her failed wife school. She talked about her failed. She talked about her looks. I mean, she really. Are we about to watch it?
Yeah. If you want, I'll play some of it.
Said, just Pearly Things could fall asleep at a frat party and wake up untouched.
Yep. No sticky substance on her fucking forehead.
If I have to start talking to boys, wife me up if you're in the London area.
In terms of purity, Pearl's not a virgin. Pearl actually wanted to partake in hookup culture.
But I swear to God, like, guys don't try to sleep with me.
Oh.
I'm
sorry.
Like I swear to God, I've been on a date and I would have been down, and you just never tried. I was like, oh, okay. I've been on a date to a guy didn't even touch me once.
Yeah.
He touched me once, and I'm like, I don't know if guys approach me often.
It could be the clothes.
It could be the clothes.
Her friend tried to
They
help
are
her.
flaming a motherfucker.
I like how she didn't even deny
They
it.
are
Shout out Abba and
flaming
Preach
a
because they do good
motherfucker.
work.
Hold on.
And Abba been in some.
Her especially.
We're just witnessing the murder with popcorn in hand. I ain't snitching on no one. We all saw it. We not saying a word to the cops. We enjoying this one.
Whoop whoop. That's the sound of me not saying shit.
Yeah, I ain't saying nothing. We watching this one.
So, according to Pearl, I guess we shouldn't be taking her advice, considering that she can't attract men even for casual encounters.
I've noticed a lot of therapists are like older single women, and I'm kind of like, if you can't maintain a relationship, why would I take advice from you?
You see, my thing. This is goofy. So can you stop the video?
Yeah. Pause.
Because I understand what this is. Right?
Okay, Vetsy.
This girl, because just Pearly Things, you know, she's a feminist.
Yes.
I think that's what I'm getting at.
Okay,
She's a feminist.
Yeah. You think
That one?
Yeah, this
for
one.
sure? Yeah.
She's a feminist.
But I guess that's what her whole channel.
And she's kind of like, she's countering all the things.
That is red pill
Like
ideology.
this is some girl, like, you know.
This is some catty shit.
Some catty shit. Because just Pearly Things, she's not hideous. Like, I know dudes that will hit that.
No, She was picking her apart, like, for real though. This wasn't just only petty. It was petty in parts, but she was really picking her apart.
There was only certain. She bust down everything down.
Yeah,
her
there's a
origin
bunch
story.
of stuff she bust down. Her origin story, like all sorts. She's pretty much just saying that Pearl is a talking head that's spewing talking points that she don't got none of her shit.
Yeah.
She pretty much bust down a fake. She's a fake red pill
Right.
person. Another thing that I didn't know about Pearly Things that she exposed was Pearl self-admittedly got catfished by a guy. She got weight fished. So it was the same person, I think,
Just bigger.
but he was a lot fatter.
He imploded.
He was also homeless. So she moved him in with her parents' house, helped him get an ID and back on his feet, and now he is upgraded and moved on to another bitch.
Nigga lost 50 pounds. He's fucking a new girl.
And she's out there telling women to pick better.
See, she can't catch a penis. And you gonna get her in your DMs because you just said you know niggas who would fuck her. She don't even know niggas that would fuck her.
Bro, she doesn't.
Throw that live, Jay.
It's the dudes that she wants to fuck. But she can find dudes that want to
that's for
have
sure.
consensual, you know,
She'll fuck. It sounds
intercourse
like
with her.
she'll be in a serious relationship with somebody who was homeless and didn't have an ID.
Yeah.
She's desperate, bro.
That's crazy. So
She can't even confirm that that's who he is.
Exactly. It's something about a nigga who don't have y'all ever been out with a nigga and you get to the door or y'all are waiting in line to get in somewhere and he says, I don't have my ID on me?
He's either a minor or he does illegal activity.
Yeah.
The great big body Beth said once that I don't leave the house with the identification. Because you never know when you're going to talk to the police. You can be a chameleon. You could be
It's actually
anybody.
a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
I can't ID myself.
Yeah.
Just give you a name.
Depends on the context.
Depending on the context, yeah. But it's just so irresponsible. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so irresponsible.
To a regular civilian.
To a regular civilian.
Yeah.
Like, I went out in DC with my cousins and it hit me halfway through the night. I was like, wow, we all had our IDs and we got in, no issues. They scanned our IDs and it wasn't nothing crazy. We conducted ourselves. we're all clearly
Adults.
we're all clearly a certain level of adult and responsible. Like this is so nice.
And
that
it's such a basic level thing. It's crazy to think that we have to talk that way.
right. Yeah,
like, I haven't gone out enough for that to even be a problem.
Yeah, man,
Like,
that's I've run into that a couple times where, and it's not even always. Most of the time, it's not with my immediate circle. It's with the group that we run into that we end up making one big group out of. The tag-alongs are the ones that normally got all the issue because all of us are normally on point. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the random homie that we all know, hey, we trying to bring him to the next spot with us, but nigga, we're leaving you outside.
He got ripped jeans on. They don't allow those.
Exactly.
You feel
Come
me?
on,
Like,
you know you was about to get around these white folks for that, correct?
Yeah. Like he was going to alchemy.
Is this the part where
Right here, yeah, where she was talking about the catfish?
Yes, let's look at this part and then we'll be off this chick. I just want to give her all her flowers.
She looks like an avatar.
She does. And I don't know if
she looks AI generated.
And I'm not, she damn sure does. And I'm not about to co-sign all her content because I have no idea what this woman does. This is the first time I've seen her in my entire life.
Facts.
So she
looks good.
She all right. She all right. She's real regular looking to me, but that doesn't mean nothing in this. That has nothing to do with this video. She killed this video though. She went Super Saiyan on this video for sure.
You're probably wondering by now, where is Pearl's ring? Well, I'm here to inform you that Pearl is single and unmarried at 26 years old.
And the reason I decided to go to therapy is because in the next like 5 to 7 years, ideally, some things are out of your control, but ideally I'd like to be married.
Oh man.
Sorry. Every time I see her talk about getting into a relationship, I just keep hearing
she is too picky.
just lonely things. That's all I can think about.
She did open the video up saying,
According to
just
her,
lonely things.
it's because she is too picky.
You're single over a certain age, you're probably too picky.
And I say that it's because she's too picky because she claims that 28 years old is pretty old to be getting married.
If you're in
Damn.
Yeah, I'm on that type of time, my nigga. Hold on. I'm on that type of time, my nigga. Hold on.
Thank God for you. But
she's becoming the monster she used to.
y'all starting to feel a little bad for her. I feel like she got like an ugly Betty origin story.
Don't feel bad.
I don't feel bad.
I don't
for
feel
her.
bad for her, bro.
No,
Her pops is paying her way for everything.
And you don't have to.
Daddy's money.
Boy,
Which is fine, but it's just like I
They're
don't.
making this pizza melt look delicious, but
What
I
is
know
that?
it's not
Was
gonna
that
look
Taco
like
Bell?
that.
It was Taco Bell.
It's probably Pizza Hut.
That's crazy that fucking commercial worked. We got us all considering that joint.
Yeah, because it's intriguing and like they dip the hell out of it.
You're right.
Right into that man there.
Over a certain age, you're probably too picky.
And I say that it's because she's too picky because she claims that 28 years old is pretty old to be getting married.
What do men value? Third thing men value, youth. How are they getting youth when the average age of first marriage for women in the U.S. is 28.6 years old?
And Pearl doesn't have much long-term experience in dating either. According to this interview on Yahoo News and what Pearl says online about her dating experiences on various podcasts, she's only had a couple of boyfriends. If you can do the math of her being 23 in the Yahoo interview, they couldn't have been that long considering she just turned 26 in the past couple of months. And that got me interested in knowing who is Pearl picking, considering that anytime a guy does something wrong, no matter what it is, she tells women to simply just pick better.
Okay, so then you pick guys that cheat.
I discovered that last year Pearl tweeted about a breakup she had, so I decided to go ahead and check the archives. And it turns out that Pearl actually got catfished by an obese man with 2 children on TikTok.
Obese. Jesus Christ.
When did we start dating?
Yep, that's right.
Go back a little bit. Go back a little bit.
Baby, when did we start dating?
Yep. That's right.
This
An
bitch
obese
with
man
Lotario.
with 2 children on TikTok. And I point out that he's obese because Pearl is constantly dunking on fat girls.
Why do I need to look at your rolls and then I have to go on social media? Then boom, whale. Boom, another whale.
The cherry on top is that Pearl has been pretty adamant about men having children being a deal breaker for her.
For me personally, I'm not into the guys with kids. That's not my thing.
Instead of immediately breaking up with him for hiding 2 whole children from her, she instead takes him in to live with her and her family to mooch off of them.
Because he was homeless when I first met him. So I moved him into my parents' house so he could get an ID.
too.
Yeah, and so my
Show
parents
proof of
put
him.
him like on our lease.
Aw.
So that was how and they moved him in for he lived with us for a month.
Meanwhile, Pearl is out here humble bragging about her bagging a rich one on podcasts.
Oh, he was a millionaire. It was just he didn't know what to do with it.
How did you know a millionaire?
He was on social media and I saw he lived kind of close to me, and so I made videos saying oh, we should hang out.
Yeah, you see, the funny thing is this is all women.
Hey, there go.
Yeah,
I bet publicly.
In there.
Like, have you never seen those videos of girls like shooting their shots at guys publicly? I was on TikTok.
She does dress
and I
like a
did
school
video
teacher.
saying, you know, when he's not doing this like comedic
Substitute.
bit, he's actually kind of
Yeah,
fine.
substitute
Like,
one at that.
I live in Chicago. You live in Chicago. We should like hang out.
I am pretty confident that Pearl is referring to her ex 𝙑𝔑𝔫 in these instances because 𝙑𝔑𝔫 is from Chicago, like the millionaire ex she talks about in the video. There are multiple articles saying that 𝙑𝔑𝔫 was homeless when he was around 22 years old. I do find it funny that Pearl dating 𝙑𝔑𝔫, or people know him
got a
as Angry
Photoshop
Reaction,
face, right?
was framed as her bagging a rich one. Meanwhile, he actually moved on to date a more attractive redhead, and she's still single and unmarried. It seems
found a
like her
better
advice
white
on
girl.
lowering her
Yeah,
standards
he
to get
did.
married isn't working out
The
so
level
well
up
for
was
her.
crazy.
Pearl has the absolute audacity to
He was
tell
like
women
Mark
to pick
Henry.
better when she literally got catfished by some girl's obese baby daddy on TikTok.
See, we don't gotta fight with women because they fight themselves.
Yeah, that pussy. We're winning. The feminists are eating themselves.
Nigga, that's what happens.
Right,
nigga. They
right.
become their own enemies.
Yeah. I wonder what this chick's YouTube entire channel is about. And she's so interesting because she's really looking at the camera with them dead eyes too.
That shit
Yeah.
is fucking me up every now and
Ain't
then.
it? It's like she got the dead eyes
Like,
and
this
it's
don't
just
feel right. You don't feel good.
yeah, it's kind of crazy. But
She has talking points.
she do.
She really just she extrapolated that whole thing.
I
She went
believe women
crazy.
call this getting read. This is what just what it means to get read by a woman.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard that terminology?
Honestly,
I've
that's why
heard
I
it,
can
yeah.
never get into the read.
Yeah, because yeah.
I'm just like literally like two people just literally just like
Just doing that.
I'm good
Just
on that.
going in. This gay dude and this black woman.
Yeah, who came out to be gay later?
Oh, they're both dyking.
Crystals.
Oh,
Wait.
wow.
Yep. So
I never knew that.
she gave me those vibes from the beginning though.
You think she got it like osmosis, Justin?
Yeah.
You think she just picked it up and then
You believe that theory too, so do you believe that too?
Nah.
Picked up
I don't
the
think gay
gayness.
is contaminated.
But yeah, rest in peace to Pearly Things. Shout out to this girl, Brittany
Venti.
Brittany 20.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at her content. I might go to
Yeah,
her
I'm gonna check her
IG or
content out
whatever,
just to
you
see
know.
what it's hitting on.
See if she got some big breasts.
When you saw that her boyfriend was black, what did that do to y'all? Because you know this is also the same person who did she have on the podcast that was racist as a motherfucker?
Nick Fuentes.
Nick Fuentes, and she was on there kind of ad libbing him.
Oh yeah.
And she messed.
I always thought
an
Pearl.
interesting-
I always thought Pearl was a clown.
And she messed with a big gorilla.
Yeah, that was an ugly nigga. I ain't gonna lie. He had no
Big
ID.
King Kong motherfucker.
And like, okay, you saw how he looked with his new white girl. Like,
Happy.
And not only that, niggas like that, niggas that look like that, they have to dress well and they have to be like, they have to have some money because like the poor version of him looks homeless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he has to maintain a upper middle class lifestyle to look presentable.
No, we don't. He could be homeless in a cardboard apartment with no ID, and he'll still pull a white girl.
He pulled just Pearly Things and moved into a millionaire.
Of all people, a person who makes content on the daily and is very successful at it, an influencer.
Did you see how he was hugging her in that little video? With they black outfits on?
He was bobbing on her.
I ain't never done no shit with that shit like that with a chick, bro. That's crazy.
Word.
Not and then had it posted.
Not on video or nothing.
Yeah, nothing like that. Right?
You ain't never had no
she's had-
pearly white girl before.
I guess I ain't never had that bland before. That flavorless.
Yeah, saltine.
I don't know, man.
I saw just Pearly Things in a bikini. There's really nothing to offer. It's kind of crazy.
She said that in the same thing. She was like, "And would you believe this woman is a professional athlete?" I was like,
yeah,
"Damn,
volleyball
chopping
player.
her.
It's kind of
She looks crazy. She looks like that fish from Hellboy.
Who just Pearly Things?
yeah,
She got like shoulders.
yeah.
I could tell she used to play
And-
something.
Completely flat chested too.
Yeah, so a lot of shoulders, a lot of bench press.
Yeah, a little.
Yeah.
She got the rower shoulders.
Definitely throwing some softballs.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, most definitely.
For sure. Yeah. Elbows probably fucked up.
She was volleyball though. Volleyball chicks normally got nice butts, but I could tell she didn't.
You know, can't win them all.
The thing that bothers me the most about Pearly is that her hair has no volume. I mean, it is stuck to the side of her head to the point that it looks like it's not there.
And you said you don't like the read.
That's crazy.
That
Right?
sounds like some kid fish shit. This bitch don't got enough volume in her head. Her nails don't match her toes.
She don't got no density in her goddamn. She don't got no hair.
Nigga, you missing out the read by your favorite podcast.
Yo, low key, that
You
was
just read
some,
that though.
that was some reading shit. I tapped into my.
Nigga said the thing that bothers me about just Pearly Things.
Her concealer be fucked up.
Bitch not shampooing long enough. Man.
Oh
You
God.
can tell she don't oil her hair or something. Yeah, nah.
But yeah, rest in peace to just Pearly Things. I don't know if it's like people like her don't even realize when it's all crashing down. They'll just continue to make the same content, and it's like that kind of goes into just like because just Pearly Things is just like a relay messenger and doesn't really believe her thoughts. It just makes her a weird content creator, just like Sneako. Sneako just has completely made a 180. Sneako's a different person again, again, and it's like I just recently just started thinking about what the average Sneako fan is like that has been following him from the beginning. He has been through like 4 story arcs of personality and how you should be living life.
He used to be a kid on YouTube.
Exactly. So
that's
it's
a
like
whole era.
He that was the era. He's had so many different eras of what he believed and was pushing people towards that if you've been a fan from the beginning, you have changed so drastically it's ridiculous. Like he's changed so much that it's like, are we even supposed to respect anything he says or just look at him as pure entertainment?
Like a Logan Paul.
You can't trust somebody who has too many epiphanies.
Yeah, he has way too many. And I've only been following Sneako for the last year.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, low key.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like, bruh, you have turned heel too many times for me.
What you see, isn't that like the point of life though? Like, because his channel is like a life channel. It's about whatever he's going through.
True.
So it's like if he's having those epiphanies, which we've all had.
And so it's kind of my fault for even like thinking I could like follow. He's young too,
bro. He's our age.
Yeah.
Like he's 23. He's older than us probably by a year or two, but like,
right. But he's younger.
You got to think of like, if I right now was making money off of YouTube, I'm doing voice work, I'm in New York,
right?
Like I'm living life. I don't know, man. Like, what can you tell a nigga? You know what I'm saying? You 20-something and you running around New York.
The only thing that changes his mind is actual growing. Like actually getting older and fucking seeing things differently.
But that's
the only thing that changes his mind.
And it can also stunt you too. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of sympathizing with him because it's like all of that success could stun him, which it probably did.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that much attention at a young age is definitely going to have some negative side effects.
Nigga was modeling in Vogue.
Which is why it's like, that's why I can't buy
into it.
I can't buy into Sneako until he's like 30.
Yet. Yeah, I was about
That's
to say.
what I was about to say.
Yeah.
I feel like he might not be old enough for that position.
Yeah.
Now, when you get on camera and you're preaching a way of life,
right?
You present yourself as an authority on how to live.
Yes.
My nigga, you young 20s. Like, we get on these mics and we say our opinions and we ask questions, but I'm not telling you how to do anything.
Yeah, how to literally dictate
I haven't
your life.
figured that out yet.
Right. And that's the position that he's been in for the last couple of years. And now he's completely done a 180 and he's religious, family man Sneako, disavowing the red pill when he's been pushing the red pill for the last year.
He overdosed and now he popped the blue one.
Yeah.
Made his
literally.
tummy feel better.
Right. So he's now one thing I will say about Sneako as well too, and it drove me crazy, and I don't like apparently he's taking a more religious standpoint. He used to bring up the Quran and Islam a lot, but the nigga didn't know nothing. He never.
I was about to say, he ain't read
no Hebrew.
He didn't do nothing, and it would kind of be like, it would kind of get on my nerves when he would be like, I teach them about religion. There's a Quran sitting over there I've had a Quran in my house my whole life. I'm not out here preaching religion.
A Quran doesn't mean you're a good person.
Right. A Quran in the Bible doesn't mean that you have a holy message, bruh.
Yeah.
Just because you own the book. Like,
but you know what's strange? If you got like the devil's Bible, I don't even know what you call that on your coffee table, you're going to think something up with that nigga.
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
So I wonder why it doesn't work vice versa.
I don't know. Because
so many hypocrites.
Yeah, because we generally look at organized religion as positive, of course, but the general look of it is positive compared to just devil worship Satan. The general look is bad.
Like even like if you see an altar in the back while he's streaming, Like an altar isn't necessarily a bad thing,
Right.
but
could be.
to the public, the general public who doesn't know. Like,
we're gonna think you on some different shit.
We don't know who he's worshiping.
Right. And so yeah, that's another thing that used to really irritate me when he would just be like, "There's a crown over there." But apparently he's moving like he actually. I can't remember when it's what happens when you the ceremony that you do when you officially become a Muslim.
So he's a Muslim. That's his
if you could
religion.
look that up. I don't know. Can you look up the ceremony taken to become Islamic?
Is their version of being baptized?
Essentially, yes.
Because even Jewish people, they got to be converted. What is their conversion process?
Baptized.
Shahada.
Shahada.
Zoom in on it a little bit.
Shahada.
Is also the formal step in conversion to Islam. This
Correct.
occasion often attracts witnesses and sometimes includes a celebration to welcome the converts into their new faith.
Right.
Yeah, everybody got something.
If he hasn't taken this, shut the fuck up, bro. It's annoying when you talk about Islam and you haven't even taken this. Like, don't bring the religion up, like, unless you've at least initiated yourself into it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hear you spew Islamic beliefs if you haven't even taken your welcome ceremony.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Like, I was christened. I haven't been baptized, but I was christened as a child. So I can talk about Christianity a little bit. I grew up in a church.
You earned it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I put my reps in. You ain't even been to a mosque 15 times, probably. I've been to a mosque countless times. You know what I'm saying?
He probably hasn't prayed 5 times a day before.
Exactly. And it's like, I don't like that. Like, I don't like that about him. But this nigga has, so Sneako's.
I once saw a video analysis for Sneako, and they were saying that he's the Kanye of YouTube. And they didn't mean it in this context. But that title just has such a deeper meaning after seeing him pivot 1,000 times like Kanye does. Because Kanye and Sneako also allegedly seem to both hear new information, immediately believe in to speak about it and preach it to the masses.
Yeah.
It doesn't marinate. It doesn't soak. They just go and preach it and put it in your head.
For sure.
Like it's the gospel.
For sure. And then he runs around and is willing to debate anybody off something that somebody else told him.
Exactly.
It's crazy. It's like, I don't know if I'll ever get into the debate space on YouTube because I don't think that space will ever die. Even though it's like really popping and new kind of within the last couple of years, I think it's only going to keep growing. And it's like, that seems like one of those evergreen spaces. But
debate. That was one of the first like TV shows ever. It was only debate shows in the 60s and 50s.
Right. So I don't know if I ever, but that's the whole point of that is to go in there with as much knowledge already. He didn't care about knowledge. Like he just go, but does that just kind of prove that, does that mean he's a great entertainer? And we're not supposed to believe anything he says anyway? Like,
if a feeling is a weird thing. Like if he truly feels it, I would want him to speak on it.
Yeah.
But it's a way to speak on things without trying to push it. Like you're just letting people know what you're doing.
Right.
Like
it's all about how he presents it.
Yeah, it's all about how he presents it.
Right. Yeah, I just kind of like we were saying earlier, I can't buy into Sneako until he's like 28, 30. Between 28 and 30, maybe even a little bit older. Just because it's just like, bruh, it's like now you're against the red pill, nigga. You've been pushing this shit all year. And he even
oh my God. Like would you do like with your girl like Sneako did?
What?
I wouldn't even go to an orgy.
The fact that you
by yourself?
The fact that he had to experience that to figure out whether he was okay with it. Come on, what are we doing? Yeah, I've always been secure enough of myself to where I know I'm the standard toxic masculinity of I don't want nobody touching me.
But hold on, and I agree with that. But you said that you wouldn't even go to an orgy dolo. You would go to an orgy by yourself, right?
Have y'all talked about this? Why'd you say it like that?
I'm asking him right now.
Yeah. You did say it like,
but your voice, nigga. You see what I mean? Like your voice was like the content. It was like y'all spoke about this for 2 minutes. Like
I've done some wild shit, so let's just throw that out there. The tone was correct. I've done some strange, not that strange. Well, I've been in. Nah, it's not my speed. It's not my thing. I've done some freaky shit, and that's not my speed. It's not my speed.
Yeah, nah, it's not
Lord,
my thing.
orgies?
Yeah, it's not my speed.
There was a point in time where I thought that I wouldn't go seeking it out, but if it just so happened that happened one time, I don't think I would be like, I wouldn't think anything of it. But today, no. For
So
sure.
happened to
Today,
happen.
no.
Okay,
Like
so
you
I-
was delivering pizza.
No, but I'm saying if I'm like, if there's a party or some, this is
And
when I
it's
was
just-
younger, and it's
right.
just it's crazy, and I'm just like I'm fucking like 3 bitches or some crazy, and some other nigga or some other nigga over there is fucking like a couple other. I don't care if there's another nigga out the room over there. If I got
Having-
3 bitches to myself right here,
So-
that wouldn't have tripped me out. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd have been alright.
It's like doing coke.
But today I wouldn't
like
care.
you would just have to be
Today I wouldn't do
somewhere
it.
Right place, right time.
and like the
Right.
stars align. Some dudes pull out a bag. It's
Bruno
like
Mars got 25 chocolate baddies.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's
Right.
like, are you hitting this line or not, nigga?
Right,
Yeah,
right,
For
right,
sure we
right.
hitting this. And I'm
Right.
hitting it off her titty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
in her
but
butt.
the thing with the yeah, I would never have to do that. And I realized that about myself in other ways without having a dude hit my chick. Like I've had plenty of threesomes with girls, and I realized I don't even like threesomes, but the more pussy you get is the when you start to realize certain things that like I enjoy pussy by itself and not with even another girl or a group, because just think about what it takes to make one girl happy. What the fuck am I doing trying to make 2 happy at the same time?
Yeah.
Fuck that. Literally fuck that. Like I'm good on threesomes with 2 women right now. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know when I want to do that again. I've done enough to know that I don't even want to do that shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Let alone be in
It's a lot of work.
yeah, let alone do an orgy. So like I know just off of fucking with 2 women at the same time multiple times, a group, and then I'm still one of those niggas where I'm just like I don't feel like being in another room with another nigga's dick swinging and shit.
Yeah.
And having conversations with a nigga butt naked. Like I'm just I
Well,
don't
you
feel like,
shouldn't be talking.
well, I'm talking about afterwards.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
there's before and after to all these parties.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Sure, during the sex, we're focused in on, but these niggas are kicking it butt naked still. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Condom
these,
off.
these niggas is dabbing each other up. You know,
Yeah,
they're doing
nah.
weird shit
Not
to me.
doing that.
That's
And then-
weird to me. You know,
If you're at the start of it, you're seeing the start of it.
and
so
I'm seeing
like,
the start of it. I'm seeing. It's all gay, bro. I'm gonna just be real with you. Let me just break it down,
yeah.
bro. Like, I've had enough, and I fucked with enough freaks and whores to know that niggas who do male, female orgies, they like niggas a little bit too.
it's a little weird.
Period. There's a certain level of you're enjoying. It's not just the girl. It's not just about being a plethora of girls. It's not. It's
Right.
also it's something about that other man being in the room that's turning
It's
them on.
you're being conscious about another ball sack in the room.
Exactly. Yeah. Like there's some dude like
Yeah.
even the way that like it's weird. Like even the way that you even communicate with a dude, and he'll just like want you to hit his wife. It's like
That's weird, bro.
It's like, are you trying to flirt with me right now? And then give me your wife, and then throw your wife over to me?
Well, you see, the thing is with that, like, at that point, their wife is like a possession.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
But these niggas are gay as fuck, bro. Like that's just what it comes down to. To me,
Yeah.
they're not gay as fuck, but they're gay. They're bisexual. I say they're bisexual. Bi-curious for sure. And I'm just not. That's just not me.
So you don't think there's
I don't
any
know.
way to be straight in an orgy?
Not with cooking. Nah.
straight in an orgy? I think there is ways. I think when it's like part of your habit, you got a little curiosity in you though.
Habit is different.
I think you can end up in a straight orgy and it just be regular. You know what I'm saying? Like I just happened to hit this chick and my other nigga there, but
It was a wild night compared to
it was a wild night compared to I'm organizing
Right.
shit with other niggas to
yeah.
hit
Let's
bitches
do it
with.
again
If
type
it's
shit.
organized.
Yeah.
Yes,
And we're
right.
also in the South. Like I feel like up in New York, you live on top of each other anyway. What's up 13 of y'all fucking in the same room?
The niggas in the South are worse.
I feel like
No,
think so?
it's worse here. It's worse here.
I think
for
that
sure.
we do it differently. I think there's more trains being ran down here. I think there's more dudes on one girl than it is just a bunch of people fucking in one
That's
place.
even gay.
Oh, well, I'm not arguing that, but I'm just saying that that's what's happening.
Yeah, I just realized that like because it's like all that activity. I realized with like I guess I'm just too heterosexual because anytime I'm talking sexual with a girl, if she even brings up or the thought of like something group and another guy's, I'm like, what the fuck? You're fucking my fantasy. Like, what are we?
Yeah.
Why?
We're not bringing another guy.
Did you watch lesbian porn growing up?
I never liked lesbian porn.
But you watch porn with another dick?
For sure. Okay. Because, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Is it necessary?
I don't like lesbian porn.
I can enjoy it. I can definitely enjoy lesbian porn.
I don't like it just because I feel like there's no climax.
It's something I can watch, but if I watch lesbian porn, it got to be like two like black animals, like two black bitches, like they just going.
It's got to be real baddies. It's just pretty to look at.
They just got to be real good looking.
If I'm watching lesbian porn, one of them has to be strapping the other one.
It has to be violent.
Really?
Like I can't. Yeah.
Really?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't just watch two women like.
Really?
I don't want to
rub
see. I don't want to
coochies.
watch two women just rubbing each other and licking each other. I don't.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Like
That's how
because
straight he is. He needs penetration, regardless of if it's a real dick or not.
you're right. Yeah, pretty
It might be
much.
because you got christened when you were so young. It's like sweet Jesus taught you that there's supposed to be a dick and a penis in this equation.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Just because it's just like lesbian sex, I'm just like
Shit can be kind of boring.
it's just boring
Yeah,
to
it
me.
can be. It can be a little.
And we know how women's bodies can orgasm back to back. Lesbians have stopped having sex because they're physically tired.
Yeah.
It's not because they're exhilarated and they're done. Physically, I can't do no more. You bust 5 nuts, I bust 5 nuts, or you bust 7, I bust 10. This is enough for the night. You know what I'm saying? What are we proving at this point? This will never stop. If we just, you know what I'm saying? This will never stop.
Yeah, it's something. It's like golf. Like it's probably fun when you playing it,
Right.
But if you watching it, it's just like you just watching this man just slowly look at the ball and like
Right,
slowly
yeah.
swing his stick.
It never really did it. It never did it for me.
I can get done with some lesbian porn.
I mean, watching
Most
it. Is,
definitely.
I mean, it's like you can watch it,
But there's a one penis per frame quota in porn. You can't have too many dicks in there.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't.
Absolutely.
I don't
Yeah,
watch
nah.
game. Like I don't watch GB.
None of that.
GB.
If
like,
you watch, okay,
I don't watch GB. I don't watch DP. None of that does it
if
for
you
me.
watch gang banging things, you were at least bi curious because not
For sure.
I can only I've never watched it. I'm just trying to imagine. There's 13 dudes and 1 girl. Majority of the frame has to be male butt cheeks, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Let me tell you the funniest
That's
thing.
odd, man.
Let me tell you something hilarious. This freaky hoe I was messing with, and we were messing with each other. I was messing with her for like over a year. Within the last 2 years, this chick was like asking me questions, so I'm turning her out. I'm doing just crazy shit to her. I'm turning her out, just fucking her up. So she starts asking me questions about like threesomes with 2 guys and DP, you know, at the same time. One in the pink, one in the stink. But so she's asking me about that, right?
That's crazy.
She's asking me about that. No. The question she's asking me don't make me feel any type of way. She's like, I have a question. She was like, is there any way, she's like, you can, if you were to do a DP with somebody, you're feeling the other guy's thing, right? I said, absolutely. He can feel it. No questions asked. Let's be clear. She was like, so they're pleasuring each other at the same time. I said, you're on point.
They're exchanging a little bit of friction.
You are 100% on point. And she was like, because that was the first time you could tell she thought about it on, wait, they're fucking each other too? You know what I'm saying? I thought this was both here for me, but they're actually using each other, especially when they're in the same hole. That's as close as it gets.
If they're in the same hole, how can you fit 2 dicks in 1 hole? That's not even, is that a thing?
They're doing it, yeah, for sure.
And depending on the positioning,
That's
like,
crazy as how do you even
like
what?
how it's positioned, one dude's up might be another dude's down.
Right.
So they have to be in synchronicity with each other. Like,
They gotta turn each
Oh, so it's like
Yeah.
it's like a hamburger. Like
They
she's
have
in the
to
middle.
turn each other.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
crazy.
I'm like, so she was like, I just saw all the wheels clicking in her head. She had the Riley moment where she's like, oh, they're gay or they're bisexual. Like she had that.
They gotta
click.
be bisexual because there's an easier way to be gay. Just
Yeah, for
have
sure.
sex with the dude.
For sure.
Like, why do I gotta put my dick in a vagina and you gotta put yours in her butt for us to meet tips?
Well, I've said it before. I think that bisexuality it's like not accepted for men. Even though I think there's way more bisexual dudes than just straight gay dudes. Like, just like how like, I think it might be just as common as like women be bisexual. Like, you know how like out of 10 women, 6 of them are bisexual. or 4 of them are bisexual.
At least 4.
At least 4.
I thought it was 7.
I think it's the same with men. But you can't be bisexual as a man. As a man, you can't be.
You saw one penis,
You're
gay.
gay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but that's
even a gay dude would say that.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's like it's not even accepted in the LGBT community to be bisexual as a man. Damn near. Like you have to actively go back and forth before people are like, oh, he's actually bisexual. But I feel like if you do one thing, majority of people are just you're gay. You know what I'm saying? But I think there's more gay men. I think there's more bisexual men than people realize.
Yeah, for sure. I got a couple bisexual female friends. I might have to ask them. They've been to a couple of orgies and shit. You know.
Yeah. Ask them in terms of like when it really comes down to it.
Yeah.
The camaraderie between these niggas is flirting with each other, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this shit is. I'm just not with it, bro. Like
camaraderie.
Yeah, like we dapping each other up after a good game of pick, but we butt naked. You know what I'm saying? Just like
I'm good.
I'm good on this. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't need that shit. Like so yeah, I'm good on that. So Sneako, I think he was curious and he realized in that moment he wasn't about that life. But I never had to get to that point. That's kind of. But he fucked up and told the world that. So now people will always use that against him.
Talking about the cuck thing?
Oh yeah, people will always use that.
But it wasn't a cuck because he was doing other dudes' girlfriends too. It was a swap. You got to be specific.
Wait, that's what Sneako
he said he didn't. I don't think he said he wasn't fucking. At one point, he said
he wasn't even doing
nothing.
The girl,
yeah,
it was supposed to be a swap, but he wasn't hitting the girl.
Yeah, he said she wasn't
The
like
dude
attracted.
was-
She wasn't like attracted to him or something.
Yeah,
like
the
that.
dude was just hitting his chick.
Yeah,
but he was so focused on somebody hitting his girl, and he already wasn't really feeling the other girl that he wasn't even hitting her.
Well, that'll make you worship God. That'll get you on your knees 5 times a day.
Yeah, right. Facts.
And then he probably loved her too much.
He did. He didn't realize how much he loved her until he saw her getting railed by another dude and missionary on top of that.
That's crazy. Saw her face, saw them locking eyes and shit.
Yeah, it's different, man. It's like missionary and oral sex. It's like, oh
That's
my God,
crazy.
that hurts more than anything.
Yeah, you made love.
Like at least if she was just getting it from the back, at least she just had a whole moment. And she might not really like this nigga. She wasn't looking at him. Man, she's giving him head and doing missionary.
Nope.
She loved that nigga.
It's all the same to me.
She loved this. I mean, it's all the same.
all
But
the same.
if I had to rate them, I would take the girl back that just got doggy style before. I mean, I wouldn't take either of them back. But if I had to pick one, I'm taking the doggy style chick over the one that did missionary and gave head.
Or that just gave head.
I don't know.
Right. Oh my God, just gave head is crazy.
I think as soon as you pry the pussy walls open, it's
over.
like you opened yourself up for another person.
Yeah, it's done.
That's
it's done.
where
It's done right there for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if you had to pick one though.
Yeah, you had to rank them. Because it's more intimate. It's eye contact.
But it
Like,
depends
would
on the
you
type of.
rather-
It depends on
would
the
you
type of
rather-
girl.
Would you rather your girl fuck another dude to suck his dick?
Fuck another dude. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, she suck his dick and don't get nothing in return. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
What you see, it's all about how you think about it, because it's like
you might have needed his dick sucked.
You know, and it's like you know, it's a tricky game. It's a
It almost
sad game.
It almost invalidates your bitch. She wasn't good enough to fuck her to. All you got was like he dogged her out. When you just get head from a chick, when your chick just got head, she just got dogged out crazy.
And that's what I was gonna say about why it depends on the type of girl you have too. Because if you know you got a girl who was like a hoe, you know, now she's a reformed housewife and she just likes to get dogged out and fuck crazy, and a nigga's just busting her from the back and going crazy and treating like a slut.
Yeah.
That might be worse than missionary. If that's the type of chick she's in.
It depends on if she views sex like how we view sex, like
Right.
a dude. Like it's not something that's.
Oh, I wouldn't be dating her if she viewed sex the same way.
Well, not if she views it the
Depends.
same way,
I
but
wouldn't-
if she enjoys it the same way, not view it,
Like-
you know what I'm saying?
For a woman that can genuinely disconnect from sex the way that men can,
No, that's not.
Oh,
that's not,
yeah,
no.
nah.
That's scary.
Those
That's
are
scary.
whores.
Yeah, that's
That's
scary.
scary.
That's scary.
It's a whore.
Yeah, not the disconnection
that's
aspect.
scary.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, because the thing that's different is that we're going inside something. It's a conquest.
Yeah.
We're marking territory. But when you let somebody into your home, that's a very intimate thing. Like there's a certain level of trust, comfortability.
Take your shoes off at the door.
Let me tell you about a date. Let me tell you about a date that I went on a couple months ago. This bitch was crazy. And it didn't hit me until after the first date. After the first date. We go on the first date. I invited her out. We hit 2 spots. We hit like 2 different bars. I pay for them. I'm only like down 20, both spots. $40 date, under 50. I'm winning. I get a kiss at the end of the date. I'm not pressing the pussy, even though I feel like I can get it because I'd have had her laughing the whole night.
Yeah.
I feel like I can easily pull we can go back to my spot, or I mean, if you don't have no plans tonight, I mean, let's just keep the night going. I could have easily rolled into one of those lines, but I also,
with a movie quote.
Yeah, I also like just waiting and knowing I can have it that night, getting her to the edge, going home, and then she's calling me by tomorrow to pull it up because like I'm only delaying it by 12 hours, you know. So
wow, you had this all like I kind of like you.
Yeah.
You kind of like
I had to replay what he said in my head. I was like, oh shit, he calculated.
How do we get to 12 hours? Like,
I got a 3-day thing where it's like, if I get a 3-day window, I can get it done in 72 hours.
3-day window.
That's your salesman history. You got to close the deal.
Shout out to Marcus W. You know what I'm talking? It's a nigga from Wake.
Yeah.
I won't
Yeah.
make it too close. I learned that from a nigga. That was a pathological liar, but that was the one. That was the one thing I learned from him that was valuable information.
The one thing you told the truth about.
God damn it, it was the truth. Holy
what like if you
the 72-hour rule?
Okay.
How to hit a girl in 72 hours? The most savage, foolproof, effective, decent way to do it. Like I mean, I'm talking like. Nobody feels dogged out in the situation at all. It's perfect. She's giving it up. You're getting it back. And she don't feel like you slutted her out or shortchanged her on any way. And you don't feel the same way. Like, it's literally this perfect 72-hour window thing. But long story short, she fucked me up. I never got to hit. Because the next day, we're talking. We having a good time. I knew the date was good, so we're vibing in text.
Yeah.
But she keeps bigging me up because I didn't try to have sex with her that night because I paid for our date. Then she proceeds to tell me I paid for every date that I've ever been on, or I've split the bill with the guy that I went on the date. So a man asked you out on a date and she was paying her way or paid for the whole thing her entire life. This chick was my age, 32. Or 31. She was 1 year younger than me.
So it's her fault.
So she's
impressed. She's a grown woman with no standards.
So she was impressed that I invited her out. I paid. Mind you, I'm still $50 under for this entire date. I made out with her, got her hot and heavy in the parking lot, and didn't try to have sex with her that night. All of that impressed her. But the biggest impressment was the fact that I paid for a date that I invited her to. Then later throughout the day, it started fucking me up because this chick was fine. Like she wasn't fine. She looked good and she was thick, crazy thick. And it halfway through the day I realized, wow, I shouldn't be fucking you because you paid for every nigga to fuck you. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But you have no standards. Like
that's what I said. She has low standards.
You have no standard. The fact that I hit basic chivalry.
Yeah.
And then no, I don't want the pussy
because
no more. Yeah, like
when she paid for the date, she probably threw the pussy at those niggas.
Which is crazy.
Like the fact that she didn't even like.
I can't wrap my mind around being around a woman who gives the pussy up after she paid for the date.
Just Pearly Things.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy, bro.
That's the type of shit you gotta ask, like, yo, girl, like, you know, whatever, like, what's some stupid shit you done?
That's the
just
shit.
to see,
those are the questions
who
you need
am I
to ask.
marrying? You
Those
know
are the
what I mean?
questions you need to ask. Like,
That's
have you ever went Dutch on a date and then gave him the pussy afterwards, and he wasn't your boyfriend? Like, that's completely different when you in a relationship with somebody. The money's going back and forth so consistently. Whatever. No, we talking about date 1 through 3. You gave the pussy up and you paid. And then she was even giving the pussy to niggas she paid for them.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I could as the day went on, she became less and less attractive because all I kept thinking was, dirty niggas have been hitting this.
Yeah.
Dirty niggas have
and then you're
dirty bum niggas have been hitting this. I can't enjoy this the way that I should be able to enjoy your look. You know what I'm saying?
AJ, your fault. The expectations you've had in your head of her, it messed up everything. That's why when you see a girl, you got to think about all the things you've done to the past girls. Like, I've stuck my fingers in bitches' assholes. Like, she probably liked it the same way. You know what I mean? Like, they ain't shit.
I wouldn't have judged her if she gave me the pussy after I paid for the date. It's the fact that I'm the first man at 31 years old to pay for your date.
Yep.
And I'm not your first sexual partner. That was my biggest issue.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even that
You gotta ask her where.
I've done disgusting things to girls that I still respect to this day. I was texting one earlier today.
Yeah.
We gonna get lunch soon probably, and it's like
Shout out Panera.
Yeah, and I've done disgusting things to her from the first date. You know what I'm saying? And I still have the utmost respect for her. It was the fact that you have never paid. You have always paid. No man has paid for you on a date in 31 years, and you gave all of them the pussy. And I'm at least guy number 10. I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? If not more, I'm being modest. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, dog. I couldn't even do it after that. It was just slowly throughout the day.
Because you just
stop texting. Because I was just like, I don't like her.
She needs better for herself.
She needs guidance.
Bad. But once they're over 30, bro, you can't guide them. You just ride.
Unless you love them, you gotta want to. You know what I mean? Probably.
You got to be stupid, bro.
30's different than 50.
Once a girl gets 30 is over.
30's different than 50 though.
35 is 35 and older, it's over. Don't try to change her mind. Even when you get 35, can't nobody change your mind. 35 and older, your mind is not changing.
You don't think a little bit older than 35?
I think
Charlamagne. In terms of
Charlamagne when he started telling gay jokes.
I'm talking about in terms of relationships.
Okay.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about in terms of relationships, not life.
Like
life you can evolve and stuff like that, but like in terms of relationships and what you expect and how you think men and women should be together in short and long term relationships, 35 plus, fuck it. I will agree to whatever you think is supposed to be the way. Bitch, you're staring this bitch into a goddamn cliff. And I'm not about to tell you for what. It ain't gonna do nothing but start an argument and we'll get into back and forth on who is more right, and then I'm gonna count myself out the pussy. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
I'll jump on this boat that's steering towards the ship and I'm just gonna jump off with a life vest before it gets there.
You're gonna say something to make her feel stupid.
Yeah. I've lost so much pussy just off of just like hearing just something and just having to say something. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I've lost out on so much.
Yeah.
Baddies too, but I just don't give a fuck.
Which ain't even a loss, you know what I mean?
It's not a loss because it's just certain IQ I just can't fuck with. You know what I'm saying?
And you from Philly, so you used to losing. So, you know, what's fumbling a bitch?
It's
nothing.
It's absolutely nothing. That was a good one.
Nothing at all.
It's actually in my DNA to lose. God, I hate this nigga.
That was good.
That was a good callback. And then bring us out of this trance. This bitches. I feel like Lil Yachty, like when he did the Drake interview, when he was like, I don't like to talk about women because it puts me in a depressive state. And then it just got quiet, and Drake was like, "You all right?" He was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm good. Yeah. Like that's how it is, bro. When you just start thinking, when you start talking too much, I'm like, you know what? Let me not even go down that path because I just
I'll have you stressing. Just
have me stressed. Just like, why can't we work this? Why can't this just work? You know, it just seems so easy. But Sneako and Destiny pair together, and they go to Fresh and Fit, and then 𝙼𝙾𝚃𝚃, who is the godfather of the red pill space, calls in, and they have a debate. 𝙼𝙾𝚃𝚃 put out a tweet.
This brother talking about.
And this is the biggest point of contention for the tweet. I'm going to airdrop this to you. Can you accept airdrops?
I can, but just send it to my phone.
Oh, okay.
But Sneako and Destiny, they linked up.
They linked up to go to war against Fresh and Fit and 𝙼𝙾𝚃𝚃.
That's a hell of a
Was this an organized debate? Because there's a lot going on.
It kind of was. So 𝙼𝙾𝚃𝚃, who is like the red pill godfather, because he wrote like all these books that were essentially about red pills.
The first one to hate these.
The first one, low key. So the quickest path to becoming a high value man: number 1, do not get married. Number 2, avoid any family creation. Number 3, get a vasectomy in your 20s. Number 4, lift consistently. Number 5, eliminate all. This is sedations.
Seductions.
Yes.
Sedation.
Sedations. Like
vices. Okay. Learn, game, and network. Number 6. Number 7, play to your strengths, build wealth. Number 8 is to resist easing up on your focus. And we're looking at it on the screen now.
The quickest way to becoming a high value man is to snip your nuts off.
So, obviously, number 3 was the wildest point.
Yeah.
That, like, everything else, everybody was like, this makes complete sense. Number 3 was like, why do I need to get a vasectomy in my 20s? So, Sneako is pissed. He's not standing on this point at all. He does not like this point at all, right?
Yeah.
Especially because he's this new Islamic family is everything.
Especially because he's in his 20s and he wants to keep his nuts probably.
Damn near Dom Toretto.
Essentially, which is also another valid point. Even if religion wasn't a thing, I just don't feel like slipping my nuts, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's a little extreme. So
having the option.
Yeah, so Sneako is all about family creation, and he's just like, I don't agree with the vasectomy part. Fresh and Fit are still so that this is one of the dangers that Moist Critical talked about that I just think is like, I think he summed it up perfectly. One of the biggest dangers to society nowadays is people being stuck in echo chambers and only hearing what they want to hear. And Fresh and Fit are one of those podcast platforms that are like that. Just because Rollo Tomassi is your friend and the godfather of the red pill doesn't mean you can't say point 3 is stupid as hell. There's no reason that you can't objectively say that. If I gave y'all this same list, y'all can say to me, it doesn't matter how cool y'all need to be able to say, number 3 is dumb as fuck.
You can at least put it at 8. Like, that's not the most important thing.
Yeah, exactly. You can at least drop it to the bottom of the list.
Yeah,
you know
like
what I'm
that's
saying?
the 3rd thing on your list.
No, they were trying to hide it. Nigga, don't get married, avoid family creation.
They try to sneak
it
it
in your 20s. Live consistently, though.
Right.
Yeah, that was the fine print that could kill you.
Yeah, so it's like...
Or your babies.
So everybody generally agrees about this list, how to become a high man, the quickest path to becoming a high value man, except number 3. Sneako was pissed about number 3. Fresh and Fit are just like religiously debating this shit on the behalf of Rollo Tomassi. Like they're just saying, well, what he meant to say was this is to mitigate any risk. This is retard proof. Like
they're rebutting like they own retainers.
Yeah, and he's like, no. They didn't say mitigate risk. They didn't say nothing that you're trying to soften it to. He's saying straight up, this is the quickest path to becoming high value.
He didn't even say wear condoms. He said vasectomy.
That's what yeah. So it's like Fresh and Fit just willing to die on this hill to not go against their godfather. It's just shows that it just shows again. Fresh and Fit has always shown
stubbornness
why their content is just like weird because it's just like on a human level. On a human level, boy, you know, this is stupid.
Yeah.
And you have to be able to say even if you're your grandpa, all right, hey Gramps. You gotta drop the list of 7. This is dumb as fuck.
Yeah,
it's dumb as hell.
Would you tell your kids this?
Right, you know what I'm saying? And then you yourself, while defending him, saying, I wouldn't get a vasectomy just because I haven't got one. I still have my nuts. But I'm just saying this is idiot proof. No. This is dumb as fuck. Just take it out the list. So they're on the things. Destiny's up there, and this is rock hard for Destiny. You know what I'm saying? First of all, you're trying to defend this tweet. And we all know where the problem is at. But instead of just openly debating it, this is a slam dunk for Destiny. And now I've got Sneako, who is loud, willing to debate on anything, as my teammate.
On the heel turn.
These niggas, they splash brothering them up there at the fucking Fresh and Fit podcast. They're going crazy. They're chopping them up left and right. As soon as they're killing them. They're on the same team, Sneako and Destiny.
Sneako's bad cop? You say he's the heel?
Yeah. Then Rollo Tomassi calls in. Destiny is trolling him. Rollo Tomassi loses his cool completely.
Like 3 times.
He sounds like...
Like 3 times. He just completely lost his cool. Are you guys just going to be making fucking jokes the whole time? Or are we going to be able to have a conversation? Loses his cool just like...
I thought his accent would be a lot more cooler, but he's a regular white dude.
This is a nigga that calls himself the rational male.
Bro, I didn't know he was white.
And the godfather.
Did y'all know?
I assumed.
I didn't know he was white.
Rollo Tomassi sounds so like more pimp.
He's supposed to be the godfather of the red pill,
I
right?
thought it was an old school black nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Rollo Tomassi.
Nah.
But
he sounds like a classic racist.
Yeah.
But he
like Nick Fuentes.
Right.
Rollo Tomassi. They got their role.
He was pissed though. Like he lost his cool so many times during the debate. He couldn't even understand that Destiny's trolling him. Like Destiny's over there like, so we should go ahead and just get this vasectomy. Just trolling the shit out of him about stuff that doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
To the point that he's just like, I don't even know why you fucking Twitch guys are here. Like, how did you even end up here or whatever like that? Bro, it was so embarrassing that like Sneako and Destiny single-handedly took down the godfather of the red pill in a debate on Fresh and Fit. And that is like, That's something that should never happen, bro.
Said they defeated Thanos.
Yeah, but essentially, like, which is crazy. Like, it's crazy, and I just didn't realize that 𝔓𝔦𝔑𝚃 was
Do not get married. If anything, that's the complete opposite of becoming a high value man. Like,
all high value men are married.
like you need a woman.
Yeah.
There's a reason
But
that Bill and Hillary stayed together.
This is just to get there, so you have to become high value, and then you get the marriage after that. So that makes sense. Don't get married because you need to get there. You need to be focused. So avoid family creation. That's also all these first 3 points could be limit yourself from women. It could be practice abstinence. It could
they
be,
can make that real concise. They
it could be put
a
a condom on. It could be put a condom on, and it's just like all those things are things that you eventually want to get to. But to get high value, you need to put them on pause.
And
of
it's
course.
a slippery slope because it's probably some dudes that those 3 things, well, do not getting married, like getting married would actually help them.
That's true.
And like, you know, a woman would make their life better.
That is true.
It's
yeah,
a slippery
that's
slope.
True.
Like
that is true.
The idea of a path, like a simple path of becoming a high value man, it's like everybody's life is different.
Live consistently, be in healthy shape, eliminate all sedations. Eliminate all sedations damn near almost takes care of 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Eliminate all sedations, that knocks out 2 and 3 right there. Play to your strengths, build wealth. All these are good things.
Play to your strengths is like, even that one's a little finicky because if your weakness is something that you desperately need to work on.
He's a pimp. Like he's trying to pimp us.
Yeah,
like this is what this is. Like he's trying to sell a book or something. It's
I
probably
mean,
a link to his book.
It was
right
so
underneath
bad
this
that Destiny asked him what a high value man is. He wouldn't even define what a high value man was.
Yep.
That's how bad it got. That's how bad the debate got. The person that essentially created the term couldn't define it and had the nerve to say it's whatever you make it. No. That's not what the high value.
You can't say that.
You can't say that when
Like,
you
have to have an
you
answer.
told us what it was. Like, man, they destroyed this nigga, bro.
He said
that's like seeing Hitler trying to draw a swastika and he can't do it.
Right.
This is what you pushing, bro. Like, what the hell?
Nigga, you have to be able to.
This is crazy. So it was embarrassing, man. And it's just like, I don't know if I hit the bill at the top of this one. Did I hit the bill at the top?
Yeah, you
of this?
did. He was trying to. You did. He was trying to call that data too. He was like, "This is not advice. This is data."
That was another thing. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And it's like Destiny was like, "Nah, bro. Like the rest of this stuff, you would call advice, right? It's just because that one thing went out so crazy. You just can't admit that you had a trash tweet."
And then Destiny pretty much just said, because the guy 𝔓𝔦𝔑𝚃 was pretty much like, "Well, what kind of debate is this anyway?" Or whatever. Destiny was like, honestly, the point of this is just to display a man who's so stubborn he won't even admit when he was clearly wrong.
It's like
that's literally what Destiny said, and I was like, that's all this is at this point. And he still don't realize it.
He's just like just Pearly Things probably.
Yeah.
Like the exact same way.
For sure.
He's probably simping behind camera.
Yeah.
Doing shit he's not supposed
Facts.
to do. Like it's probably the same thing. It looks like ChatGPT like made this answer. You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't get married.
Yeah, this list doesn't feel like it came from a human being.
AI made this.
Yeah, for sure. But he went out bad, bro. When he went and answered the what's a high value man, I was like, oh, you're done, bro. You're cooked, my nigga.
It's such a weird conversation because it's like it's a
bro. My version of what the Manosphere became before it really became a big YouTube thing is just like, so yeah, bro. Just like the level of what like the Manosphere is now, the Manosphere is not as simple as it used to be. I didn't realize I was a part of the Manosphere, enjoying the content early in 2009, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that it wasn't called that, but that was when I was watching God damn it.
AMA.
What's
Alpha Male Strategies?
AMS.
I was watching the white dude.
There's also
a tall black bald. You saw the tall black bald?
No,
dude,
white dude with slick back hair.
Yeah, but he's white.
God damn it, man. I was watching his channels because his videos were all about male improvement, and that was when I was like trying to figure out how to make my style better, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like looking up how to style certain things, and his videos kept popping on.
It's a short white dude.
Yes,
it's a small white man.
What is
I know
his
exactly what
name?
you're talking
Are you talking about not teaching men's fashion?
I think he has multiple channels.
I'm just gonna type in men's fashion. He's gonna pop up.
Is he like a little Gary V-esque character?
Yes.
I know who you're talking about.
He's old now. He
What
was
is that
old back
dude's
then.
name?
Bro, he's a legend, bro.
He used to do makeovers with dudes. Like it was like a whole segment. It was a whole show.
He's a legend, bro.
Well, there was a couple. It was like some Hispanic type dude.
Yeah, that's the teaching men's fashion dude. I know who he's talking about. What's this guy's name? He's going in. He kind of looks like Casey Neistat. He got like a hard face.
Yeah,
white dude.
he has a
Alpha
stoic
M.
face.
Alpha M. Alpha M.
Yeah.
Alpha M for sure. I've been fucking with Alpha M content. That was my version of. I didn't realize I was part of the Manosphere.
Yeah.
Consuming his content, but he was the first person I saw that had 3 to 5 minute videos. Told you 5 ways to make yourself look more attractive to women. 5 different scents to wear. 5 color shirts you need. You know, stuff.
Put the cologne on.
The way to put the cologne on. Things like that. How to groom yourself.
He taught me how to tie a tie for prom.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my version of the Manosphere, and it was just life was so simple back then. When I just needed when I needed any sort of like men's styling advice, I knew I was gonna go to his channel. You know what I'm saying? The Manosphere has just turned into this crazy ass
commercialized.
It's commercialized so crazy, and it's just like now it's if you're watching Fresh and Fit, you think you have to fuck 50 women in order to understand who women are.
Yeah,
you have to. It's just like all these crazy different ideologies depending on where you end up. If you end up in Sneako, nigga, you've been on a roller coaster for the last 5 years. You know what I'm saying? If you follow the Andrew Tate, you might only take the worst parts of his message and not understand the hard work behind his message.
You might peak early listening to him.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you might find out just Pearly Things and find out this bitch a fraud. And then she's not even anything like the woman that she's saying that we should be looking out for.
She ain't even having sex.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're not even
for women to
you
do.
can't even find somebody to hit it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's just I hate how like
the message got diluted.
Crazy.
Because it used to be about the man.
It really did,
like
bro.
it used to be all about
bettering the
you,
man.
how you
Bro,
can
it
help
was-
yourself.
I just thought it was like it was so nice to just know that there was one YouTube channel I can go to and learn how to tie a tie. You know what I'm saying? Like just some quick shit. Like
and then
it is not that no more. I might turn into a He-Man woman hater for real in one night of binge watching Fresh and Fit. I'm starting to treat women like dog shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I might turn into a whole nother person if I don't find the right YouTube channel to get that content from.
Yeah, because they all say the same things. It's like, you know, you can't be nice to women.
Right.
And they all, like, that's a very vague thing to say. Like, you can't be nice to women.
Right.
You have to had gotten bitches to know that what that statement means. Like,
exactly,
you
yeah.
can't be like, you know, it's just.
Don't be the nice guy, but you need a certain level of, there's a certain way. You have to have experience with women to even know what the hell that means.
You know what I mean?
But if you don't, you just think it's.
You would just say it.
You just
arbitrarily.
Right,
you know
just
what I
saying
mean?
crazy shit like.
You got a baby out.
Because you have to go through that phase too. You have to go through that phase of saying crazy shit and realize, oh, it don't work like this. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
so that whole
that's
thing.
an early phase.
I don't like that. I just don't like how like the Manosphere has really turned into this mediocre tutorials and reviews. And Kevin Samuels are like probably my Kevin Samuels passed away. Kevin Samuels I thought was like the perfect epitome for the red pill ideology, if you want to call it that or whatever like that. But mediocre tutorials and reviews is
great
like
commentary.
Mediocre tutorials and amazing.
Great commentary, but he was never like teaching you how to pimp. That's where alpha
male strategies.
That's where alpha male came in.
Got you.
He really laid down the pimping and like,
Got you.
like look, guys, you know, if you got like he used to cuss, it's like real.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, see, I didn't get. I missed the alpha male strategy. I mean, his wave is still going too. But
like even when you said that Roland, what's the nigga name?
Rollo Tomasi.
Yeah, he was the godfather of
Bro,
the alpha male thing. Like I I know probably on a technical basis,
because
but in my mind,
book.
it was AMS.
Yeah, AMS.
That's who introduced me to all that. That's That's where that was even a thing. That's back when they was just called alpha male instead of high value.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's so crazy what the space has turned into since 2000. I bought into it the first time in college, 2009, summer of 2009.
It's crazy to see where it's going to.
It's crazy what it's going to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really got
same
these
shit
niggas.
happened to feminists. You know, the feminist movement is just it got grabbed by a couple
extremists.
And
extremists got more attention than
because they can profit
core
off
of it. Yeah,
you know what I mean. They could become a senator out of it.
Yeah,
just
right,
pushing it.
Yeah.
Get some policies.
Red
They
Pills-
imploded on themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Red Pill is they're in a crunch time right now. Ever since Kevin Samuels died, it's just been like a frenzy on who gets the #1 spot. And just Pearly Things rose to the top in terms of like viewership and numbers because it was a white girl's regurgitating the same points pretty much. And then we watched this bitch get exposed.
And then, you know,
But she always felt inauthentic, so it was only a matter of time.
And there's not a question of who was the #1 guy. It's Andrew Tate.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true.
It's not like
but
that
even
is
he
his.
just tweeted recently, like, do not associate me with Red
Pill, yeah.
Well, that's
him and
because
Tristan Tate.
That's that rebrand that they're going through. But
yeah,
and I don't ever think that they was big on the terminology of Red Pill, but they was definitely Manosphere-esque.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And that's why I like Kevin Samuels' content because he never said I'm Red Pill content or whatever. And even when he gave his version of classifying what high value was, it was well balanced.
Yeah.
The fresh and fit version of high balance is just fuck a bunch of bitches.
Yeah, it's not.
Be in shape and get a bunch of money. That's literally it. But Kevin Samuels was have a lot of money. Had nothing to do with the amount of women you fucked at all. It was have a lot of money, have friends also with that have equal or more value than you. It was 5. See if you can look up the five things. Kevin Samuels' list of a high value man.
I already prefer his philosophy. I get to keep my nuts.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And he just had that perspective, like he'd been through all that. He was a little bit older than Fresh and Fit.
Yeah.
He was probably both of their age combined. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
he had a very concise list that was extremely well rounded. And it made sense. And then he related it to these, if we went back in time, these are your dukes, your earls. They're not just the king, it's the dukes and the earls. These niggas are running provinces and things like, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, oh yeah, this makes sense. This is what it is, you know what I'm saying?
and if like somebody asks you what a high value man is, and if you bring up women, that's like telltale sign.
Oh, you're out of there,
You
bro.
already,
This is we're
like-
not part of the same. We're not part of the same tribe.
Not even
or-
talking about no stocks or bonds. You
Right?
should've said,
Yeah,
nigga.
right. We're not even talking about this. We're not on the same wavelength at all, my G.
You know what I mean? At least nigga, somebody that takes care of their mother puts their mother on an elephant in Africa.
Right. Okay. It's a 4-minute video.
Yeah, I mean, should I just play the video?
R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, man.
Yeah, I can. I mean, I was gonna look up. I'm trying to find an actual list first.
There's not going to be a list on Vlad.
Well, I was trying to find it on Google.
Oh yeah. Well, just play this video.
Only thing he misses is probably like, you know, being a good father, but you know, he's pretty much right.
Yeah.
Probably the last thing he's missing.
That's the thing that Sneako is like really honing in on and harping on is the whole being a good father thing. But yeah, Manosphere is in a fucking mess right now. It's shambles. Red pill, whatever you want to call it, all of it is disgusting right now.
All the pills are nasty.
Yeah, all the pills are nasty.
We need Pepto-Bismol after fucking talking about these pills. Nigga.
Yeah, find
we
the
need
people.
the pink pill. Fuck
Find the
yeah.
people that are genuine in it, and if you're at Fresh and Fit 5 days a week, that is not the move. If you're at Just Pearly Things 5 days a week, that ain't the move.
Unless you're watching them for sarcastic reasons, which you
Right.
know, it happens.
You're right.
You know.
I suggest mediocre tutorials and reviews. O'Shea Duke Jackson, even though his content just moves way too slow for me. That nigga talks at 4 miles per hour, and it drives me crazy.
AMS.
Alpha M.
Yeah,
Like
Alpha M.
His just lifestyle shit though.
Which is important.
Which is important as hell. Yeah. Alpha M.
They could teach you how to finance a credit card.
The Roommates podcast.
No.
You don't think so?
The nigga.
I haven't seen their shit in a long time, but what I did see, it seemed reasonable.
The nigga with the bulldog jaw. What's his name?
The dark skin one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Last time we saw him on camera, he was going out bad, and Just Pearly Things was the one that gave him the L, which is even crazier.
Oh wow!
I've only ever seen him in like interview Kevin Samuels.
Just Pearly Things wrote his eulogy,
and that was her, and she's a fraud.
Which is
so what does that make him?
Exactly, which is crazy.
A Nigerian scammer.
Yeah.
He kind of pulled a Sneako. He said all these things about marriage and all this shit, and then ended up getting married with no prenups. And it was like, okay, what the fuck are we doing?
You gotta be real
not
confident.
Practicing what they preach when they get on these microphones.
Yeah, he pulled the academics.
Yeah,
he pulled the academics hard on thoughts, but then the softest almost got killed over a thought. You know, he did. That was his. Yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah, that was his thing. So Just Pearly Things. That was one of her early W's. But let's get the fuck out of here. I didn't realize it was fucking. Bro, it's late, dog.
It's late as a motherfucker.
It's 12:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a text queued up to let you know I have to slide.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
crazy.
I was beginning to think about it. I was like, I gotta go to
I
work.
saw the way you yawned that last yawn.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, that's exhausted yawn. And then I was like, oh, I'm really tired too. Like, nigga, we should all be done. You're like, I'm done. Like,
Let's finish.
yeah.
Jesus.
Fucking superlatives.
Yeah, fuck us, brother. We're out of here, bro.
We be struggling to get through that anyway. We should. It's like if
We
we
gotta work on it.
If we had the energy that we had at the beginning of the podcast, at the end, we
be
could
putting
probably boop, boop, boop.
That's
like,
true.
yeah.
We throw so much by the end. We didn't burn every topic out so
Just
crazy.
3 hours.
Hey man, you got to pace yourself.
We're actually at 3:55.
We're almost at 4 hours.
Yeah, so minus 10 minutes per year or 12 minutes per year.
And we looked at the topic list like, man, this is gonna be a light one. We might have to do a few tangents.
Yeah, I have this drafted right here. You can't see from here, but it
I think
says
we did
3 hours and 50
I think we
minutes
did too
in.
many tangents.
No, we were pretty concise. There were some tangents, but for the most part, it was pretty concise. It was
But
a
like
good
the bulk of that was topical.
Yeah. The bulk of it was topical.
The
There
only
are
thing
tangents,
thing we did was like a self-interview story, and that only
It was
lasted
like 3 tangents.
But that was
this whole
like
time.
the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
I'll rein us in next time.
Yeah.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
Hey man, if you liked it, share it, enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Hit that bell at the bottom. You know, hit that what is that exclamation mark at the top right? You know what I'm saying? Watch our other videos. It's been good. It's been great.
Like a letter I or something.
Yeah, it's an I.
I don't know what
it's called. But this has been the Homeroom Podcast.
Yeah.
Your host, Jay Nobles.
I think my name is Tone Groove. I don't remember.
Hey, nigga, you ain't that side, nigga.
AJ the Menace.
Yeah. Been good, been great. Lauren on the boards.
He sounds like the one
Thank you
that's
for
gonna be
watching.
off tomorrow.
Bro, Poetic Flacco text me at 11.
Bro, isn't he talking like the one?
Poetic
he's the one that
Flacco
don't
text me
gotta
at
go
11:36, and I completely missed it.
What'd
I
he
could have
say?
called the nigga.
Yeah, 11:36.
You been watching this FD singer?
He on
Albert
West
shit?
Coast time. You can still call him.
Let me call this nigga.
I've never heard. Let me call his name.
Oh, you want a Bluetooth?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me put it back in this bitch. I have it moved out right now.
Flacco.
What am I doing, bro?
Flacco.
His notifications are silent right now, though. Damn, that's crazy.
Yo, shout out to Flacco.
They're
man.
3 hours behind. They probably up.
Oh, I can't even get it playing right now. Actually. Oh
Okay.
no, I could.
Yeah. No, he didn't answer.
Imagine he answered in his fucking drawers.
Nigga, I'd
what's
be
up?
like,
All
nigga, we not that cool.
All comfortable and shit. What's up, man? AJ, how we feeling?
Nigga, we ain't that cool yet. You ain't that cool. Like,
Say, AJ, how we feeling?
yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. Fuck this. We're done.
I'm professional ass.
We out of here. We out of here. Peace.
Yeah.
It's all good.
My fault, nigga. I thought we was done. Nigga.
No, you good.
Turn my mic over.
Nah, if he answered, we would have picked it. Just yeah. Let me.